What's up, everybody? Welcome to Kinda Funny Games Daily for Tuesday, July 11th, 2023. I'm one of your hosts, Greg Miller, alongside Forbes 30 Under 30, a.k.a. the best haircut in the business, a.k.a. Future Class Blessing Adeoye Jr.
Good morning, Greg.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing good. I feel refreshed. It's been quite a bit since I've been on a KFGD. It feels like it's been a while.
Yeah? Last week you were pretty much... No, that's not right. Last week we did a whole bunch on the road, didn't we? Or was that 2 weeks ago?
I think it was 2 weeks ago. I can open up the calendar.
No,
I went to
Feels like
Seattle.
it's been a while.
And so it's been a while.
What is time? And then you're leaving on another work trip here in a second.
Yeah.
/ personal trip.
Yeah. So I'm going to be gone for a week. Very excited about it.
Yeah.
I feel like I've had like one extended vacation, but like this is halftime where I come into the office for a couple of days and work, and then I go back to do my thing.
Yeah.
And I'm very excited for LA. I'm going to Disneyland for the second time, but it's going to feel like the first time because when I went originally, I was only there for a few hours. Like I went when I was there for D23.
Okay.
The homie John Drake got me the hookup, so I was able to go for a little bit. But it was very much at the end of the day after we had done a bunch of rehearsal for the
Marvel so you're
Disney
exhausted.
thing.
You just wanted a turkey leg and to go home?
Yeah, exactly. So we're all exhausted, and so it was very much, all right, Bless, what do you want to do? We beeline to Marvel Avengers Campus and had a good time, and then beeline
What did you do there? What do you do at campus?
At Avengers Campus, we went to the Ant-Man bar and hung out. And
they make small food?
They make like small food, but then also big food. But then small food that also has big food with it.
Okay.
And so I think like there's like a sandwich that has big ingredients, but like small bread. You know, so they're playing around with the proportions a little bit in a really fun way.
Was it good? The food?
It was good.
Okay.
It was average. Like it wasn't anything special, but
it was just the thrill of eating in the Ant-Man restaurant.
Yeah, like it was the gimmick of, oh man, this bun is really small. How cool is that? Or like, oh man, what a big fry this is. Like that's pretty much what that is. So did that. There's like, I don't know, fun like there was like an Ant-Man or not Ant-Man. There was Doctor Strange section where they do like some weird perspective stuff. I took a picture with it where like the floor looks like it's warping in.
Okay.
Went to the gift shop.
Of course you did.
Bought some bomber jackets. Got an Avengers bomber jacket. Turned out it was too small for me.
Oh, I was gonna say I haven't seen you wear this.
Yeah, no, I ended up giving it away. But yeah, no, the Avengers Campus I think is pretty decent fun. And then afterwards we beeline to the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah, Galaxy's Edge is dope. Yeah.
And that was it was pretty quick because we didn't have time to make a lightsaber or do anything. And so I got there.
Are you making a lightsaber this time?
No, I don't think so. Yeah,
You're big time lame-o.
I'll think about it. I don't know. I'm not. I like Star Wars, but I'm not the biggest Star Wars.
Yeah, but
fan.
that's how that's exactly how I felt when I went there, and that thing's an experience, man.
What's up, Barrett?
You do have to be prepared though. If like you want to bring one home, you have to be mentally prepared of like bringing that on a flight and figuring out where to put it and stuff.
Yeah, just put it in the overhead bin. It's easy.
Yeah, but you only get one
have the right
carry-on.
type of bag. Yeah,
you know, one carry-on and then one thing to put under your
You're
seat.
not paying attention to this one pool cue you're bringing in.
I brought 2 home because I got the Ahsoka lightsabers, and that was like kind of a weird one where it's like, oh fuck, got 2 of these long like weird thin boxes.
How do you fit that in?
You gotta be prepared.
Be prepared.
It was nice the last time I went because I went to where the Millennium Falcon was, and that's where they let people get pictures with lightsabers and stuff. And so I was just getting a picture. I was like, oh yeah, let me get a picture in front of the Millennium Falcon. And then a kid comes over with his lightsaber and is like, hey, do you want to take pictures with my lightsaber?
What a nice
and I'm like,
thing.
you were the nicest kid I've ever met in my life.
And then you ran.
And then I took it and
and
I fucking ran.
Yeah,
I never looked back.
Try to catch
Oh
me.
yeah. And the lightsaber slowly turned from blue to red. And I'm like,
yeah,
I don't know what I don't watch the movies. I don't know what that means, but yeah, it was a fun time.
You knew what it meant.
I knew what it meant. I didn't know that I was evil. I'm a Sith.
Remember when? You know what? I won't even say anything. I won't even say anything.
Wait, you're about to spoiler a future Star Wars thing?
Yeah, you know, I've been on set for a couple of the Star Wars things, but it's not worth bringing up right now.
It turns out I was on the show last Friday, so I don't know what I'm talking about. But
it feels like you weren't on the show yesterday.
Actually,
I wasn't
no.
on the show yesterday.
I went back a few weeks. No, I wasn't on the show last Friday. I wasn't on the show last Thursday. The last time I was on the show was Wednesday.
Gotcha.
So it's been almost a week.
Fair enough.
And now it's gonna be another week. I miss you guys.
Well, luckily you're here on a huge day, ladies and gentlemen, because Xbox has won the FTC fight. EA's hiring for the next Star Wars game, and so much more is happening, and we'll cover it all because this is Kinda Funny Games Daily. Each and every weekday on a variety of platforms, we run you through the nerdy video game news you need to know about. If you like that, be part of the show by writing in for free at kindafunny.com/KFGD with your questions, comments, concerns about the day's news, and of course with your squad up requests. Then watch us record the show live on twitch.tv/kindafunnygames and youtube.com/kindafunnygames. If you're watching live, you have a special job. Go to kindafunny.com/you're wrong and tell us what we screw up as we screw it up so we can set the record straight for everybody watching later on youtube.com/kindoffunnygames, listening on podcast services, and of course, supporting us on patreon.com/kindoffunny. Over on patreon.com/kindoffunny, you can toss us a few bucks and you can get each and every episode of Kind of Funny Games Daily ad-free. You can get a bevy of bonus content, more than 200 exclusive episodes of content up right now. You got Kind of Feudies, you got Gregory's, you got everything else. Did I mention Kind of Feudies? Because I am on quite the tear, ladies and gentlemen. On Kind of
It's going to spoil all the episodes, huh?
It's not spoilers when it's the draw. You know, guess what? Jey Uso isn't going to beat Roman Reigns at SummerSlam.
You don't think
so? But people are going to watch that shit. And just like no one will ever fucking beat me again for the Kind of Feudy trophy.
We'll see later today, Greg.
We will see, and you'll find out on patreon.com/kindoffunny where you can support us. Of course, all that stuff, exclusive merch. It also keeps us all employed and the lights on and the mics on. So please go to patreon.com/kindoffunny and support us if you enjoy the show. If you got no bucks tossed your way, no big deal. Of course, use the Epic Game code KINDOFFUNNY. It's our creator code when you're checking out or when you're buying something in Fortnite, Rocket League, or whatever else. Some housekeeping for you. A new Kind of Funny podcast is up with special guest Spiderverse's Kris Anka to talk about the MCU versus DCU. It's up on youtube.com/kindoffunny, podcast services around the globe. And if you didn't know, Kris Anka designed several dozen Spider-Man in Spiderverse.
Over 100.
Yeah, 100. He said 170, and then he brought it down to 150. So if you keep talking to him, eventually it's gonna be 98.
Like, I did 5.
I did one. But no, Kris has done so many spiders for Into the Spider-Verse. He talks about that entire process on the show as well. And if you want to hear about how he designed the Superman costume and a bunch of different Superman characters for My Adventures with Superman, the new
I'm
HBO.
very excited to watch that.
It's awesome.
I haven't been able to find the time.
Oh, dude,
it's
you
on
should totally.
HBO Max?
Yeah, it's on HBO Max. I keep screwing up.
Sorry, it's on Max.
It's also episode 1 is free on YouTube as well, so you can get it there if you didn't do it. I'm a huge fan of it. Loved it. Ben loved it too. Of course, Jack Quaid, friend of the show, is Superman in there. Go check it out. I love this show. Very anime look to it, so I'm expecting the jabroni anime boys to get in there.
That's the thing that got me in was I saw a clip on Twitter where he does the transformation in his suit, and it looks like a Sailor Moon. Turning it. Yeah, like it's really cool.
One of those like I don't know what your interest level is in Superman or My Adventures with Superman. I would love you to at least give it's a 2-part pilot. Go give that a shot, Barrett, because it is, as somebody who doesn't watch anime, I'm like, oh, this is very anime influenced, you know what I mean? What they're doing and the blushy faces and all the stuff.
Maybe I'll find time in like 3 or 4 months.
I know,
I'm
right?
Very busy. I'm sorry.
I know. I understand. You're a very busy man. I understand. I know.
Put down the Fooly Cooly, Barrett.
We did that like an episode ago. I'm just talking.
You don't need to watch
outside of kind of anime.
You don't need to watch the Gundam Witch from Mercury. That's what I'm watching. It's really good. It's really good.
The fun thing about these last 2 kind of anime episodes that we have, they're not going to be like what they've been for the first 2, which were more of like reviews of like the recent season. They're going to have topics of the shows for both of those. Exactly. So look forward to that.
Great.
Episode 3 coming soon.
More housekeeping for you this week. We're not breaking up our streaming content on YouTube. This means that each day, Kind of Funny Games Daily, the SuperChat Post-Show, and the stream of the day will be one big video on YouTube. Let us know what you think of this plan in the video comments, and make sure you help anyone in chat or comments that is confused as to what's going on. What's not an experiment? The YouTube Super Chat Post Show is now officially part of Kind of Funny Games Daily as a podcast. We've heard your feedback, your calls, and so there it is. Now you can expect to get the YouTube Post Show, Super Chat Post Show, as part of the podcast. Remember, as we're live, go ahead and ask questions about the stories and put them in Super Chat. And then at the end, we have a little thing where we all hang out and talk about it. It's great. Thank you to our Patreon producer, Delaney Twining. Today, we're brought to you by Bird Dogs, but I'll tell you about that later. For now, let's begin the show with what is and forever will be the Roper Report. Time for some news. We have 6 items on the Roper Report.
A baker's dozen.
Number 1, Microsoft wins the FTC fight to buy Activision Blizzard. This is Tom Warren at The Verge. This broke this morning, mere hour ago. A California judge is allowing Microsoft to close its acquisition of Activision Blizzard after 5 days of grueling testimony. Microsoft still faces an ongoing antitrust case by the Federal Trade Commission, but Judge Jacqueline Scott Corley has listened to arguments from both the FTC and Microsoft and decided to deny the regulator's request for a preliminary injunction. In a ruling submitted today, Judge Corley said the following, quote, Microsoft's acquisition of Activision has been described as the largest in tech history. It deserves scrutiny. That scrutiny has paid off. Microsoft has committed in writing, in public, and in court to keep Call of Duty on PlayStation for 10 years on parity with Xbox. It made an agreement with Nintendo to bring Call of Duty to Switch, and it entered several agreements that's what it says, several agreements to, for the first time, bring Activision's content to several cloud gaming services. This court's responsibility in this case is narrow. It is to decide if, notwithstanding these current circumstances, the merger should be halted, perhaps even terminated, pending resolution of the FTC administrative action. For the reason explained, the court finds the FTC has not shown a likelihood it will prevail on its claim this particular vertical merger in this specific industry may substantially lessen competition. To the contrary, the record evidence points to more consumer access to Call of Duty and other Activision content. The motion for a preliminary injunction is therefore denied. Denied is in all caps. That's the end of the quote. In a statement following Judge Corley's decision, Microsoft President Brad Smith, not the former quarterback of your Missouri Tigers, said the company was, quote, grateful to the court in San Francisco for this quick and thorough decision and hope other jurisdictions will continue working towards a timely resolution. The national nightmare is over? Almost over?
I think it's over, right? Like the big hurdle now would be the CMA, which is the UK's regulative board, which we have a story about in story number 2. But Microsoft being able to win the trial against the FTC, I think, is the big one. Like that is the one where now this merger can go through, and if the CMA has shit to say about it, I'll think that the merger just goes through outside of the UK, and then they figure out what is the solution over in the UK. But it seems like this is it. It seems like this Activision Blizzard acquisition is actually happening.
Which, again, we all expected.
Yeah.
This is not something, I think from the beginning when everybody's wrung their hands and cried to the heavens and done all these things, and we started off on the journey that would lead us to this court case, which, again, was trying to stop this from going further for the July 18th deadline, right? July 18th deadline. And, again, there is still an FTC antitrust thing that's going to happen. This was just them trying to stop before the deadline to do that. It's like all of this, and again, with all the evidence laid out in court, and again, shout out to everybody from Tom Warren to Rebecca Valentine to everybody who went there and covered it. It's all been for naught. It's all been flimsy. It's all been, well, as the judge points out here, they're giving you a decade of it. They're bringing it to Switch. Yeah. They're doing these cloud things.
And that comes down to what our conversations have been for the last year, 2 years. I feel like this has been going on forever.
It does feel like it's been going on forever.
Yeah. All right, this seems like this is going to happen, but what are the things that Microsoft's going to have to give up in order to make this happen? Yeah. And it seems the big steps have been making deals with both PlayStation and Nintendo and other platforms to put Call of Duty there for at least 10 years, and then the cloud stuff, which is, in my opinion, still a weird hang up to have. But hey, like Microsoft is putting in the work to make sure that any cloud platform that they can conceivably discover is going to get Call of Duty also on there for 10 years, whether you're NVIDIA or some service that I've never heard of. And so, yeah, like this is the system working as intended, right? Like I look specifically at this part in the quote from the judge where they say the court finds the FTC has not shown a likelihood it will prevail on its claim that this particular vertical in the merger or this particular vertical merger in this specific industry may substantially lessen competition, right? That's the whole point of this. The whole point of this is to make sure that Microsoft isn't gaining a monopoly by buying Activision Blizzard. And for all the arguments that have been given, for everything that Phil and Jim and everybody who's been on the stand and have made their arguments to say, it seems like this isn't going to lessen competition, right? If anything, it's going to increase competition. On that side, on the legal side of things, and I guess on the capitalistic side of things, I think this lines up. I don't think that Xbox buying and owning Activision Blizzard is going to put PlayStation or Nintendo out of business. Now it's about the follow-up, right, of what does this mean for maybe further deals that PlayStation could make with Microsoft to maybe get Call of Duty on PlayStation Plus or whatever that looks like. What does this mean for maybe Microsoft buying even more studios or PlayStation buying even more studios? Like now I feel like that we have gotten past the if this is going to happen, and now it's about the ramifications.
Now the realities of this.
Yeah, exactly.
What I appreciated, it's gone through the chat now, so I apologize, but there was a conversation going on about, like, number one, a lot can happen in a decade. And then number 2, I think it was Lakers head there said, hopefully in a decade, Call of Duty won't be as important or whatever to that conversation. To which I think is so fascinating because in a decade, right? Like, what are we even talking about anymore? And I know forever we've heralded the end of consoles and this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. I fully believe that Microsoft believes its pitch. And I don't think that they are sitting around going like, in a decade, man, the Xbox Series X3 or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think they're talking about consoles. I think they're talking about being this huge publisher. They have this army of first-party studios making all these amazing games that are coming to Game Pass, that are going to your phone, that are going to your computer, that are going to your TV, that are going to the app you're using. It's mobile Game Pass. I think it's going to be such a... Microsoft's vision is that in a decade, this is a ubiquitous thing, and it's not so much competing with PlayStation as much as competing with everything out there.
Yeah.
Everywhere out there. And not to mention, what is PlayStation thinking in a decade they're going to be? Are they just worried about... We're using the PS6, you know what I mean? We're just playing on PlayStation 6 and that's the end of it? Or are they forward thinking enough as well as what, that investment in Gaikai so long ago was that became PlayStation Plus and became streaming and all these, like, where are we and what does that look like? And it is interesting. So much can happen in a decade that I really do think that this isn't a moot point, but I don't think in a decade it'd really be, man. First off, whether Call of Duty continues to be the biggest fucking thing going or not, in a decade, if it's still the biggest thing going, is Microsoft going to really cut off their nose to spite their face and go, well, for a decade, we've made X billion dollars because we've put Call of Duty everywhere. Now, let's take it away from those other platforms, silo it just to Xbox, and lose a great amount of money, but hopefully bring in more subscribers and do all this different stuff and really piss off an audience. And like, you want to talk about like what's going on PlayStation side of the equation, right? Cool. Let's just say you have to, I guess, as a business, run with worst case scenario. You have 1 decade to come up with one fucking amazing first person shooter. Who's it going to be? Is it Fair Games? Is it this? Is it Concord? Like, is it Marathon? Is it something brand new? Like, what are you going to do you are throwing so much spaghetti at the wall right now to see if you can nail a live service. And is that a wrinkle we've all looked past? As we've talked about this live service plan and all these multiplayer things, like, we can't commit in all this. You can't. There's not only so. Is PlayStation really going? No. We're doing this shotgun approach, and we expect 11 of these 12 to fail. But we're going to find that one that works, and that will be what we invest in.
Yeah, for me, I think it's even less about just we're looking for a slam dunk first person shooter, whereas we're looking for a super game now. Like there's been, me and Tim have been making fun of Sega and how, like, in their business plan, they keep talking about this super game that's going to happen. Call of Duty is a super game. Like, Call of Duty, that is a franchise that is the best-selling game year over year with new entries coming out every year, and now multiple entries when you think about it between something like Call of Duty Mobile and Call of Duty Warzone. Call of Duty is killing it on all fronts, and it's very popular and making super game money. Like, that is a super video game. For PlayStation, what was that?
That's Barrett coming in. I got something to say.
I didn't know my mic was on. That was a burp.
For PlayStation, I don't even think it's just we need a very popular first-person shooter. I think it is we need something on that level of popularity, and that could be we need our own Genshin Impact. Like, we need a PlayStation's first-party Genshin Impact, or we need a PlayStation first-party Fortnite. I think that becomes a conversation now of, what is the cash cow that is gaining an audience that is on the level of that, right? Like, PlayStation is killing it with the content, right? With critical successes, with like games that are selling well, right? For a PlayStation first party thing. But now, when the main competitor has Call of Duty at their disposal, and you want to keep up with that, I think you start to look at, how do we build from the ground up something that is the next mega game that we're talking about, like Fortnite.
Sure. And yeah, to be a first party and have that, right? And like, that's the dream, I'm sure, for each one of them. BJ Bernardo writes in, like you can for free at kindafunny.com/KFGD, and says, hi, y'all. Do you think Microsoft will buy up more gaming companies within the next year? Will they be large ones like this Activision Blizzard deal, or smaller, maybe individual companies? Or finally, at least for a bit, will they show some chill, bro? Does Sony look to make bigger splashes? Are you ready for Cortana and Candy Crush? Thanks, BJ Bernardo, Peanut Gallery Amateur.
Is there a purchase that Microsoft or PlayStation could make that would be as big as Activision Blizzard?
Well, not as big, but
yeah.
Ubisoft would be like the one that gets kicked around. Square Enix, we've been kicking around from the rumor mill forever, and it was that was, of course, the Square Enix rumor was super hot. Then it got cold, and then it seemed like it got cold because PlayStation was ready to go to war over this whole FTC thing. And so now that this is done, and when it's actually finalized, right, and the antitrust done, and the ink's dry on all the paper, you wonder, what is PlayStation's first response to this?
Yeah.
Is it, all right, we got to be strong, we got to go show some force, and we got to go get a big company? Again, not nearly as big as Activision Blizzard. I'm not sure.
I was literally about to say, oh man, what if they got Blizzard? And I remember that Activision Blizzard is fucking Activision Blizzard. So that's out of the question. But yeah, no, for me, it's tough to think of because I think, Square Enix or Ubisoft would be huge, but I don't think anything compares to Activision with Call of Duty and Blizzard with Overwatch.
You
Diablo,
figure,
and
I mean, like this doesn't make any sense and it doesn't work, but like when you're talking about something, you're talking about Call of Duty big, then I guess the next move would be to buy Epic Games.
Exactly.
Fortnite. Yeah.
Which I wouldn't think is on the table.
No chance.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
but also we would say the same thing about Activision Blizzard, though, right?
No, because see, that's my thing with Activision Blizzard. I think like Activision Blizzard is run by bean counters and people looking after the shareholders and they are the most businessy business, right? And I know we can all talk as much shit about EA as you want to talk about in the chat, but EA is like right now chasing single player games. They are making cool shit. They are really. It feels like trying to make good games. And then granted, there's corporate suits in every giant corporation. So like whoever's giving the speech and wearing, the blue collared shirt, no tie, rolled up sleeves and giving their presentation at E3, whatever. But like, I feel like Activision Blizzard is way more on the nose about like, no, we want to make fucking money. We don't care. We don't give a shit what gamers say or do. We just want to make money. And EA does that, but they also make a bunch of good games as well. Not that Activision Blizzard doesn't make games, but you understand what I'm saying, right? Am I wrong? Yeah.
I mean, I would think maybe EA would be the next one. Like I think
that's been rumored before too.
FIFA money, it speaks loudly.
Sure.
Right? Like that is another wildly popular franchise, along with everything else that EA does on the sports side. But then also now they're in this flow of making pretty good single player stuff.
But I wonder too if PlayStation goes and if they jump into that thing, is it just going to be then the exact same thing we just saw? You know what I mean? Of like now Activision Blizzard's going to go after them and do that, or does Activision Blizzard cool their heels because we just won one, and so like there's kind of a precedence there, or like now a precedent there now, or is it the fact that now that they
Microsoft goes after them?
Yeah. Okay, what did I say?
You said Activision.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Well, now they're one and the same. But I wonder what that looks like, and we've joked around about this on PS I Love You a lot, right? But like it's gonna be fun as soon as this is all wrapped up with a bow, and PlayStation's like, fine, we also bought these people. Like, you know what I mean? The deals they've been waiting in the wings that they wanted to pump their brakes and not look like consolidation in the industry was happening and a huge problem.
To the question from BJ Bernardo, I would think that Microsoft doesn't do another huge acquisition like this for a while. I think they cool off because I think if Microsoft now turns around and next year they announce that they're about to buy EA or something, I think that goes to trial again, and I wouldn't think they would win again. Right?
Yeah, that's when it starts getting, okay, well, you're buying up all the biggest.
Yeah, it's like, okay, you just bought Activision Blizzard. Now you want to buy the second biggest and the third biggest. Now you are using your money to now dominate this industry in a way that is unfair. I could see PlayStation doing it, though. Like, I would think that PlayStation now is seeing that as the next step. Now, the question is, does PlayStation even need to? Because I guess from our perspective, not even from the PlayStation, if you're Jim Ryan or if you're a shareholder at PlayStation, what you're thinking. For us as people that comment on this stuff, right, and just follow this stuff, I would think that you're fine as PlayStation to not buy up any big publishers or companies. Like, keep doing what you're doing and buying the Insomniacs and the Housemarques of the world and the studios that you work well with. I don't think that you need an EA or a Square Enix to respond because people are showing up to PlayStation to play the first-party PlayStation games and the third-party stuff, right? We're here to play what's on your platform, and what's on your platform is still really good.
Yeah, this is where it gets into corporate warfare that I think we're out of our depths with. When you go through as Microsoft and you make this giant purchase and you have Activision Blizzard now under the Xbox brand, what is the next logical step? Is the logical step to cool your jets, chill out, not worry about it, you have this stable, let's go? Or is it that you are going to continue to chase it? Because then you get into this, not so much an arms race, because I don't think PlayStation has the war chest that Xbox does, right? The backing of Microsoft to go do all this. And to your point, if we could just say, oh, well, this is how you're ending, how you go, there's still quite the argument to make of like, all right, cool, here's all of PlayStation's first parties and here's all of the Xbox first parties, right? Even like, don't get me wrong, Activision Blizzard, what a team to fucking have, right? Have the IP of Call of Duty and have stuff like Blizzard and Diablo and Overwatch. Like, there's amazing IP and stuff in there, but like, how do those stack up toe-to-toe with PlayStation's IPs and single players and stuff like that? What gets interesting is I think when you talk about Square Enix in particular, right? Like EA, sure, it's another big corporation that's getting moved around, but EA is EA Sports and it is all these different things. And I don't know if that necessarily fits the PlayStation or Xbox, brand, you know what I mean, what their identity is. Whereas I look at Square Enix and I go, man, like Square Enix does fit the PlayStation identity, right? And it would be a nice compliment to like, listen, like we have all these live service games, we're doing all this multiplayer stuff, but we are committed to amazing single player stories like the Final Fantasy series. You've just seen all the success with Final Fantasy 16. We're going to take all the classic Final Fantasies and we're doing X, Y, and Z with them on this. They're going to add it to PlayStation Plus and blah, blah. Like there's a whole bunch of narrative stuff that makes sense there, but you're back into this situation of like how it was before you bought Housemarque where, well, we don't own Housemarque, but the majority of their games are exclusive to PlayStation when we're talking about Square Enix, right? And Final Fantasy. So it's like, is that even worth doing? Yeah. The only reason to do it would be if you're afraid of Microsoft buying it up. But now is Microsoft in this chill out bro period?
Yeah. What does this industry look like 10 years from now? Conversation I think is interesting in regards to this too, because to your point of you can stack up the PlayStation first party studios with the Microsoft first party studios and like, where do things land there? And I think this might be a hot take, but given the studios that Microsoft has, Microsoft should be out studioing PlayStation.
I'll stop you right there. 1,000%.
Yeah.
Continue.
But the cards haven't fallen.
The dominoes have not fallen
like
yet.
Microsoft has so many studios and so many talented studios, and they've just not lined those up in the way that PlayStation has, especially over the course of the PS4 generation, where we're getting Horizon, Ghost, Spider-Man, Last of Us, Uncharted. Like PlayStation is firing on all cylinders with studios that they've been able to curate over the last generation, whereas Microsoft should be Microsoft should have that. Microsoft should have this in the bag, and maybe 10 years from now they will have it in the bag because they're able to organize and figure all that shit out. But yeah, like for the time being, if you're asking me, hey, if I want to play the first party output of one platform versus the other, at least for this generation, I'm still going PlayStation. Yeah. Now, PlayStation 6 versus Xbox, whatever it is, we'll see. Like we'll see if things change, but yeah, like right now, PlayStation first party is still where it's at.
Yeah. And that's the thing about, again, the Activision Blizzard purchase. And again, what came out of the trial where they were this is more of a mobile thing than it is everything else. I said earlier, and you did too, but when I brought it up, stacking up the studios and IPs against each other, PlayStation versus Xbox still doesn't move the needle for me that much, right? Because right now, it is Call of Duty and it is Overwatch. And then there's Diablo, which of course I'm obsessed with and still playing nightly. Well, I'm talking just with the Activision Blizzard purchase.
Gotcha.
Starfield, of course. I'm not taking away from the Bethesda move. But it's that idea of like, you start looking at what Activision Blizzard does and what the big games are, and those aren't Greg games, right? Mine are the single-player narrative adventure. If we can toss in, mid-20s girl finding herself, I'm all about it, right? Like, what is Annapurna doing? Yeah, check. I want all of those things.
Dead.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, there's some grief going on?
Yeah, oh, man.
Kris Anka was telling me about this power. Oh, it's a comic. It doesn't matter. Anyways, though, that's just how it is in terms of, again, a brand identity. Even though Xbox isn't that and hasn't been for a long time the bro shooter multiplayer platform, I'm not at all taking away. That was, I feel, their identity for a good stretch there with Halo and Gears and stuff, and that was what it was, that multiplayer, let's go just tear some shit up thing. I still think that the multiplayer get on Xbox Live with your friends DNA is there. And so I think that, picking up Overwatch makes a lot of sense. Picking up Call of Duty makes a lot of sense, especially because it used to be an Xbox thing was Call of Duty. And I think that fits your brand identity of what you're going for in a way that, again, is great for that audience, but not necessarily me.
Yeah. It's interesting, man. Like, I'm so curious to see what the next moves are. I know we still have more to talk about regarding the CMA, but man, what a monumental moment.
I just can't wait for it to be over. I'm with you. I can't wait for it to be done, over, and then let's live with the ramifications. Let's see what this is actually going to look like. What is it going to be? What is going to happen? Oh, yada, yada, yada. But anyways, number 2 on the Rope Report is all about this still. Microsoft and UK regulators agree to pause their Activision battle to negotiate. This is Tom Warren at The Verge. Microsoft and the UK's UK's Competition and Markets Authority, the CMA, have both agreed to pause their legal battle over the proposed Activision Blizzard acquisition in order to further negotiate. Microsoft has just won a separate ruling with a U.S. federal court against the Federal Trade Commission, the FTC, and the CMA is the last regulator preventing the Xbox maker from completing its $68.7 billion Activision Blizzard deal. The UK regulator moved to block Microsoft's proposed acquisition in April, and Microsoft was due to appeal that decision with a hearing set to start on July 28th. Microsoft has now agreed to the CMA to pause its appeal process to look at how the transaction action could be modified to address the CMA's cloud gaming concerns. Quote, after today's court decision in the US, our focus now turns back to the UK. While we ultimately disagree with the CMA's concerns, we are considering how the transaction might be modified in order to address those concerns in a way that is acceptable to the CMA, says Microsoft President Brad Smith. Again, not the famous Mizzou quarterback who wore number 16 and was a hell of a Tiger, in a statement to The Verge. Quote, in order to prioritize work on the... He could scramble like nobody's business, Brad Smith. He was so good to watch. I had acting class with him. Great guy. Still follows me on Twitter.
You were in acting claess.
I did, yeah.
That's the more interesting part of this.
Me?
Yeah.
You didn't think I was out there acting?
No, I mean, I could believe it. No, oh, shit, you're a mime now. Oh, my God.
They didn't even teach me that in acting. Improv.
That plays so well on podcasts.
In order to... What do you want me to do? I don't remember the one-act play we did. In order to prioritize work on these proposals, Microsoft and Activision have agreed with the CMA that a stay on the litigation in the UK would be in the public interest, and the parties have made a joint submission to the Competition Appeal Tribunal to this effect, end quote. The CMA confirmed the decision in a statement to The Verge, noting that the regulator is, quote, ready to consider any proposals from Microsoft to restructure the transaction in a way that would address the concerns set out in our final report, end quote. Whew.
This makes me think that they're going to be successful with this. Microsoft in figuring this out with the CMA.
100%. Yeah.
I get the vibe that the CMA is now more open now that the FTC has gone through, and I believe the European Trade Organization also went through after the CMA denied it. And so I'll think that the more and more other organizations let this go through, that the more and more the CMA looks kind of dumb in rejecting it. Yeah. And so I think them being like, all right, let's figure this out, let's talk it through, makes me think that we're going to see Microsoft and the CMA.
This was always the thing we were talking about with PlayStation, right? Where we thought it might come down to the 10-year deal, but then also this, but then also PlayStation Plus. But you didn't have to do this in court. You could sit there and have a negotiation deal that got you, okay, fine, we're not going to stand in the way. We're not going to make a big deal about this. Yeah. And so, yeah, it's the same thing here. Again, this is the thing where the UK has been hung up on the cloud gaming aspect of it. That's what came out of their report. Again, time is a flat circle. A month ago, a little bit more. I think
it was a few months ago.
Yeah, I remember when that was their thing. And I remember, because Phil talked about it on the Xcast he came on. Right, when it was Redfall.
This is May.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think those are all, again, things you can squash, things you can figure out. Okay, what is the exclusivity window, 10 years? What do you need to do to make the cloud gaming thing make sense?
Yeah.
But again, it's so nebulous. So cumulus.
So what now?
Cumulus. That's a cloud joke. It's a cloud.
Oh, yeah, that went over my head.
It's fine.
Like a cloud.
Like a cloud?
Hey, look at that.
We're on today, guys. Acting. Brad Smith, you still acting? Let me know. Tweet at me. Look, you're doing the mime stuff, too.
Yeah. That's great podcast content.
Killing it. Yeah. Good. It's going to go through as we always said it would.
Even since the CMA denied them, they have Microsoft has made more deals for cloud stuff since then, and trying to gain goodwill with the CMA. And so I think this is all going to pay off. It's only a matter of time. It's happening.
It is happening, ladies and gentlemen. Just like patreon.com/kindafunny is happening over on patreon.com/kindafunny. You can get all sorts of stuff like the Kinda Funny Games Daily Show each and every weekday, ad-free as a video, as an MP3 on your listening demand. Well, that made sense to somebody. Of course, you could get a whole bunch of bevy of exclusive programming like Kinda Feudy. Where's my trophy? Kinda Feudy. Never giving it up. Acknowledge me. Greg Ways are going up all the time over there, having a good way. Kris Anka yesterday. Today I'm going to respond to some stuff I saw on Reddit. We're going to have a fun time over there. This is only on patreon.com/kindafunny. And like I said, most importantly, you can go there to get this show ad-free. But since you're not there, Jack, here's a word from our sponsor.
This episode is brought to you by Bird Dogs. Bird Dogs make you look good. Bird Dogs stretch khaki shorts are designed to fit slimmer through the thigh and leg, giving you a truly sculpted look. They fit way better than regular shorts that are made of a stiff, restricting cotton. Bird Dogs use anti-stink, sweat-wicking fabric that keeps you cool and dry all day long. I've been going down to the heat of Los Angeles with Gia a lot recently, and I've been loving the breeze thanks to my Bird Dogs. They got Oxford shorts, khaki shorts, bathing suits, and much, much more. My favorites are the Art Farts Knockers, and it's not just because of the name, it's because of the blue. But hey, the name doesn't hurt at all. Art Fart Knocker, come on. Go to birddogs.com/kindafunny or enter code kindafunny for a free Yeti style tumbler with your order. That's birddogs.com/kindafunny or use the promo code kindafunny for a free Yeti style tumbler. birddogs.com/kindafunny. Promo code kindafunny.
As we look to the future, I have a question from Jack Martin who says, I know a lot of this is still up in the air with the CMA, but what do you think the next few months are going to look like for Microsoft now that the Activision Blizzard King deal is nearly closed? Will all Activision Blizzard games head to Game Pass ASAP? ASAP? And will 2023's Call of Duty release day and date on Game Pass, or are we still several months away from the tangible differences?
Oof. I think if 2023's doesn't, then 2024's will.
That sounds right. Yeah, I don't think 2023. So working backwards, and again, if you want to, you are wrong it, or if Barrett wants extra credit, even though I know he's busy and he's got a lot of stuff today. When they announced Bethesda and they closed the Bethesda deal, what was the difference between that happening and Bethesda games showing up on
That's
Game
a really
Pass?
good question.
Because that would be my thing. I don't think 2023 Call of Duty will release day and date on Game Pass because I think that's just too dang quick. I don't think you have your ducks in a row for that. It was like 3 days later says T-Catch. Like a month later says somebody else. Well, look at that. Yeah. You guys can't even describe.
I would also think, I mean, to your point of, not having your ducks in a row, they've had like a year to get their ducks in a row. Like they've been slowly building to
But
this.
here's my thing again as we walk into what the world we don't know of business takeovers. Yeah. I think you legally might not be able to make those kind of. You can't since the deal isn't closed. You can't actually put any of that shit down.
Yeah.
So now once you close it, then you can actually do it. Go ahead.
Well, what I have is March 9th, 2021 from Tom Warren at The Verge. Microsoft completes Bethesda acquisition. Promises some Xbox and PC exclusive. And then, let's see, this was March 11th, 2021. So 2 days later, 20 Bethesda games from the world's most iconic franchises available in Xbox Game Pass tomorrow. So yeah, it was like a 3-day turnaround.
So I don't think Call of Duty this year will do it. Mm-hmm. I think there's I would imagine.
It's already in motion, right? Like, I mean, that game is probably mostly done at this point.
But I do think Activision Blizzard games head to Game Pass ASAP.
Yeah.
All of them, I mean, Diablo, I'm sure is still selling incredibly well. But again, why not do it there? You have seasons, sell the battle pass, do the thing.
Yeah, and the 20 games that Bethesda had, they weren't like the most recent games, right? Granted, I don't know how crazy that year was for Bethesda, but yeah, it was like a bunch of old school Dooms, Dishonored's, Wolfenstein, not even Wolfenstein 2,
Is Diablo 4 not on Game Pass?
No.
Huh. I don't know why I thought it was. But
it makes sense, and it will be one day.
Yeah, I mean, definitely will be one day. If I'm Xbox, I'm going as far as to, like, we announce that the deal is finalized or whenever that happens, and then as soon as possible, I know this takes time to put together, but I'll do some kind of showcase or presentation that is like Xbox, like the Xbox Handshake Activision presentation where we talk about everything that we're doing now. Like, hey, all of these games are coming to the Game Pass. Hey, this is our plan with Call of Duty. I would like break that shit down in a very celebratory way and make it a victory lap. That's what I would do.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think it'll be ASAP. But again, where I get interested is what the King part of it, the mobile part of it. When is Xbox Game Pass mobile happening? You know what I mean? And that announcement of here's a whole bunch of mobile games you can play and do whatever.
Do I get my extra credit?
You do, Barrett. Okay. Gold star. Everybody put the gold stars in chat for Barrett, please.
That's Kevin's face.
Still a gold star.
It's fair.
All right. And again, Kevin hasn't gotten a gold star in like 7 years.
Yeah.
All right.
He hasn't run games daily in a couple of years regularly.
Barrett, just take the fucking wins, okay? No, I don't know what you want here.
I refuse.
All right, everybody, take away your Barrett stars.
Yeah, they give you a lot
take away your Kevin stars. Stop doing the Kevin stars, and everybody do the Portillo emojis right now, because Barrett's acting like a dog.
Damn. Damn. Oh man.
Number 3 on the Rope Report. EA seemingly hiring for a third Star Wars Jedi game. I am shocked. This is Tom Ivan at VGC. Respawn Entertainment is currently recruiting team members for what is presumably a third Star Wars Jedi game. The EA studio is seeking to hire a principal game writer and a senior VFX artist to work on new content for the action-adventure series. Notably, it lists Unreal Engine 5 experience as a big plus in the VFX job description. Shortly before Star Wars Jedi Survivor's release in April, series director Stig Asmussen said he hoped to make a trilogy of games. And he told IGN, quote, "It's a pretty safe assumption that a third game in the series would see Respawn switch from Unreal Engine 4 to Unreal Engine 5 for development." Continuing the story of Cal Kestis, one of the last surviving Jedi Knights, Survivor picks up 5 years after the events of EA's hit 2019 game Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Quote, "I've always wanted to make a trilogy. I've always wanted to see this as a trilogy," Asmussen said. "How can we take Cal and the crew to new places beyond what we were doing in the first game? We had a pretty decent idea of time frame where we wanted Survivor to take place, what the stakes were going to be, what the tone of the game was going to be, what Cal was going to be up against, and how the crew was going to factor into that. And there's ideas of what we could do beyond that as well," end quote. Respawn is also working on at least 2 more Star Wars games. One is an internally developed first-person shooter helmed by former LucasArts veteran and Medal of Honor co-creator Peter Hirschman. The other is a strategy game developed in collaboration with Bit Reactor, a new studio formed by veterans of XCOM and Civilization maker Firaxis Games.
What's funny is that when the story started, right, and talked about, they're hiring for new content for the action adventure series. I was like, how do we know this isn't DLC? And then they go on to say, well, it lists Unreal Engine 5, and so it's like, okay, cool. Yeah, the Jedi Survivor, I believe, uses Unreal Engine 4, and so that's a new game, which is exciting and also very expected. My question though to you, Greg, and probably to Barrett, probably more so to Barrett even.
Sure. There he is. The boss man, get your hand out of my coffee cup. Get your hand out of my coffee cup.
If Jedi Survivor's sequel, right, this last game in the trilogy, ends up being a banger, is this Star Wars Jedi game series from Respawn, does it end up as the best Star Wars trilogy of the last 30 years?
Yeah, that is a bear question for sure. I would think yes.
Of the last 30 years?
Of the last, like, since the original trilogy.
It's tough. I would probably not. I hold the original trilogy to high regard. I really
in my head, I'm not including the original trilogy, so I should make that more clear.
Oh, gotcha.
I guess after the original trilogy.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's potential. Like, I wasn't as high on the story for Survivor as I know some other people were. So for me, it would really have to bring something completely insane to like make it like a cohesive trilogy that is better than anything else. It's hard to, because like a lot of the stuff that I love from recent Star Wars aren't really like trilogy things, right? It's Star Wars Rebels, it's the Clone Wars, it's all this other stuff that aren't really like trilogy kind of things. So it'll be interesting.
I can't wait.
I can't wait too.
I'm excited to see where they end up placing this third game, like in the timeline.
In the real timeline, yeah.
Because it's kind of been 5-year jumps, right? Where Jedi Fallen Order was 5 years after Order 66. Survivor was 5 years after that. And then if they do another 5-year time jump, then we're getting into like the first season of Star Wars Rebels. Also around the time, I think, of Andor. So that's some really interesting like early Rebellion stuff coming together. But yeah. You can also check out our spoiler cast that came out like a month or two ago with Greg and I, where we theorize about where the third game could take place.
Hell yeah.
I'm excited.
I still got to beat Survivor.
Come on, man.
I got
to make time to get back to Platinum it. Now, when that'll happen, who knows? But
yeah, like when I beat Final Fantasy 16, like a couple days later, I was like, all right, cool, time to finally get back to Jedi Survivor because I'm halfway through that game. And I booted up, played a little bit of it, and was like, damn, I'm not in the mood for this for some reason. Like, why isn't it hitting right now?
Yeah.
So hopefully I get back to it before Game of the Year time is now my hope.
Yeah, we'll see. Right now, it's a little calm. Right now, it's a little calm.
I mean, I just got multiple codes for games in my email.
Yeah, but like morning. I gave you some of those codes, and it's like, we're not the biggest game.
Yeah, but I care more about these games.
But yeah, but I mean, you play the game, you get it done. Like those, it's not. Sure. You didn't get your Starfield code. You're not in it for another 100 hours. Is what I'm saying.
You don't know that.
Fucking stop.
Listen, all right. zoom in space. That's what I'm doing today.
Number 4 on the Roper Report, a new study says just 13% of classic video games are commercially available. This is Kat Bailey at IGN.com. Spy shooter No One Lives Forever was critically acclaimed when it was released back in 2000, earning multiple awards, nods, and a sequel. We called it one of the best shooters of the year in our original review. If you want to play it in 2023, though, you'll have to turn to one of those handful of digital archives available on the internet, because neither No One Lives Forever nor its sequels are commercially available on Steam, nor anyone else. No One Lives Forever is one example of a market where just 13% of video games made before 2010 are commercially available, a new study conducted by the Video Game History Foundation revealed. For every remastered update of Metroid Prime, thousands of games are difficult or even possible to obtain legitimately, including games on popular platforms like the Game Boy. Quote, imagine if the only way to watch Titanic was to find a used VHS tape and maintain your own vintage equipment so that you could still watch it, the Video Game History Foundation's Kelsey Lewin wrote in a blog explaining the study. Hey! Quote, friend of the show for you, Barrett? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Quote, and what if no library, not even the Library of Congress, could do any better? They could keep and digitize that VHS of Titanic, but you'd have to go all the way there to watch it, end quote. That's roughly the situation the video game industry finds itself in, says the new study, which compares the commercial availability of classic video games to the survival rate of silent movies, 14%, and pre-World War II audio recordings, 10% or less. The new study, which the Video Game History Foundation describes as the first of its kind, examined more than 4,000 video games released in the United States before 2010, with a special focus on the Commodore 64, Game Boy, and the PlayStation 2. The Commodore 64, which was first introduced in 1982, is described as an, quote, abandoned ecosystem with the lowest level of commercial interest, while the Game Boy is described as neglected and the PlayStation 2 is called active. It found that the overall availability of historic games is quote-unquote dire, with many held back by technical challenges, rights issues, and other problems. Modern services such as Xbox Game Pass, PlayStation Plus, and Nintendo Switch Online offer access to vintage games in return for a nominal fee, as do retro collections like Digital Eclipse's popular Cowabunga collection. However, many more games remain tied to outdated hardware, and demand from collectors has driven up prices. Quote, we're hopeful that this study will incite change, Lewin wrote, and that video game preservation will become stronger before we lose more, end quote.
It's really sad.
Yeah.
A lot of these classic games that, help shape an entire medium are just aren't available through commercial means. And if you want to play these games, you have to pirate them, right? Which sucks. Allegedly pirate them, which sucks, right? Because I think, I think preserving history is important, right? I think preserving these things is important. And I think access is great. The thing that sucks is that capitalistically, a lot of companies don't have a reason to want to preserve their old stuff, right? For them, it's even easier to just bury these things and move on to the new thing that people are excited about and will pay more money for. But in the cases of that, right, I think we just need more tools and more institutions in place to keep these things from getting lost to history, because that's a very high number. Right, 13% of classic games being commercially available. That means 87% are just fucking lost. That's terrible. Also, shout out to Kelsey Lewin for one, doing the study, but then also just doing awesome work in general. It's the homie.
But don't you and your Steam Deck and your allegedly, doesn't that solve the problem, Bless?
I don't think so. I mean, because I don't think that should be the solution. I don't think basically stealing should be the solution to keeping these things alive, right? I think having some sort of way people can access these games should be the thing. And yeah, I think having things like the Cowabunga collection is dope. Having things like the Metal Gear Solid collection Legacy coming out later this year, that's dope. Even elements of Nintendo Switch Online is cool, but Nintendo Switch Online, for as how many Game Boy games are out there in the ether, Nintendo Switch Online has 30 Game Boy games?
Yeah, it's not nearly, yeah.
And it's a drop in the bucket, right? It's a drop in the ocean for how many games are available on that service versus how many games are out there that, again, help shape the medium, right? Or are games that are worth remembering for one reason or another. And so yeah, I still think it's worth putting in work to do that stuff. I think emulation and preserving ROMs and all that stuff is a solution, but I don't think it's the solution.
Okay. Well, the Video Game History Foundation is doing amazing work. Everyone should support them. Again, I loved when I was signed up for the magazine a month where I get they're doing the whole thing where they're building out the collection of every EGM, every Game Pro, yada yada yada. But so they get donations of magazines, and then when they had, I forget how many duplicates or triplicates or whatever, they would then put those into a pile that they would then put into a random grab bag. They send a magazine a month, and I fucking adored that when I was doing it. Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Well, we got a question here. Do we already cover it? You added the question. Do I need it?
No, we can skip this one.
Number 5 on the Roper Report. Sega of America workers announced plans to form a union. This is Stephen Totillo at Axios. Not even Sonic the Hedgehog can outrun the wave of unionization sweeping across the games industry. Workers from Sega of America announced today that they plan to unionize and have filed for an election with the National Labor Relations Board. The group consists of 144 workers from marketing, localization, testing, product development, and other disciplines, making it one of the broader unionization efforts in the industry. The workers say they have a supermajority in favor, signaling that an election would be likely to succeed. They're organizing through the Communication Workers of America, which has represented similar efforts in the industry for years. The workers are calling their group the Allied Employees Guild Improving Sega, or AEGIS.CWA. By creating our union, AEGIS.CWA, Sonic says unite, we'll have a say in the decisions that shape our working conditions and ensure the job security and working conditions we deserve, a Sega QA lead, Mohammed Samin, said in a statement. The workers say they'll be seeking higher base pay, improved benefits, and better staffing to, quote, end patterns of overwork, end quote. The Sega workers are the first to try to form a union in the U.S. at a company owned by a Japanese game giant.
Oh, yeah.
More power to you.
More power to you. Love this. As a worker, protect yourself, right? Protect your rights. And if that involves forming a union to communicate with your higher-ups what you need in order to do your job in a safe environment and with good pay and all that stuff, yeah, go do it. And yeah, hell yeah. I love the I love that I love that they're seeking higher base pay, improved benefits, and they're talking about ending patterns of overwork. Again, these are all important things. We've covered the games industry enough to know about so many patterns of mistreating workers, whether it is not paying them or whether it is plenty of patterns of abuse in the case of like Activision Blizzard stories that we've heard, or Ubisoft stories that we've heard, or Riot stories that we've heard in terms of toxic workplace stuff. Yeah, I think get ahead of it or get in front of it and form a union and protect yourself. I think that's the way to solve these things, and it's awesome to see more and more workforces actually do this and be successful with it. So
this is dominoes back through everything we've seen. Obviously all the toxic stuff you're talking about, but then more, I think more common that we see, and we're like, oh, it's just the industry sometimes, is the layoffs.
Yeah.
Right. And so one of their things here, and ensure the job security and working conditions we deserve. Right. Ensure the job security. That is such a big problem right now in the games industry for people making games. Well, and I guess people reporting on games too. The fact that maybe your job is gone tomorrow. Right. And when Tim and I talked about Niantic and we talked about the layoffs there and like them canceling all these games and laying off all these people. Right. That was, what's echoed here of like we talked about the fact that was it reminded us of Telltale. It was this overstretch on their part from the top down, right? Of like, well, we should do all these things and chase all this money and yada, yada, yada. And when you do that, you're playing with people's lives.
Yeah.
And so let them get a seat at the table to have a conversation in a giant corporation that's not listening to them. And I shouldn't paint that broad brush, but in general, maybe a Sega, maybe whoever, you want to have a seat at the table. So it's not some dude's making a bunch of decisions for you. And then guess what? The winds blow the wrong way and you all get let
I mean, you look at Embracer, right? A company that is just eating
let it all ride on this giant deal.
Yeah, like eating up all these different companies. And so you work at Crystal Dynamics and one day you're under Square Enix, the other day, all of a sudden I'm under Embracer. And Embracer is making these wild decisions and putting all their eggs in one basket to hopefully this deal goes through and at the last second, boom, the deal doesn't go through and now we got to tighten up the wallet and make decisions to lay people off. As somebody who showed up to help make a game, right? You wanted to make a Tomb Raider, all of a sudden your job's in jeopardy because of forces that are out of your control, right? Higher ups that again are playing with your job and your life as if these are just like chess pieces to move around and sacrifice the pawns and do whatever you want with. I think workers have the right and should protect themselves in any ways that they can. And I think having unions in place is great for that, right? Especially in the wake of everything we're talking about, right? Again, Embracer and all this other stuff that's going on.
Number 6 and final on the Roper Report, ladies and gentlemen. Borderlands movie is in post-production hell as Last of Us writer removes his name from it. This is Zach Zawian over at IGN. Remember when he was at Kotaku?
Wait. Oh, I think he was at Kotaku. I think I messed that up. I think that was the typo.
I was like, when did he go? When did Zach go to IGN? Doesn't do this week in games anymore.
Listen,
totally ruins our life.
Sometimes I'm in autopilot.
You figure it out for me. Anyways, I'll read this then. First announced in 2015, it took years for the Borderlands movie to actually lock down a director and start filming. Based on the popular Gearbox-developed sci-fi co-op FPS RPG franchise, Borderlands finally started filming in 2021 with a star-studded cast that included Cate Blanchett, Kevin Hart, Jack Black, and Jamie Lee Curtis. In June 2021, shortly after filming was finished, we got our first look at the cast as their characters. However, 2 years later, that's basically all we've seen. Not a good sign. In January 2023, things only got worse as it was confirmed that the film would receive reshoots under a new director, Tim Miller. A new writer, Zach Olowitz, was also brought in to help pen some of the pages for Miller. And now it looks like the film's original co-writer, Craig Mazin, wants his name nowhere near this film. As reported by World of Real and confirmed via the Writers Guild website, the current credited writers on the Borderlands film are Eli Roth and Joe Crombie, a pseudonym for Craig Mazin. This is similar to how back in the day, directors working on a film they didn't like or want their name connected to would opt to use the popular fake name Alan Smithy. So it's highly likely that Mazin is doing the same and choosing to omit his name from the made-up credit in order to no longer be attached to the upcoming film adaptation. Damn.
That's pretty. I didn't know you could do that as a writer. Just change your name so you're not attached to that piece of work.
Sure.
Can I start doing that here?
If I introduce you and I'm like, hey, everybody, it's Floyd McGuffin or whatever, and you're like, that's everyone's like, oh, this is a shit show. Or
yeah, it's like, oh, it's a slow news day. Oh, I'm Wally Brown today. All right, cool, yeah, because that's wild that you can do that. That's absolutely wild. But also, that's wild for Borderlands, the movie. What do you think happens with this thing? One, do you think it comes out?
Yes.
You think it comes out as a trash fire?
I don't know. I mean, like, I didn't have high hopes. Isn't the right word, but like, I was like, oh, this is a great cast. Cate Blanchett, Kevin Hart, Jack Black, Jamie Lee Curtis. And like, yeah, the stuff they had shown or whatever of like the silhouettes and this thing, I was like, this could be cool. You know what I mean? Like, it could be fun. It could be stupid or whatever.
I've never seen Kevin Hart in a bad movie before.
Exactly, right? He's always in a fun movie. He's always in a fun movie.
Right.
He's always in a fun movie. You know what I mean? So the fact that, yeah, it's like, I kind of forgot about it, right? Like, it seems like a fever dream now when Randy Pitchford was walking around during that E3 presentation trying to talk to Kevin Hart. You know what I mean?
I was thinking about Randy Pitchford a lot this weekend.
Were you?
Yeah, I was thinking about
What were you thinking about?
The time he left his USB stick at Medieval Times.
Yeah, they're striking too, or they were.
Medieval Times?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they are. Yeah, I heard about that. Why is that such a big news story? That Medieval Times in particular is striking. Because this is the second time I've had this conversation this week.
I mean, it's a popular brand, right? That you would think maybe
it's an American Foundation blessing.
I've never been.
I guess. I've never been either, but I had it described to me this weekend, and apparently it sounds really fun.
Oh, yeah, Medieval Times, fun time.
You want to go sometime?
Sure. There's not one in SF, is there?
Oh. Yeah, what's the closest Medieval Times?
I'm checking.
My guess would be somewhere closer to LA.
Yeah, totally. Right.
I feel like that'd be a great work outing.
The one that's coming up is Buena Park, which is down by the Portillo's, which is down by the Anaheim Convention Center.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like if we go to VidCon or whatever. Or if we're just down in LA and we want to say fuck it. You know what I mean?
Let's do it. Okay. I'll bring the USB sticks. But yeah, this Borderlands movie is gonna happen, and I'm not looking forward to it.
You're gonna have to see it for Video Games in Review, though.
Wait, is that a thing we're doing? Are we actually doing that?
I don't think that was a goal that we hit.
Yeah, I think it was.
Was it?
Pretty sure. Somebody go back to October. I thought we said we would do it. We were like, we're gonna do Video Games in Review at some point. It's gonna be one of those like a long going one where it's not gonna be like for the next 7 weeks it's Video Games in Review. It's gonna be
forever.
We're adding Video Games in Review, and there's a video game movie. We're gonna put it in there.
Okay.
Yeah. See, Alter Rain says it was a goal. I'm right on the money.
Oh no.
But my question, I know it was a goal. I don't know if we hit that goal.
And did I put my name down for Video Games in Review?
I'll throw it.
Does anybody have it on record? Is this gonna be like
no? You're put your pseudonym on there.
Yeah, I put Wally Brown on there.
That is a great bit. If we did do it, where we're like, we're gonna do it. Here we go. Joey has a beautiful document. Let me see what's on here, because this one lists what's done, what's in progress.
This is me an Indiana Jones situation where I forgot I put my name down, and now I'm just locked into seeing Indiana Jones and the Destiny of Dial or whatever. The Dial of Destiny.
You're going to be in the Indian Review intro forever.
According to this, we only hit the 80K goal. So I'm working backwards now, because I don't have anything beyond 80K because it didn't get hit. According to this, yell at Joey, not me. And you are right. Video games, movies are not on here.
Good job,
must have been something higher.
Not funny.
That must have been something higher. Again,
you're the real MVP.
I know it sounds crazy because we are an 11-person company, but even then, I don't know everything. So if there is a goal on here that we did cross it and I was wrong, I apologize, everybody. You know what I mean? Yeah. Put the pitchforks down. But that makes more sense, because the thing I'm going to do about I'm going to do today a Greg way, where I want to update this to the audience. Because I saw a subreddit post today that was like, here's what they haven't done, or here's the updates on it. And some of them were just blatantly wrong. We're like, Brian and Greg Let's Plays haven't happened. I'm like, no, I tweeted about that. I put up a video teasing that we recorded them. But then they had the Spider-Man Web of Shadows Let's Play on there. And I was like, I'm pretty sure we didn't hit that. Yeah. Because that wasn't on my list of things to do.
We didn't hit top 100 games.
Right.
I was looking forward to that
So
one.
then the really 80K is the cutoff. So they're already subreddit, you're in trouble. And I'm going to let you hear. You know what? I can't wait to record this Greg way and bust some fucking heads. But that's so far away, Blessing. If I wanted something more important and immediate, where would I go?
You would go to the official list of upcoming software across each and every platform, as listed by Molly Brown, each and every weekday.
Yeah. Out today, Rain World Downpour on all the Xboxes, Switch, and PS4. The Valiant is on all the PlayStations and all the Xboxes. New dates for you. Thronefall will launch on Steam Early Access August 2nd. Rhapsody, Moral Kingdom Chronicles launches August 29th on PS5, Switch, and PC. Neon White physical editions for the Nintendo Switch and the PlayStation 5 begin pre-orders on July 13th. At im8bit.com. Deal of the day for you, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, the Greg Miller card is available in WWE 2K23 right now for free. Go on in if you have WWE 2K23. Log into my faction, click on locker codes, and put in Game Over Greggy to unlock me as your manager in my faction. You might say, Greg, I don't play my faction, so I won't do this. No, what I need you to do, ladies and gentlemen, is to do this so they see there's an audience. So then they put me in WWE 2K24 in my rise. I want to be an NPC backstage. I want to give out like, oh, you think you're awesome? Go do 15 suplexes to this guy, and I'm Greg. I decided what's awesome. That's what I'm gonna do.
That'd be cool.
We ask people watching live on twitch.tv/kindafunnygames to go, and youtube.com/kindafunnygames to go to kindafunny.com/you're wrong and tell us what we screw up as we screw it up, so we can set the record straight for everybody watching later on youtube.com/kindafunnygames and listening on podcast services around the globe, and also doing the patreon.com. You know what I mean? We have two here. Uber Guster fan, and I've seen Guster live, says you can ask Disney to ship your lightsabers for you so you don't have to worry about having extra carry-ons. It arrives in about a week.
Oh, that's really neat.
Don't get me wrong. We know, Barrett, can you take your headphones off a second? Thank you.
I'm sorry, what's the topic?
Can you take just take your headphones off for a second? It's fine. Great. They're off. Good. We know Barrett.
Okay.
You know, like he's like Charlie Brown. He's worries about everything all the time.
He'd
like
freak out.
Nobody fucking cares. It's the goddamn airport at Disney World. You know what I mean? They see you with the lightsaber and like a bag. They're not gonna bust your balls.
So like, what if they think it's a weapon though? Because technically,
I assure you, they don't think. That.
What are you gonna do on the plane?
I mean, they're gonna scan it. I mean,
somebody's gonna use
when
that.
you get to see TSA security.
Getting it through TSA is fine. It's just the whole like, oh, is this gonna be like because it's a weird shape sticking out of the bag?
I thought your headphones were off.
Man, let me tell you.
See?
I've got great hearing.
Somebody takes out the captain with that thing. All of a sudden, I gotta land the plane, and you don't want that.
You can't land a plane.
See,
Doy says in October of 2022, Microsoft stated, "quote the agreement between Activision Blizzard and Sony includes restrictions on the ability of Activision Blizzard to place Call of Duty titles on Game Pass for a number of years." End quote. So definitely no COD on Game Pass this year. And then Phil Spencer's email has been published about responding to the FTC thing, but I'm sure he's not saying, ha, 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 we lied. So it's fine. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode of Kinda Funny Games Daily. Of course, we're here each and every weekday. Support us on patreon.com/kindafunny. Your hosts for the rest of the week look like this. Tomorrow, Tim and me. Thursday, me and Tim. Friday, IGN's Stella Chung and me
Whoa.
hanging out, reuniting from our DICE Awards hosting gig a few months ago to hang out. If you are watching live or listening to the podcast, guess what? We're rolling right into the post show after this, where you get to hang out and we go through the YouTube super chats and everybody goes, oh, that was cool, that was fun, what about this? And we have a lot of fun and we hang out. And then we'll roll into a stream. Of course, if you're, the KFGD audience, the video and the podcast would cut off after the Super Show. But if you're watching live, then you could just roll into that too, where the boys are going to play Microsoft Flight Simulator, right? So that'll be a lot of fun. But then if you're watching, remember, we're putting up one big video now. So if you're like, well, I want to watch the Flight Simulator, I've watched all these games daily. You should have scrubbed over there. But if you're watching it live and you wanted to watch games daily, you need to scrub all the way back. It's new, but it'll make sense in the long run, I assure you. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a super chat post show to do on YouTube here and now the podcast services and all that jazz. But until next time, it's been our pleasure to serve you.
Now, isn't there supposed to be a third person? Oh, shit. Oh, damn. I forgot about that.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, the YouTube super chat post show is meant to usher you into the stream where the Jabroni boys hang out. So, yes, we are happy to welcome from the lab at the Kind of Funny Spare Bedroom, the one, the only, the master of hype, Snowbike Mike. Hello, Mike.
Hello, everybody. It's Mike over here in the lab coming at you with another Kind of Funny Games Daily post-show super chat segment where I jump in the chat with each and every one of you incredible Kind of Funny best friends and join these two incredible Kind of Funny Games Daily show hosts for some fun chats with all of you. Greg, how are you today?
I'm fantastic, Mike. I miss you. I miss you being right here, but I'm happy to see
Greg.
you.
I haven't quite figured out where to look yet because I'm just staring at a wall, but I'm going to
look into the camera. Look into the lens. The lens is what's...
No, it just doesn't feel like I look at your face like I used to.
Who cares? It's, make it for the content.
Mike, Greg, I'm going to go get some lunch.
Okay, Bless has got to go get lunch because he's got a packed day. Is it as packed as my day? Of course not, but you don't see me crying about it.
Nobody works harder than you, Greg.
That's what I like to see. Kevin's back there. Be careful, Mike.
Greg Miller, welcome in. It's just you and I today. We're going to have some fun. Kevin's got 3 different microphones in front of me. Give us 1 second. Now I got one of these as well. What is this? Who knows? Who knows? Greg,
yeah.
Let's jump in to the super chats over on YouTube because they have exploded with the excitement. Of course, it's also 7-Eleven, Greg. Free Slurpee Day. Don't forget.
You guys came in singing about America and drinking free Slurpees, and I was like, what the hell is going on?
Big, with a lot of G's and 5, Big 5, says, why is 10 years the magic number for the Call of Duty deal, Greg?
That's a great question.
10 years? Why is that the number?
I think because you're talking about technology that changes so quickly. Think about 10 years ago, what the video game industry is like 10 years before that. Like you're going to suddenly get into like, what if Sega was doing something and making a deal that was 30? It wouldn't even make any sense now, right? Like Sega's not even remotely what they were 30 years ago. And so I think here it's just about trying to squelch concerns that, hey, we're going to turn this corner and it's all going to go to hell. Microsoft's going to be able to disrupt the entire industry and this, put PlayStation on their back foot and put people out of business. And I think 10 years is enough for the industry to change. But like I said on this show, right, to have PlayStation, okay, fucking come up with a plan. If you're so worried about this, come up with a plan. What are you going to do?
Yeah, I agree with that, Greg. Right, 10 years, a decade. You have a lot of time. And I think that was the big main sell was like, we're going to be here for a long time, right? After 10 years, we'll see what happens. But you and I have discussed this. Call of Duty is a juggernaut because it's multi-plat, right? Because it's on every platform, succeeding and absolutely crushing it. Xbox and Microsoft aren't going to go tomorrow and say, you know what, actually, that's a bad deal for us. No way. They're going to keep that on there for a long time. But 10 years, I think the decade, 10, it just seems like a long, long time when you think about it. Let's keep it going. Saylesh, a.k.a. Shishali. Still haven't figured out that name. Writes and says, future game streaming company would be at Microsoft's mercy to use its IP. It has never been about the console wars. It's about collecting IPs for the cloud war, Greg. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. That's what I was talking about here, right? Of like, they're like, 10 years is a long time. And like, oh, yeah, like what? Hopefully Call of Duty. It's like, in 10 years, we're not going to be talking about what Call of Duty means to this. It's going to be more about what Xbox is if they made the right gamble on trying to be this platform that isn't about a console, that is everywhere. That is the move, and I do think cloud's a huge part of that. Will it be the only part of it? Of course not. But, we're going to wait and see what this looks like and where they're going and if that's the way to go, or if PlayStation, who's clearly marching to a PlayStation 6, is what's going to be, and what the PlayStation 6 will look like and what their streaming strategy would be, and yada, yada, yada. It's one of those that Microsoft is trying to be cutting edge with technology and the internet right now, and that's a gamble. PlayStation staying very tried and true. And granted, of course, PlayStation is also experimenting with cloud and doing all these different things, but I think PlayStation's still very much talking with their whole chest about consoles and boxes at your TV because it's what's worked and it's killing right now. So will that change? Won't it change? And if it does change, if suddenly there is a switch thrown, can PlayStation make up the ground of Xbox and the investment they've already put in?
Yeah, agreed, Greg. And of course, it has always been about collecting the IPs so you have the better streaming service or the better platform for people to come to and attach their money and wallet to. Yeah. But at the same time, Xbox has been very open, like we brought up just the 10-year deal, right? Of, hey, we're willing to put our IP and our games on other ecosystems and platforms, right? Sure, they're in third place and they were easy to be like, oh, we wish exclusives weren't a thing. We'd love people to just play games. You can say that when you're in last place because you don't have any dominoes to hold close to your chest. But, you know, I think they are collecting a lot of IP, a lot of strong IP. We'll see in 10 years if that IP is even relevant, if there's the dominant player in the marketplace. But they will have some fun poker chips to kind of juggle around and deal after 10 years of like, hey, you want this? You got to either be over here, or will they still keep that attitude of, hey, we're willing to put it everywhere. You just give us a slice of the pie, you know? Be interesting to see. Let's keep it going with Jesse M. Jesse M says, with this setting the precedent that no merger is too big, what big company buys Embracer Group group that's now in need after losing its $2 billion deal?
Well, it'll be interesting to see what the Embracer Group actually is in a year, let alone 5 years. I think what you're going to see is Embracer Group close a lot of stuff, but then also sell a lot of stuff. I think they're going to have to make moves to get leaner to stay alive, as they have made some mistakes here and they had that giant deal fall through. And so then what does the Embracer Group actually look like? And even then the question becomes, who would want to buy that? You know, I don't have it in front of me, however many studios it is, right? It's 100 something when we were talking last time, and I could be totally wrong. I'll throw up I guess I could just do a quick search. Embracer Group, right? Embracer Group. The question becomes of just like, we've all joked about it. I've talked about this at length, right? Like, what an unwieldy number of studios. What a bad decision on what you're doing, right? Search. So hard to find what I'm looking for. Maybe it's up here. No, I don't know. Well, I mean, there's a number of employees right now, according to Wikipedia, right, are 16,000, over 16,000, coming in at 17,000. Anyways, though, I don't think this goes back to what I was talking about earlier about identity for PlayStation, for Xbox, for anybody, right? What is your identity? And I don't think a PlayStation, an Xbox, anybody would look at Embracer and go, our identity is all of that. We want all of that. What you're going to get is a bunch of closures, a bunch of layoffs, and then a bunch of sell-offs in the same way you saw, not for the same reasons necessarily, but you saw Square Enix get rid of their Western studios, right? Where it was like, listen, we're a Japanese company, Final Fantasy pays the bills, and we love doing that. So Square Enix Montreal, Eidos, and then Crystal Dynamics, we're selling you. We're pushing you out. That's not what we need to be. I think you're going to see that with Embracer, where it will be a garage sale of different studios after some major layoffs and closures and stuff. And then it would be, all right, cool, we're coming in and finding what works for us as a whoever's buying this stuff.
Yeah, that's well said. I don't think Embracer Group is high on my list, Greg, just for all the reasons that you listed. Right? When I look around and I go, man, I want a piece of someone else's pie. Embracer Group isn't the one that I'm looking at. Sure, maybe we can make some deals for some IPs. If there's some talented studios that I would want to acquire, I'd look at Embracer Group. But as a whole, I'm not bringing that baggage onto my ship that I'm trying to sail into the future. I think we can find some other better deals for sure.
For sure.
Let's keep it going with Seychelles.
Seychelles.
Ethan Hunt versus John Wick versus The Equalizer. Who wins?
I'll leave this to you, Mike. I have seen I've never seen John Wick.
Okay.
I don't support Mission Impossible because they screwed up Justice League. And
That's
then The Equalizer, I guess, was Jason Statham. Is that right?
Oh, man, the Statham, man. He once fought the Megalodon. That's crazy. Who am I going with? Well,
Megalodon.
Let's go with this right now. You know what I mean? My guy, Ethan Hunt, a.k.a. Tom Cruise. He's Maverick, okay? He does his own stunts. He's absolutely crazy. But he doesn't fire a gun like one John Wick. And Jason Statham, for as bad and as raspy his voice is,
Equalizer is Denzel Washington. Turns out Denzel Washington. The chat's correcting us.
Denzel? Okay, well then you know what? I take it all back. Denzel Washington. He's my guy. So I'm going with the Equalizer.
Done.
Greg, let's keep it going with Sonic Fuzz Monkey.
Okay.
Uncle Greg, got another one for you. Gave up on 9-Finger Jack and the dishes. Will you please break my 9-year-old Theo? He won't quit eating his boogers. Thanks.
What was this man's name again?
This one is Theo. Theo won't stop eating his boogers.
But what's the dad's name again? I forget the dad's name.
Uncle Greg gave up another one. Oh, this is Sonic Fuzzy Monkey.
The Sonic Fuzzy Monkey. It's me, Greg Miller. Do you want those boogers on your couch? Do you want them on the back of the bed? Do you want them on the wall? Do you want them in your car? Let the kid eat his fucking boogers. All right? He'll eventually stop. It's gross. It's making me gag right now, honestly, talking about it, thinking about it, but it'll eventually stop. And you know what I mean? Also, just get your shit together. Why are you asking me to parent through a screen in your living room, all right? I got the kid to wash the dishes. Isn't that good enough? Now you got a kid, I assume, so young, eat his boogers. Now, if this kid's 16 or whatever, it's real simple. You kick him out. You don't want a 16-year-old won't stop eating his boogers, you kick him out. That kid's never going to go places. That kid's never going to get it together. If you're at 16 eating your boogers, you got a problem, kid. You know what I mean? So just that, Theo, that's your problem, is that you shouldn't be eating your boogers at 16. If you're at 16 right now, what you do is you walk up into your attic, you get the suitcase, you bring it down, you let them take 3 shirts, 3 underwears, 3 socks, 3 jeans, 55 cheeseburgers, 55 chicken wings. You put it in there, right? You zip it shut, you say, get your fucking ass out of my house. And like, don't get me wrong, I don't know what state you're in, so the legalities are different everywhere in terms of what's going to happen here. But once you kick him out and the cops bring him back, like you can't kick a 16-year-old, say he's eating his boogers. Right now, he's eating his boogers. And the cops are going to be like, oh my God, it's fucking gross. You know what I mean? We'll take him next town. We'll take him the next town over. We'll drop him off in Shelbyville. And then he's Shelbyville's problem.
Stop eating your boogers. Plain and simple. Let's jump over to the Twitch chat, Greg. Of course, I want to give a big shout out to the Twitch chat. Just like so many of our friends are watching over there as well, and they can get involved in the conversation. Just like Luke the Awesome has resubscribed with Prime Gaming for 30 months. Of course, Jace the Drone has now used the new feature, the Hype Chat, to write in and says hashtag free Mike, along with the Zachalak, who donated $1 and said free Mike from this awful room in here so I can see Greg's eyes and talk to him. John writes in with the Prime Gaming sub for 37 months, says, hey guys, I'm a UPS semi-truck driver. I have been thinking about unions a lot lately, especially after the Sega news. How do you guys feel about the recent labor strikes? And do you think that the video game industry will finally get the unions they wanted?
So, I've seen the headlines on the UPS strike looming. I have not gone into it or whatever. I forget we could look it up around UPS strike. I'm going to do this. I don't want the Vox article. No offense to Vox. Here we go. The Hill's got things. 5 things to know about the UPS strike as Teamsters contract talks fail. This is Julian Mueller over at the Hill. Talks between shipping giant UPS and the International Brotherhood of Teamsters fell apart last week, upping the possibility that the union could strike in a massive walkout when their current contract expires at the end of the month. The union, which represents roughly 340,000 members working for UPS, voted last month to authorize a strike if a deal isn't reached. What will happen to the packages is the first bullet point. That's not, yes, thank you. Number 2 is what are they fighting over? Jump to that. Can I know what the workers are upset about?
What are they fighting over?
Fuck me. Me getting the goddamn dog food from Amazon.com isn't my big issue. I like to take care of the goddamn workers, the hell. The shipping company and the union are divided over wages, benefits, and compensation for workers as they negotiate a new contract before their current agreement expires at the end of the month. Teamsters are also pushing for an end to a dual wage system for delivery drivers and to, quote, forced overtime on drivers' days off, Jesus, as well as better workplace protections and a holiday on Martin Luther King Jr. Day. UPS drivers make $18.05 an hour in Arkansas, $17.63 in Oklahoma, and $21.02 in Connecticut, according to Indeed. UPS made $11.5 billion in net income in 2022 as profits exceeded. UPS and the union reached a tentative agreement on the 2-tier wages, overtime and holiday at the start of the month, which has been seen by many as a move that would lessen the likelihood of the strike. But tensions continue on other economic parts of the negotiation. All right, so kind of funny. He's very pro worker. very much want people to take care of themselves and be given a livable wage and a fair wage on top of what's going on across there. So it is an idea of, as usual, we just talked about it with a million of the other things, right? It's Vox Media? No. Is it Vox Media? No. I just said Vox.
Go Media.
Go Media.
There's also Vice.
Vice. That's the one I want to talk about. The Vice. Yeah, Vice laid it off. Well, let me get that one pulled up here because I think I retweeted that one today.
But yeah, a lot of other people had huge bonuses right before laying people off and then filing for bankruptcy.
They did not. Yeah. Katie Way. All right, hold on. So here we go. So I'm going to follow me on this one. This is about Vice. Max Tanney over on Twitter had done an article, a bankruptcy filing today shows that Vice paid out exec bonuses totaling well over $1 million just a few weeks before the company declared bankruptcy. A large number of freelancers and laid off staff still have not been paid. This was quote tweeted by Katie Way, who is a former freelancer over there, says Vice owes me $2,200 in freelance fees, and every 2 weeks the executive who tanked Vice.com receives a paycheck that is more than my annual rent. That is fucked up. That is super fucked up, and that's what we're talking about here in terms of what the fuck? So when you get to, again, I've read you one article, I read you 1/5 of an article about UPS, right, and what's going on there. It is the idea that these whales at the top make so much money, and then the workers are just struggling to be able to live and live their life. A freelancer like Katie, and granted, I'm jumping to the Vice thing here, is doing its thing, right? That's fucked up. That's where unions come in and negotiate wages and make sure that people are getting taken care of. So again, I don't even remember what the question was. The question, we're pro-union, we're pro-workers, we're probably pro-UPS on this, even though I don't know much about it, of course. And of course, I come from a union family. What up, local 150 operating engineers, #1 crane operator Greg Miller back in Chicago, right? I was raised very much being driven around and we saw scab workers yelling scab at them out the window of the car. Anyway, so I honk to this day right now, Mike, over on 19th? Yeah, 19th. There's people striking outside of SF State, apartments there. The painters
strike.
I honk every day. Every day I honk at them in support. Let them know I'm with them.
Let them know.
I'm with them on the picket line. So that's good. Well, video games get it together? Yeah, probably, right? In some degree. I mean, you see Sega doing it. You've seen other people doing it. And it is it is one where it's again, I'm talking a little bit out my ass here. I'm definitely outside of my comfort zone, wheelhouse, of what's going on. So it's I don't know if every place needs to, you know what I mean? I mean, it's good too, because of course, people come, people go in terms of leading companies and changing companies and stuff like that. But it is the idea of, people should be, so they're, getting there and getting what they can be taken care of. And again, back to the article we were talking about on Games Daily about it, right, of the Sega folks. For the people making video games, it is a layoff-prone industry, and it is the guy at the top makes a really bad fucking decision, and then guess what? Your life is upended. You are out of a job. Now maybe you could work remote, but maybe you have to move, or maybe you have to do something else. All that shit sucks. It sucks feeling like you don't have a hand on the wheel, I guess, in what your company's doing, and then you have to live with it.
Great stuff, Greg. You're always so smart on that one.
I have a question for you, Mike. I'm going to put you on the spot. Do you feel like you have a hand on the wheel here at Kinda Funny?
Yeah, I have a big hand on the wheel, Greg.
Just making sure.
I have a large hand on the wheel.
Well, it's always, I'll
turn so hard left, big. You know what I mean? Wow, bro, that's how
Let's
I do
flip
it, Greg.
the bus and kill everyone. No, it's one of those, when this stuff comes up, it's it's hard for me sometimes, right? Because I want to say something about how it is kind of funny, but then it's always that thing of, you hear a lot of from me on Greg Ways, I think, or Q&As, where I stop myself, actually you have to ask the workers, right? I mean, it's a weird thing where it's I was making this reference to somebody the other day, right? Where it's oh, I'm the CEO, Kinda Funny or whatever, which of course doesn't fucking mean anything, right? Because sure, I'm the CEO of Kinda Funny, but it would be like the CEO of Coca-Cola also then comes down and works on the bottling line. You know what I mean? Because I'm here making the fucking Coke with you every day. I'm doing the thing. For me, it's such a collaborative thing, but I also know, and for me, it's such a far different thing than what IGN was. Again, not that I'm taking shots at my old employer. I loved IGN. I loved everything. But it's that thing where it's Pear wasn't creating with me. Granted, maybe he'd be on a podcast or something like that, but that would be a rare occasion for me. I know he does NBC, so it's a little not right. But he wasn't writing reviews or covering E3 with me or yada, 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 yada. You know what I mean? Where it's with us, it is very much
we're not a typical corporate structure.
I'm one of the guys, but then it's also I guess technically on a flow chart, I'm not one of the guys. So I don't want to talk out and be it's great to work at Kinda Funny. I hope it's not like this. I hope you guys are, feel like everything's great. Barrett, do you feel like you have a hand on the wheel and things are good?
I feel like I have ownership, and I think that's the goal for a lot of the working class of feeling like there is ownership and security, and that's why I think unionization is a first good step to help protect things. Sure. It doesn't always work out, as we saw with the Vice stuff, and they were unionized, and they were still all laid off with executives getting bonuses right before all of that. But it's a first step to being more secure in ownership of your work and having a say and knowing where you're going next and all that. So, like I said, like on a flow chart, maybe maybe there's a more of a, I don't know, not a corporate structure, but like a more like typical structure. But I think in practice, we're not typically like that. So, yeah.
Great question. Let's keep it going right now with Frog Splash says, what's the Kris Anka comic rec you said earlier, Greg?
It was... he told me about it yesterday. I haven't bought it yet. Yeah, Do a Powerbomb.
Oh, okay.
Do a Powerbomb from Image Comics. The creator of Murder Falcon, which was a great one we did on the comic book show, and Wonder Woman Dead Earth is launching a brand new limited series. Lona Steelrose wants to be a pro wrestler, but she's living under the shadow of her mother, the best to ever do it. Everything changes when a wrestling-obsessed necromancer asks her to join the grandest pro wrestling tournament of all time, which is also the most dangerous. It's the wrestler meets Dragon Ball Z in a tale where the competitors get more than they ever bargained for. It's collected in a trade paperback right now. You could get it.
Sounds dope.
It does sound cool.
Let's keep it going. We have 5 minutes left here on our Super Chat.
Well, I got 5 minutes to say the word.
CJ writes in and says, just wanted to EDAP up blessing on the fresh cut. We'll pass that along to him.
He's fucking gone, so say something nice about me and Mike.
CJ then writes in again and says, Greg, have you changed your stance on Sony's games as a service plans now that they could potentially lose Activision games?
No, I haven't. I, again, don't know. Lightning in the bottle isn't the right word, right? But Call of Duty is such a special thing that, like, no one's been able to replicate, no matter how hard they try. And I just don't think that it's something you necessarily need to worry about. Other people are going to continue to do third-party shooters, right? Bungie is owned by PlayStation now and has Destiny, and that can be the future. It's not so, and we talked about it on this episode, right, where I was like, maybe they're just throwing everything at the wall, and they hope 1 out of the 12 works, and that can be their Call of Duty going forward. That's possible, but, like, I just don't think we need another shooter is going to be the solution to all this. But who knows? I really don't know. And that's why, again, like they have to do what they got to do. They got to try to future-proof the business. They got to do. So my stance, what is my stance? My stance is that I'm not excited about it. Well, shocking no one, I'm sure, is that I'm not excited about the next Call of Duty. So it's really not even an apples-to-apples thing. As a business person, I can sit there and, or as a business, not person, but if I'm putting on my business cap, I can sit there and be like, I understand why they're doing it. But even then, it's like, that's an expensive fucking experiment, especially when they're like, well, 60% of the budget's going to be this in 5 years or whatever it was.
Brian W. writes in and says, Greg, you would know this. You have a lot of experience. What amount of time prior to its release would the availability of Starfield for review raise concerns? What's the ideal length to review a Bethesda Game Studios game?
Man, I mean, concerns, you're literally talking about Cyberpunk. Where, that was what? They gave it to us with a week to go, if memory serves, only on PC. We're all like, oh, that's fucking weird. Okay, cool, whatever. Which was, and then Blessing got it and it worked fine. But it was like, what about the consoles? And then everything went to shit, right? A Bethesda one, like, I expected the bare minimum 2 weeks. And that is going to be a grueling 2 weeks for whoever is lead reviewer. And not even so much for Kind of Funny, because we can come in and say, I played it for 2 weeks and I haven't rolled credits, but I think X, Y, and Z. But like your IGNs, your whoever's, right, where they have to take those people off the floor. You go home and you just play that game. I would hope for at least 2 weeks. I would love a fucking month. I'd be scared if it was a week to go and you got code.
At that point, you just play at your own pace, and no matter where you work, like that's hey, like this is a huge game, and we fucking got it a week beforehand.
That becomes the narrative, right? Yeah. That's totally, and that's an accurate way to review it. It was just like, they gave us to a week for this game.
Because I'm trying to remember Elden Ring, because I know Elden Ring, I think, was a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, and
let me check.
I forget what the reviews were like on the GameSpots and the IGNs at the time. Like I forget. if they're just already giving out scores or if they're like, hey, this is a review in progress. But yeah, reviews in progress kind of exists on those big sites for a reason. The more we see of like huge games coming in under the last minute, I hope they utilize that more just to, not wear down whoever's reviewing it.
Elden Ring launched on February 25th and code came in February 14th. That's 11 days.
Okay. Keeping it moving with our final 3 questions. Final Fantasy 16 fan writes in and says, Turkey is the cheapest PSN region. I was able to buy Spider-Man 2 for $30 USD. What are your thoughts on using gift cards to buy games from there? Greg, what do you think about circumventing certain areas and going to buy games from different regions?
I mean, you got to do what you got to do.
Okay.
I mean, what? Like, I mean, I'm not fucking PlayStation's bottom line. You know what I mean? Like, there's a million workarounds to do whatever you got to do to get the thing, to get it cheaper, blah, blah. It's like, we have an expensive hobby. You're not pirating it, right? You're getting the money. You're doing the thing. I understand what you're out there and doing. And is it smarts consumerism? Nitro says that sounds shady. It is shady, right? Like, it is a way to circumvent and do this whole thing and da-da-da-da. PlayStation's aware you're doing it. You know what I mean? Like, but it's also earlier with the conversation about retro video games and them going extinct or whatever, and I was talking about piracy, somebody put in the chat, they're like, well, like, the piracy thing, or, getting them through emulators and piracy, that's a techie thing. Like, that's not people, it's not easily accessible for other people. Again, we're talking about somebody right here where you're using something as a workaround that is, yes, anybody could do it, but how many people would? How many people will? How many people want to go through the hoops of going and making a different account and doing the thing and then make that your master account? But like, it is what it is. Like, that PlayStation's aware people do that. That's the digital future we live in. The times I'm up in Canada with Jen and we want to watch Last of Us. This is a very dated reference, I guess, but we want to watch Last of Us on HBO. So I had to go use ExpressVPN, right, to get in, to make it think that I'm in San Francisco and not in Canada, so I could access Max at the time. It's all these different things. Like, I wouldn't do it, but I'm in a far different place. You know what I mean? Like, that's fine. Like, go do it. It's the same reason, like, if I wanted to, I'm sure I could get my groceries far cheaper if I was using coupons or doing these things. And even those are like, promoted deals rather than something that is a little shady or whatever. But I'm not going to be the moral police and tell you what not to do and what to do. You're not stealing the game. I think that's, definitely for me personally where I draw the line of like, you can also wait. I'm sure, and I'm an idiot at this, but I don't know. You can wait till Spider-Man 2's out, or maybe a little bit before it's out, and go get the thing and do it on your Steam Deck through. I don't know how to do any of that shit, but you could do that too, where it's like, whatever. But it's like, I don't back this or support it, but I'm not living your life. I'm not out there, and I also have different values and yada yada yada.
It's good right there. Yeah, I never thought of that, to be honest. I never thought about it at all. Let's keep it going right now with our final one. Mara writes in and says, Barrett and Mike, will the next kind of anime have any seasonal content discussions? Mainly asking for JJK2 Season 2, but Zom 100 also seems up y'all's alleys.
I have not heard of Zom. Mike, I don't know if that's something on your radar. I probably don't have any time personally to pick up any new series. But yeah, we'll talk about the first couple of episodes of JJK. I think Demon Slayer, we didn't really talk about past the first episode of Season 2. So yeah, Mike and I will do like a quick like what you've been watching at the top of the show before we get into the big topics of discussion there. Mike, are you excited? We're recording part of that episode next week, man.
Didn't even know, but now I'm excited, everybody. Woo! I live one day at a time, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. PDX and Pursuit of Happiness. We'll get to your questions tomorrow. Thank you all so much for writing in. Very exciting stuff. Greg, this is going to be the end of today's Super Chat. It was nice to hang out with you and have some fun. Great games daily. And here's to many more. We'll see you tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. This is goodbye. All right, and that should be the end of Kind of Funny Games Daily and the Super Chat. So for all of you watching and listening out there, yeah, you don't have to click on a new to the skies and take a nice little flight. I've been on some flights recently, and so today I thought, you know what? Let's go into Microsoft Flight Sim. Let's take to the friendly skies, and let's just have a fun, chill stream. Maybe pop a Coca-Cola, have a warmed cookie, and just talk about some of our favorite flights that we've been on. And so today's going to be a really good time. It's going to be a very chill time. Absolutely nothing could go wrong in the skies. And so please, I want you to join us as we jump in and we play Microsoft Flight Sim. Myself, Nick, and Kevin are here in the lab. Hopefully you had a great kind of funny games daily with the team.
Kevin, this is going to make you smile. Roden said, made $1,000 in profit this morning after I bought stock in Activision yesterday because of all the things I've been hearing on your podcast. Thanks, y'all. Here's your share. Here comes the money. Pursuit of happiness, not financial advice. Please don't listen to Greg Miller in that way. What are you doing over here?
Bet the farm on us. You understand that, Pursuit of happiness? I am not a legally operating financial officer or lawyer or doctor for that matter.
Bet the farm.
But Mike and I will come to your house and give you a prostate exam right now. Okay? We don't care. Bet the farm. Get out there, get some AMC and Walgreens stock while you're at it.
Bet the farm, ladies and gentlemen. And so we're going to have some fun. Nick, it's nice to see you again. We had a really good stream, you and I, yesterday. Let me figure out my life really
Kev,
quick.
where is the microphone?
It's over here.
Under the monitor there.
Oh, PETA.
Hold on.
PETA.
People are freaking out a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, is the prostate exam? We're not
Well, no,
really
so
gonna go over it.
yesterday was the first time we introduced...
But we would, though.
Yesterday is the first time we introduced the XR18 for our audio. And
I guess we don't need this right now.
it was set up on the control computer. Now we're setting it up here.
Okay.
And I just need to make sure it's dialed in. Chat, how do we sound? Audio went bad when switched to the cockpit.
Jimmy
Our
Litter
ears
says the
pop
mic is up
just
their
like-
butts.
We're giving each other prostate exams over here, bro.
We're
It's right.
gonna doot.
Does that sound better, chat?
Yeah, let us know, chat. Let us know.
Do you want me here?
They sound muffled. Okay, yeah, muffled. All right. Yeah, guys, talk a little bit for me.
Yeah, why don't you, I mean, we'll start here. We start here.
Okay.
Then you'll go into flight
Check,
control.
check. We're
Yeah,
talking.
hello. This is Mike talking.
We're talking.
Nick, what else? I watched The Blackening, Nick.
Yeah, how'd that
And
go?
as you know, it's supposed to be a funny movie.
Yeah.
I still got very scared. They
God,
still got me, Nick.
you're so
They still
beautiful.
they got me to points where I was like, I need to turn this off.
Yeah.
I can't watch this. I'm gonna get scared.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it is a horror movie still.
Yeah,
It's a horror, you know, it got horror elements to it.
It had some fun. It had
Horror.
some funny moments. Not the best, right? Like, but it was good. It wasn't great. It wasn't beyond great. It was just fine.
It was just fun.
Yeah, it was just fun.
Get it?
I did buy it for $25 though. Here's the problem. Amazon, they get you. You can rent it for 48 hours, $19.99. You can buy it for $25.
Yeah,
Why would I not buy it, Nick?
because you don't ever want to watch it again.
Correct. That is correct.
Yeah.
But for $5 more,
Yeah.
I now own it, which means if I want to watch it again, I can.
That deal-
Why give them $20 for 2 days?
That deal
Yeah, lay it
is
on me.
the $20 for the 2-day rental when it's like same day in theaters, just
Yes.
came out of theaters. That's the worst deal in the history of movies, right? So if you're going to spend the $20 to rent, you might as well buy it. I agree with that.
Thank
Having
you.
said
Okay.
that,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you're going to watch a movie that's probably, you know, you kind of know it's not going to be that great.
Okay,
you know,
yeah, I'm
you
never
might
gonna
want
watch
to just
again.
wait the 2 weeks until it's $5 to rent.
Okay, that's true. That's
Yeah,
true. That's true.
Like for instance, I think Kevin was mentioning yesterday that the new Wes Anderson movie is going to be hitting Amazon like rentals on demand this weekend.
Okay.
I would pay $20 to rent that for sure. I don't want to buy it, so
Yeah.
I don't care. Most of the time, here's what happens.
Lay it on
I
me.
buy the movie. I forget I bought the movie. I go to rent the movie again, and I either rent it on another platform or I go, oh, I'm pleasantly surprised that I own Total Recall.
Yes,
Like
yes.
I
I love
who did
that.
Who
I
would have
love
thought
that.
I bought those things. Little Jerry Seinfeld, Wampa Slayer. Thank you guys for those prime
Little Jerry
subs for 30 months and
Seinfeld.
64 months.
Yeah, it's always fun, Nick. And then everybody always tells you, because like I'm buying movies on Microsoft via my Xbox. I'm buying movies on Amazon. They're like, you got to get this one consolidation app that will have everything on there, movies to go or something dumb. But I never do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
never do
understand.
it. I never. Do it.
You know what? Here's the reason.
Lay it on me.
There's a threshold. You know I'm a fairly organized human.
You are.
Right.
Yeah.
I like to keep my car clean. I like to keep my mind clean.
Yeah,
I like
there's
to keep my house clean.
Fairly. What's the word above fairly?
Anal retentive, maybe obsessive.
No,
compulsive.
that's like perfect. You're one below that. You're
One
like
below that.
You're in the middle of these two. You're highly above that.
Yeah.
You're above it.
I like the things that I prioritize in life.
Yeah.
I like to be. Oh, people are saying very quiet. All of a
They'll
sudden,
figure it
Kevin.
out. They're working it. He's working it.
We could probably, Kev, if you want, we could probably just use the Wave XLR mic as well, if we needed to. I don't know if it's going to be that big of a difference for you. Anyway, just throwing it out there.
Yeah, yeah.
What I'll say is this: the
Uh-huh.
things in my life that I think are very important,
What's important?
business, my relationship, comedy, all those things I like to be tack on,
Yes.
spot on.
Yes.
When it comes to everything else, there's sometimes you got to just let shit fall by the wayside. You can't manage everything that perfectly.
Let
People
it
are saying,
free.
Nick, movies now. What is this? Is someone saying that?
That's the one.
You got to throw it all together. Movies anyway is what
Yes,
DJ.
you put it all together.
DJ'd for. That's a great idea. That sounds like I have to figure out my logins for everything. Not doing it.
Not doing that.
When I
doing
canceled
that.
cable and I started routing all of my stuff to my LG TV, all the logins, got to have everything. I don't
You looked
care.
at your wife and you're like, we could never get rid of this TV now.
Yeah, I don't. Exactly. I'm gonna be like you. The next I get another TV, I gotta get all new logins. Right? All new email
Exactly.
accounts. All new everything like that. Let's see. Burgers XRZ said, Nick, did you like the new Mission Impossible Burgers? You got to go catch our in review of Mission Impossible that I assume will be dropping any day now if it hasn't dropped already. You should go check that out. We were a lot of differing opinions on that. We'll just say that.
There you go.
It ran the gamut, as they say.
Ran it. Ran it up.
Audio sounds good now, Kevin, is what Uncle Zozo was saying.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm sorry about that, guys. I was trying to dial it in. I just assumed on the other computer, I plugged it in, it worked. And here I was like, oh, it'll be fine. But then we also introduced a new microphone so that we don't have to be on, trying to use the Wave DX mic to catch the whole room.
Yes.
Yeah, Kevin threw a little shoddy Bugatti on there.
A little shoddy Bugatti.
What are these people saying?
This is my favorite.
They're saying they can't hear me now.
Amazing.
We're working it out, folks.
In a bucket.
Real talk, though. Real talk.
Yeah, tell me.
This new audio setup we have is rad. So Kevin's been working real hard to route everything through an audio board, basically. Well, kind of an audio board. It's like half an audio board, but everything else, the board itself is digital.
Yeah.
But I think it makes everything sound a lot better. It adds a level of compression to the room that I think we use professionally over in the big studio. So that was one of our big goals, was to make everything sound a little bit more closer to what the podcast is in here. And I think it's working. I think it sounds really good.
Let's keep this fun conversation going, but let's start, because I do need to get in the air. Because, we do have a little bit of a lengthy flight. I'm taking us off from beautiful LAX, Los Angeles, up to San Francisco, just for a fun flight.
You want to do a little
You know what I mean?
Now,
you are a trained pilot. We've seen you go Mach 10 before.
I need you to I'm sorry.
Put the hammer down.
I need you to tell people what I am. I'm not just a trained pilot.
You are the fastest man on Earth. It's true, people. It's true. You guys have seen it. And so I thought, you know what, Nick? I've been on a lot of planes.
I'm the fastest man alive.
I've been on a lot of planes.
Just call me the Flash.
And so I thought, you know what? Let's go get lost for a little bit, okay? So
let's get lost in the sauce.
I want to take us off. I want to have a fun flight. We can talk about RTX. We can talk about our recent flights. And we can just hang out for a little bit.
Now, here's what I'm asking you.
Yeah.
What's going on with this controller in your hand right now?
I'm going to switch over to the joystick, and we're going to have some fun getting a little weird in a second.
Okay, cool.
So
I want to get on this joystick. I want to start fighting.
I know you do. And I'm excited for you to see.
Get in the cockpit. What do you do? What's this third person mode?
No, I gotta get the things going for a second, you know?
You know how fucking terrifying it would be to pilot one of these things in real life?
I mean,
that was a trick question because I'm the fastest man alive.
You've already
I'll
done
take this
it,
motherfucker
right?
up to Mach 12. Nick, it's not even physically
we
possible.
went to the stratosphere and you started doing the up and down, bro.
So
you had to do it,
that was
man.
so cool.
It was amazing, bro. It was amazing stuff. Shout out to Nick's show for the Prime Gaming stuff for 26 months. What's up, boys? Nick, how was your night last night? Where did you go to dinner with Kris Anka?
We went to a little tavern over in, I don't even know, I guess Sunset area. Really, really nice. Gia had some bangers and mash. I had a nice little chicken. We had a little spicy margarita. I thought I'd bait you out.
You almost did. You almost
with the
got me
spicy
good.
margarita.
Kevin checked me and he looked at me. He's like, "Really? You're just gonna stream right now? Like you don't want to come?" I gave him the look and I was like, "No."
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna question your decision making on that. I will just say it was the wrong choice.
Yes.
We had a great time.
Team
we
went
missed
out.
you.
Team went out. Yeah.
You know, we don't get to see one Kris Anka all that often in person. But I get it, man. When duty calls, duty calls.
Yes. Started up Dark Souls 1, Nick. So the catch we've always talked about is I've played all the Dark Souls games, but co-op. So I thought, you know what if I play through Dark Souls by myself? But of course with the chat's help, so it doesn't feel like I'm alone.
Of course. Nick Show, thank you for that Prime sub for 26 months over on Twitch. Roger Courtney says, Nick, use a password manager. Roger, you are my password manager.
Yes, Roger.
So look, Roger, we've already committed you to when I'm 85. You got to help me.
Clean out my doo-doo.
Yeah, clean out my doo-doo.
My doo-doo.
So you got to be careful because you're going to be like, Roger, it's midnight. I got logged out of Joey's Hulu. I need you to come over and log me back in.
Roger, come here, help me.
Roger, call Mrs. Tanaka and, Yeah. I was like, what's Joey's last name?
I don't think it's that.
It's not.
I don't think it's that.
Takagami, sorry. Sorry. I was like, that's not right. I just watched the Bond movie where the bad guy's last name was Tanaka. Tiger Tanaka.
Which Bond movie did you watch?
Fuck, which one is that? I think it's You Only Live Twice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How come? Why did you turn that on?
I just like to go through the Bond movies every once in a while.
I like that.
See how they play out.
Yeah, I like that. That's dope.
Sounds good.
Who opened up the can? That mic is on. Love it.
That's me, baby.
That's dope. That's dope that it picks everything up. I mean, I like this better than like when you, me, and Andy were doing that, so I never felt like I have to like squeeze up. If we could just put it right up here. And
Yeah,
hang
we
out,
need to
I
just
like
get it a
that.
little high. We can get a little higher. Kevin can boom it over us.
Yeah,
He can probably attach
Kevin
it.
will
He
boom
can
it
probably attach it
eventually.
to that ring light. Just stick it right there.
Yeah. So you like turning on some old school Bond movies every now and then?
Yeah, every once in a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
I like to go through them, just see how they hit still. You Only Live Twice. Still very weird. It's the one where they turn Sean Connery into a Japanese guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Surgically alter him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Check that out.
Yeah.
Always something new happening in the Bond movies.
All right, Colby Jack. Thank you for that too.
Always something special happening.
How you feeling about this, big dog?
I'm
Now,
feeling
are you
good.
in? And now, when you do the simulator, are you actually in this for like 45 minutes?
Oh yeah, you and I are on this plane for as long as the flight. It said 37 minutes.
Yeah, speed this up.
I could have done a 17-minute one, but you know, for the bit, I wanted us just to take to the friendly
We gotta
skies.
speed this up.
We got a
What
long
if I
day
do
today.
this? Does this work?
No, I unplugged it, so it
this
doesn't fuck with it. that
Fucking let me
way.
get in there, bro. Let me get in there.
I'll let you're my co-pilot here in a second. You're gonna get in it. I gotta get us up to cruising altitude. Now, how many times have you done this flight? The San Francisco, LA flight.
No, I don't do the San Francisco to LA all that often.
No way.
No, I do the San Francisco to Orange County, which is very similar.
Okay, well that's the same.
maybe
that's
5
just
more
apples to
minutes beyond
oranges.
it.
You know what I mean? Like that's
Very similar.
Yeah, it's the exact same flight I'm talking about.
Well, I mean, listen, you want to be organized or you want to just be buying movies all willy-nilly, okay? Because this is the kind of mistake where you land, you go, I'm going to Disneyland, I'm going to fly to LAX.
Yes.
And then you go to get an Uber, and it's a $100 Uber.
Oh.
Because you're like, wait a minute, why is it so expensive? And it's because it's so far. You land in SNA, Santa Ana.
Yes.
It's like a $15 Uber to get you over there.
Oh,
Because
that's
it's actually
smart.
Orange County.
Okay.
Everyone always thinks Disneyland's in LA. It's not in LA. It's in Orange County.
Do you ever think it sucks that when you take this flight, you have to fly over the state instead of the coast the whole time?
Well, you get the coast on your left. Look out your left.
Yeah, but I'm about to get over here in a second. You know what I
But
mean?
you pretty much have the coastline. You can always kind of see the
Okay.
coastline.
I guess I'm not a window guy. I don't sit in the window. I sit aisle always.
Can I be honest with you about something?
Yeah, tell me.
You're bumping this plane so hard that I feel like people are just hurling in the back.
No, they don't. You don't feel the bumps. You don't feel the bumps.
You don't feel the bumps?
You don't. You don't feel this.
Right now, my mom is throwing up in the bathroom.
They don't feel that. They
Yeah,
don't
they
feel
definitely
that.
feel it.
They'll be fine. They'll be fine. They'll be fine.
Let me see what your co-pilot looks like. Can you look over at the co-pilot? Where is he?
He's in the bathroom right now. In the bathroom.
What a badass.
You know what I mean? It's like where the stewardess has to, the flight attendant has to stand in front of the door so nobody comes through. You know.
Do you think if you farted in this cabin, they'd let you open the window a little bit? Open the window a little bit.
I'm boofing this up, y'all. I'm sorry, I gotta boof this up, everybody. Okay, so you go to Orange County. How many times do you make that flight? Is that once a year, twice a year?
No, I made that flight a lot. I mean, I've made that flight at least twice a year because I usually go down to see my folks. One time in the summertime and then one time during the holiday season-ish.
Okay.
And I love going down Orange County. It's such a nice, like, chill vibe down there. But yeah, 45 minutes. I mean, I love SFO. SFO is my favorite airport. It's been my home airport for the last 17 years, and I think it's a great airport. I think it's very well run. I think it's laid out nicely. LAX is a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, LAX is fine. It's not great. It's fine. SFO is all right. SFO has awful food options.
No, it depends on the terminal.
I don't think so.
Where did you fly out
man.
of?
I've been a United boy. They had bad options, and then Joey took me on Alaska. They had bad options as well.
You're crazy.
United has,
United's
no
got a great terminal.
What do you mean? There's no Starbucks. There's no McDonald's. There's no everybody there is like fake rip-off fast food.
like, what's the film, the place in the film would be like, that makes the $1 Million Bacon?
Sweet Maple.
They have a sweet maple in Terminal 1 now.
I did.
They have a
see- I
sweet
saw
maple.
that.
They have a
Yeah.
bun me,
Saw that.
which is
It's
like,
good.
they have a bun me, which is incredible. They have the thing about SFO is they made a choice. I believe I don't know how long ago to like limit the amount of chains that they put in there, so you're not going to see a McDonald's. I believe there's a Burger King somewhere in there, like on the far side of the United Terminal. If you walk way far down, but. I think they have like one of those bougie ass Napa Valley like bakeries in there.
Oh, you
which is
gotta
good, so
have
you
the
can get
bougie.
you can get some good like breakfast. You get a bagel, you get a Stephen Bagel,
little
Jean
Stephen
Claude,
Bagel.
cream cheese.
Yeah.
So that's always fun. But yeah, I mean, I like my food choices there. But I will agree. Here's the deal. I flew into like I want to say Dallas or Dulles.
Okay.
I forget what airport I flew
Dulles.
into. Yeah, Dulles International's in.
Okay.
125 Washington.
Washington.
Chad, where's Dulles?
Me too.
I think it was either no, it's Houston is where I flew into. Yeah, Dulles is DC. Houston I fly into.
Sorry, quick question. Is there a way to turn off the background audio of like the
I mean, we're real pilots, but like fine, chat.
I'm sorry,
you know what I
Kevin.
mean?
I'm sorry, Kevin.
Didn't
Do
know.
you not want us to know
You
where
know
we're
what-
going?
You know what I mean? Like me and Nick need to know what flight control is saying to us at all times. I've turned it off. I've turned it off for you. Well, you don't need anything else.
Well, no, now we don't have any audio. Or,
Of what the?
no, the voices are still there. It's weird. It's just that, like,
All right, we're gonna do this for you.
Turn down the voices. Turn down the voices. Turn master back up. Turn the voices down, and then crank the airplane engine.
Yeah,
We're about to go to
exactly.
fucking Mach 11.
Just voices. Yeah, thank you. Hopefully, let's
Apply
see
and
if it takes
save.
care of
There
it.
you
I
go.
bet you there's another one that's radio. No, you got it.
God, is that what a plane looks like? The wings bouncing like that?
No, man,
Isn't
it's
that kind
a
of
li-
terrifying?
It's a little terrifying, dude. It's a-
Dropkick Tondo, thank you for those 5 Kind of Funny Games memberships over on YouTube. Appreciate you guys right now. Remember, guys, if we fill that bar today, we will go the extra time, and every one of those bar fills goes toward my fantasy adventure with this team. I will be the big DM, the big dungeon master, the big D.
Yeah, the big D. I told a lot of people at Rooster Teeth that you were going to DM a D&D session, and they went crazy. They're like, how do I get involved? How do I help Nick? I want to do this, because they loved the idea.
Oh, I love this.
They were jazzed up about it, so
Perfect.
we'll have to figure out a time one day to bring them all out. you know?
Spicy Ty, thank you for that Prime sub for 45 months. Remember, guys, every one of those subs goes toward filling that bar.
Yep.
Me and Mike and Cruz having a little fun podcast today, and then I'm going to become the fastest man alive. Maybe I'll hit Mach 11.
Let me see on there. What's that? Blue Park?
More part?
Moore Park? You know about Moore Park?
No, I do not. You took off from LAX.
Yeah,
You're
we took off
probably-
LAX. We're heading towards Central Valley.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're probably central right now, because you're beyond LA at this point.
Yeah. That's the question of the day. It's like, what's our speed? It said 37 minutes. You know what I mean? Are we on track for that? My worry is we might not be, but I think we're going
I
pretty
wish you
fast.
could get up in the cabin. Like, I wish you got extra points for talking to people.
Okay.
Coming over. Hey everyone. I just want to let you know we're currently cruising at 9,000 feet. Airspeed 243 miles per hour. And you guys know during service and start a little service. Should be smooth skies out there. You know, they never let
I like it.
there be a single drop in time that their voice is on.
Yeah.
We're always just kind of filling time.
Yeah.
And I love that.
What's our cruising altitude today, co-pilot?
Cruising altitude right now, ladies and gentlemen, well, you're just going up, buddy, is 11,000,
What is the normal cruising altitude? Is it
10,000
30?
feet, probably.
Is it really 10?
I think you know. Is it 30,000?
I thought we'd get up so we'd get past the wind, you know what I mean?
You can't. You gotta get it.
Let's get up to 30,000.
250. No. What is that? How is airspeed gauged? It's not miles per hour, right? What's KT? What's KTS? Let me know, chat. Where's the ginger ale? Says the jackpot. Exactly.
Oh, we're gonna get the drink card out. The drink card will be coming.
Is Denzel flying this plane? Yeah, someone crazier than Denzel is flying this plane. Snowbike Mike Howard.
I just gotta get us up to a cruising altitude so I can have my co-pilot take over.
Okay. Oh, I'm taking over?
Yep.
Oh. Where's that captain? Is Captain the co-pilot today?
No, you're the co-pilot. You're in the seat. Just doing a slow climb, 16. Who would have thought California's so mountainous?
Very mountainous.
Yeah. You know, Nevada is the most mountainous state in the United States.
That doesn't shock me.
Really? Shocked me. Who would have thought desert?
There is a lot of desert. Mountains. Majority of our country, if you didn't know this, sand. Right?
Oh, really? Sand.
Yeah.
98% clay.
98% sand. Dry sand that just kind of goes out, sticks in your toes. Alex 1342, we're not doing drink service yet.
Yeah, that's
what did
not
I just
yet.
fucking tell
That's
you?
not yet. We're still in takeoff. You should have your seatbelt fastened. Bathrooms are a no-go at this particular moment. I got to get up to a cruising altitude first, which I will say we're climbing. Okay, I was at 10,000. We're about to hit 20.
What is it telling you to do from the cruising altitude?
What do you mean?
Does the game say go up to 30,000 square feet?
I mean, I'm just going off of just like my previous flights, you know what I mean?
30,000. So you're going to go 30?
Yeah, I'm going to get to 30,000, way above the clouds, so we have less air resistance, and then we're going to cruise
How far
at
can you
30.
take this bad boy up?
I mean, I'll get to the goddamn stratosphere if I want.
I want to see the curvature of the Earth. I want to prove that the Earth's not flat. Because I haven't seen it yet. Nick, what do you think of the Toronto airport? Asks Michael M. Costa with a $2 super chat over on YouTube.
Yeah, what do you think?
I think I've only been to Toronto once. So I honestly cannot recall the airport there. I love Toronto, though. I love that town. It's super fun.
All right, chat. Sorry, really quick. I just wanted to ask them what are they thinking of the audio? Is that sounding better? Tweaking a lot of stuff. Am I getting an echo? Because we are using a shotgun mic, not our typical setup. Still terrible.
Still terrible. Tell it. Okay, well, we'll fix that. Don't worry about it.
Bungo Buns, thank you for that Prime sub for 7 months. He says, would it be great able to hear what Mike and Nick are saying?
Okay, so I guess game audio is high.
Okay.
I've lowered that significantly.
Mike sounds muffled still.
I'm a little disappointed I now bought that movie. That's weighing on me now.
I think you should be disappointed.
But it was $6 more. I had to do it.
Yeah, I don't think you should have watched it at all.
I probably could have skipped it.
Yeah.
Probably could have skipped it, you know what I mean? 23. I'm moving along right now.
There you go. You're kicking it.
Get up to 25. Pass this controller over to you. Hey, Bit Louise says, hi, Nick. Nick, tell him what the latest and greatest on the comedy scene is. What's hot, what's not?
Man, Bert Kreischer looks like he's having fun on his tour.
Okay.
Great. Tom Segura's special just dropped. Watched a little bit of that over the weekend.
Nice.
It was fine. It was good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I saw that on Netflix. How was it?
It was okay. I like the setup for it. He did it in the round.
Okay.
So he's just in the center of like an arena. And everyone's around him, so he can actually just perform 360, which is really cool.
I've seen Kevin
Looks
Hart
beautiful.
do that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really fun.
K-Hart.
He tells a fun story about working with Brad Pitt that I liked a lot. I thought that was pretty silly and fun.
You watch Dave?
I did watch
Finale. Dave's got Brad Pitt.
Well, don't spoil it for everyone.
Well, you can say he's in the show.
It's true, but it's a pretty big. That was wild. But he's not just in the show.
Well, I mean, he's in the show. That's all you have to say.
Okay, all right.
Brad Pitt's in the episode, and it's very good.
Kyle Fetanu says, hey, just finished season 1 of The Bear. Thanks again for a recommendation, Nick. Dude, season 2 is even better. Season 2 is it's great. It's so beautifully done.
You're lying.
Of The Bear?
Yeah, better.
I thought it was
really?
better. Yeah.
I'm surprised.
I think it's better.
That first one's
I think
so
it's
good.
a little more focused, and it follows some of the characters that you don't get too much of. Yeah, dude, the Ted Cruz joke is fucking hilarious. Utter butter boo. That shit, that's what got me to watch it, because I wasn't going to watch it over the weekend, but I caught that joke as a clip out on Instagram, and I watched the whole thing. I was like, God damn, that's hilarious. Well, Beast Twisted, once Mike let the cat out of the bag, then we're talking about it.
What, that the jabroni's in the episode? You can say that.
That's a huge spoiler.
What? That
I mean,
he's
whatever.
in the
Look,
show?
also, it's Brad Pitt. That was a massive spoiler. That was such a chat. Put up the poll. Did Mike spoil everything for you?
Chat, exactly. Chat, let me know right now. Oh, we're going down.
What happened?
Nick, we're going down.
What's happening?
Nick,
right
we're
now?
going
Mike,
fucking
what's
down.
happening?
Nick,
Mike, right the
I've
ship.
lost control of the plane, Nick.
Get control.
I've lost control.
Get
I've lost control.
What is happening?
I don't know. I've
You
lost
went too
it.
high.
I've lost it.
Did you go too high?
I think we went too high.
Oh, we're gonna die.
God.
Oh, this is.
We're 100% gonna die.
This is bad. You can pull this out. You have 20,000.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, Jesus, put your. I've lost it.
Turn the engines on. Turn the engines
I've lost
on. You're
it.
fine. You're riding the ship. You're fine. You're fine. You're listening again, Mike. You're listening again. You're going too far to the left.
I can't get control of it.
Get to the right. Okay.
I've lost control.
Steady it out. Even it out. You got to even us out. We're gonna
This
stall out.
bitch is.
We're gonna stall out,
I'm
Mike.
doing that. I'm
Call Mrs. T. I need the login. Call
We're gonna
Mrs.
die.
T. I need
We're
the
all
login.
gonna die. Oh,
Stop
my.
going up. Point it downward, Mike. What are you doing?
I'm trying to point it down, man. The thing's doing it all
Point
down.
down. Point it down.
We're gonna die. Everybody.
Why are we upside down? Are we upside down? Okay.
I think we're fine.
Okay, we're okay.
Okay, it saved us. There was a moment there that I think I'm going down again.
Wait, what is happening?
I've lost
Your
it.
airspeed's
I've
too
lost
low.
it. I've lost it. I've
Fire
lost
up
it.
the engines. Why are the
Firing
engines dead?
engines. Oh my God, we're dead.
Fire the engines.
I don't think we
dead.
can go that high. I don't think you can go. I don't
you
think you
just-
can go 30.
you just stalled out the
We're gonna
engines.
die. We're gonna. We're gonna die.
You just stalled out the
I
engines.
can't. I
Tony.
can't. I can't. I can't. Pick it up. Pick it up. We're gonna die. We're gonna die. I can't get control of
Man,
this.
you're at 15,000 feet, bro. You better kiss your
I
ass
can't get
goodbye.
control. I
Everyone,
can't get control.
This is the captain speaking. Please turn your phones on and text your loved ones. Tell them you're never fucking coming home again.
Oh my God.
Steady it out at 9,000.
I'm
Stop
drawing
going up.
I
Stop
can't.
going up.
It's an old hand cycle.
Stop going up. What are you going up?
I can't.
Point
It's in
the
a
tip
cycle.
downward.
It's in a cycle.
What is the cycle?
It's going up. It's going down. I have no control of the plane.
This thing is wonked out, man.
They're psychopaths.
We might die.
Don't worry, you'll be fine. I believe it.
How do I stop?
Where's the small one?
You're good. You're good.
Okay.
You're good. You're getting a little high.
I'm
We're getting a
trying to
little
just chill him.
Steady the plane. Steady the plane.
We got to stay at like 20,000.
Yeah, that's it right there. You're good. Airspeed good. Airspeed good.
Okay.
That was fine.
It's crashing again. Again.
Why is it crashing?
It's not me. It's not me, man. It's not me.
You're the worst pilot I've ever seen.
It's not me, man.
Yeah, I want you to fucking buy every single one of these people an Amazon movie they're never gonna watch again.
Everybody gets free hot chocolate if we make it.
Oh, this is bad.
Everybody gets free hot
Oh,
chocolate.
this is
We're
bad.
going down. We're
This
going
is
down,
not
ladies and
good.
gentlemen. We're going down.
This is the worst thing I've ever seen. Pull up.
I'm gonna save us. I'm gonna save us.
Oh, your airspeed's insane.
God, yeah, it's because I'm fucking hurtling to the goddamn moon right now. I can't get out of this. I cannot get out of this. I'm lost control of this.
People are just hurling in the
Oh
back.
my gosh. Mrs. Scarpino's definitely having a heart attack in the back right now. How do I just chill this? How do I chill this?
You can't. I mean, your engine speed's great. You're in the green. You're a little too fast. We're hemorrhaging fuel right now. I don't know why the plane's doing this.
I've lost all control. We're going down.
Yeah, you're in a flat. Oh, you're in a
my
flat spin now.
God, we're going
You somehow
down.
got into a flat spin now.
I don't know.
Oh,
no. Oh my God.
Pull it out, Mike. Pull it out.
I'm gonna save us. I'm gonna save us. I promise. I'm
Be a
gonna save us.
bird. Be like a bird.
I'm gonna save us.
Just want to let you know we are out of barf bags in
Oh,
the back.
Joe.
Like, it's not
Oh,
looking
no,
great.
Joe.
This is not good.
How did this take a turn?
Mike, you got to level this plane out right now. You got to use your might and level
I need this
shit
thing to
out.
fucking level.
He's trying to stick you. You know for sure that you unplugged.
It's a ghost. The ghost.
Are
is
there
taking
any
a-
pilots in the chat right now that can tell us what we're doing wrong?
Nothing's moving. Oh. Hey.
Chill. Pull back up. Okay. I need you to stabilize this way. We're good.
Okay.
We're good. We're fine. We're cruising. You're bouncing that tail a lot, though.
I think I did it. I think we're fine.
All right, cool. Crisis averted.
People could have died, but we didn't. Nobody died.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, he said you got to. People in the chat are saying 30,000 feet is too high.
Okay. So we gotta be about like 12 to 15 is probably our answer right there.
That doesn't sound right. 30,000 feet.
Well, we thought we were good.
So the altitude is people are saying, see this altitude that says 10,000 feet in blue? That says there? Maybe we don't want to go beyond that.
Oh, you think so? I thought that said 100,000, to be honest with you.
No. So maybe we just go beyond that. That's what people were saying. That's what someone said. Your autopilot is trying to level you to 10,000. That's what the autopilot is. So maybe the autopilot's on. You've been fighting that thing the whole time.
I've fought that thing.
God, I just Googled it. It says common cruising altitude for most commercial airlines is 33,000 to 42,000.
Okay, well then.
There you go.
So, you know
Video game's broken. Let's take a look. Co-pilot Scarpino, what's my number right there?
McBrien says 33 to 42 is normal. Let's see. 747 could definitely go higher than 20,000 feet. Maybe you just turn the... Yeah, I mean, Forever Ender really does ask the question, what's the hard deck? And the hard deck is...
What is the hard deck? The hard deck is clearly about 6K, because I pulled up from that. What's that right there?
You're a 10. You're fine.
No, what's our... Where are we cruising over there, Scarpino, out to the east side?
We're cruising at... wait, go back.
What's that location?
That's Maricopa Airport.
Maricopa Airport.
If you guys look to your right, you'll see Maricopa Airport. If you look to your left, you'll see all the vomit on the windows. Friendly Mike.
All right, from some light Googling, it does look like when flying to SFO from LAX or vice versa, the normal altitude is 3.96 miles, which is roughly 12,000. Or 12.
A 787 should be able to go beyond that. Maybe they just don't want you going beyond it for this, though.
Let me, I'm going to pass my controls.
20,000 feet, so.
Coming in, check in. Flight control, Kevin. This is flight 201 from LAX down to San Francisco. Mike and Nick on board. Flight control, you there?
Ground control here.
Ground control. This is Captain Mike. I'm going to hand over the controls to one Nick Scarpino. Captain Scarpino will take over for me for the next 10 minutes.
Perfect. Sounds great.
Flight control, question for you. We were over the...
Yep,
the Taft Heights. Taft Heights. Can you tell us what's our ETA to San Francisco, flight control?
I'm going to guess 45 minutes left, roughly.
I mean, we took a little bit of a turn.
Yeah, you saved some time by going real high.
You know, your ass is climbing.
You lost a lot of it by just dipping up and down and making everyone vomit.
Thank you, flight control. I did save everyone's life. I didn't want that to be at the time.
You also put it in danger, but we're learning how to use our instruments. That's good.
We're learning.
That is good.
Oh, you're gonna go? Yeah.
I mean, we do actually need flight controls on this.
I think you go back. Not this one. You go to the other one.
Which one? Options?
I would go control options.
Cockpit camera. Oh, this is tough. Fixed camera. Nope. Well, this is tougher than I thought it was going to be.
It's not an easy game.
Yeah, but Nick is the fastest man alive.
Fucking fast man alive, Kevin. Don't you ever think I'm not?
I never said you weren't.
Don't you ever fucking think I'm not, bro?
Okay.
Wow, this is tough. Let's maybe I could just do this. Not default. Right. G-pad fighter jet, G-pad gliders, G-pad helicopters. I don't know what this means. We're just gonna go back to the default.
I would go to default.
Yep.
Yeah. You're just looking to get this on.
The camera. I just need the camera to be like.
I would put the cockpit camera then. Click on that. Let's see. Nope.
Did you change any of these?
No.
Ah, then it's probably just the way it's supposed to be. I'll just figure it out.
All right, he'll just figure it out.
Chat, remember, if you want to see more of this, now's the time to fill up the bar. We're currently at a quarter, which, did that come in through the... Are we going an extra 15 minutes, or...?
Yeah, where's it right now? You at half?
No, a quarter.
We're at a quarter right there?
And I
Yes,
believe yesterday when we finished, it was the end. Of,
Extra 15 minutes is right, yep. Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you guys for the support on that. Absolute madness that we got going on.
How do I power down my engines?
Echo with the,
Press B. So like if you press B on the controller, you'll see it go down, and if you press A, it will go up.
Okay.
So like hold.
So I'm just throttling. We're at full fucking throttle.
we should have.
Is that not where you want to be?
Full throttle?
Yeah.
I don't know. I really don't know anything about pilot. Also, we probably... Oh, I put the landing gear down.
Your landing gear's down.
How did I put the landing gear back up?
Hold B.
You sound muted and muffled. That is very.
Oh God, I'm listening. I'm listening.
There you go. Keep it flat. Keep it flat.
I want to get back in the fucking cockpit of this thing.
Press select.
Why would I sound muted? I can see the levels. I do look muted. +1.
I need my ailerons.
It's still
Are the pedals hooked up?
No, but you want to? You want to try it? Shit will fuck you up. Here.
The pedals will fuck
I
me
don't
up?
know that we should do this mid-air. Why don't we start a new flight?
We're almost there, baby.
We're almost there.
Because I want to fucking...
Let's keep flying. Let's keep flying. See what happens.
Mike, are you scared? Because I'm a little scared.
Oh, fuck. Watch out.
The goal is simple. You know what I mean? Like let's just enjoy the flight. Let's just see what happens. Is right. I can't.
Let me turn down my
Nope.
noise.
That throttles down the thing.
What is throttling down? There you go. Press those buttons. Is right. Maybe soft B to put away your feet. There you go.
Yeah,
that's
that's
it going.
deep bad on the left.
Oh,
Does
nice.
that do anything?
I want...
Does that do
Oh, what is this, dude?
Now Bobby LeBlanc says we're not that close, Mike, and I would argue we are. You know, we started at 217, 250, so we are moving nautically. You know,
Nautically.
nautically we are moving. Next, touching all the engines, touching all the buttons.
He's got it. That's the only way you learn. I read that online somewhere.
There we go. There are my ailerons. My pitch and yaw.
But you only have 50% fuel left. We took off with 57.
Yeah.
Just so everybody knows.
Yeah, they don't fill these fucking
Yeah.
massive tanks. You know, it's
Because
not
guess
fuel
what?
efficient.
Exactly.
You put more fuel in it, and it weighs more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Harder to fly.
Exactly.
If it weighs
Oh,
more,
shit.
it's like me at night.
I don't know what that means.
Harder to get up.
Can't get up.
Can't get
down.
up. What's your late night snacks
Thanks
right
for
now?
subbing,
What's your late
you
night go-to?
Turkey.
Turkey.
I had some almonds yesterday, some chocolate-covered almonds yesterday. That was pretty good.
That
I
sounds
was watching The Suits, and
Oh.
Suits was heating the fuck up, bro.
Suits is heating the fuck up.
It's heating up, bro.
What episode are you on? What season?
Season 5. I think I just started season 5.
It's heating up.
I like to wag my tail a little bit for you, Mike. my
Wag
tail a
that,
little
wag
bit.
that. Shake the tail,
Say
feathers.
things like that.
Thank you to Send Nuggies for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you, Send Nuggies, and thank you to Bear King for the super chat. Hey, kind of funny best friends, don't forget, we'll continue to keep this stream going. We'll have some more fun. Maybe Nick will take it up to maximum overdrive if we keep this stream going. But right now, we're just on a flight here to San Francisco, LAX to San
I'm just
Francisco.
going 100% engines in, full throttle.
That's what I thought. That's what I was doing, right? I mean, keep your
You're also
airspeed.
climbing.
Well, I thought I was supposed to be at 30 feet, 30,000. You were also climbing too.
I know, I don't like it. The autopilot wants us to be at like
12 to 15 is our goal, I thought.
Is it not the blue?
the blue is 10. Oh, it's shaking. Something's shaking.
Yeah.
Something's shaking.
I think you're. Why are you pushing it 5,000 over the auto?
I'm not. I lost my engines. Oh God, I lost
That's
my
all right.
engines.
Hold A, hold A, hold A.
Oh,
We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're just fine. We're just fine. This is what.
poor people in
This is what you're supposed to be feeling.
Is it? It's shaking a lot.
I read that somewhere.
I'm going too fast.
I
I'm
mean,
going too fast.
Okay, too fast. Too fast. Kick it down a little bit. Kick it down a little bit.
It's Paramount Farming right there. We're just gonna drop some airspeed right now.
Blackwell Land Company. Wonder where that is.
Do I sound better now, chat? Doesn't look like it. Why are my levels so low?
We're good.
Airspeed can't get above 300. Starts getting fucking nuts.
13.
Starts getting a little nuts. We're
Okay.
going back down to 250.
We're not going down to 13,000 right now. Chat, we're looking good.
It's better. That's
Yeah,
better.
yeah. Michael M. writes in and says, ironically, the on-flight entertainment is Whiplash.
Great movie. Great fucking film.
For our flight attendant crews, Captain Mike is going to stand up, go use the restroom, and put in our in-flight food orders for today's flight. So I will return in just mere moments.
Captain Mike has to take a kiki, everyone. A co-pilot Nick taking over right now. Gilbert G12 says, Nick, what did you think of the Wonka trailer? Have not watched it yet. Been a little out of the loop with it so far, so good.
Who was it?
Why does this fucking plane keep listening that way?
Roger was watching it earlier today, and let me tell you, it looks very interesting.
Who's is this the Timothée Chalamet?
Yeah,
thing?
Timothée.
Oh, Timothée.
Timothée.
Chalamet. It's Amazon Prime Day today as well. You gonna buy anything?
I was gonna buy The Blackening, but you already own it, so
you can just use mine. You can use mine.
Yours, bro.
Easy, perfect.
What are we thinking? Are we thinking nugs on this flight today, boys? I mean, we're on the flight. I need to know.
You mean for lunch?
Yeah.
I already have lunch, but you guys can order whatever you want.
Well, yeah, but we're on a flight.
Oh, we're on a flight.
You don't have a. I mean, maybe at the
Oh,
ground
you mean
have
because it was
lunch,
all here?
But like we're in the air. You know what I mean?
It's pita.
What would you like for your in-flight meal?
I want this fucking plane to just turn. Am I getting pushed? Is that why? What's happening here? Whatever. I'm down for whatever.
Is nugs okay for flight command?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Are you doing Mickey D's or Wendy's?
Wendy's. Spicy?
Yeah.
Sure.
You're like half in.
Whatever.
You get it. You
Whatever
get
you
half of mine. Okay. Yeah.
He's half in, Mike.
Pita.
I mean, our pilot here, co-pilot Nick, is waiting to get his food.
Probably Nick's got to take a kiki.
Do you
On the
use
ground. Is
restroom?
a real thing? Because
No.
You can go
I'm
use
fine.
the restroom.
Fine.
Use the first.
How far am I away from this destination? I don't think
we're
we're
166. We're moving really fast.
Yeah, about halfway.
We're about halfway. A lot of people were like, "Oh, you're not moving." We've definitely moving.
I mean,
we're
this
definitely
is
moving.
real time, right? Like.
Yeah, exactly. It's real time.
It should take.
About 37 minutes. Yeah.
45 minutes.
God, this is such a dad game. My dad would love this.
This game rocks. Look at this. Microsoft Flight Sim official right here is coming in. This could be the real Microsoft Flight Sim team right now.
Are we flying a plane?
Right, and it says the Boeing 787 you're flying was recently updated in our last major patch. We added dozens of features and improvements and bug fixes to make it close to the real 787 as we could. Well, shout out to the real Microsoft Flight Sim team. Congratulations on a great showing this summer. Cannot wait for the new one. Yes, this is the Flight Sim team. Hey, what up? Well, we're happy you're here. We're on the we're in the friendly skies.
I'm going too fast again.
Nick is going a little too fast. Kind of funny best friends. Make sure to say hello to the Microsoft Flight Sim team. Tell them shout out for the great game, and we're looking forward to even more very soon with Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. And I'm excited, you and I, Nick, because I have a meal coming on board for us. It's getting heated up right now.
Yeah, here's my question.
Tell me.
Can we get that nice kind of stale coffee they give you?
Oh, yes.
You know,
yes,
when
yes.
they pour it out of the thing that you know hasn't been cleaned in 30 years. And you pour it, and they go, what would you like to drink today, sir?
Mm-hmm.
And I go, I'd love a cup of coffee. And they go, they give you that, like, oh, don't do that to
You
yourself.
don't want that.
They go, don't do that to yourself. And I go, give it to me. I need the bacteria. I need the bacteria. There's two types of people. There are people that constantly sanitize their hands, and then there's me. I'm like, let me lick the underside of the seat.
Yeah.
I want it. I want all the bacteria.
like
Give me
that.
all the germs. Give me all the bacteria. I want to be fortified when I land in my location.
Can we talk? You know, here I was
can talk.
on a recent flight, and I usually fall asleep. I've now come to the realization that I am a flight sleeper.
That's good.
There is no bring out the iPad. There is no bring out the Nintendo Switch. We're going to get up in the air, and I'm going to fall asleep right away.
Good for you.
But I'm having a small problem.
Yeah, what's your problem?
I think I might be a neck pillow guy. I might have to get a neck pillow.
Get a neck pillow.
Because, like, you know how you can grab the sides of the
Yeah,
seats
and
you can put them and wrap them around your head? Well, it's just not enough for me. So should I be getting a neck pillow?
I've never had a lot of success with neck pillows before.
Okay.
So if you want to be a neck pillow guy, if you find a good one, you could. But just here's the thing about neck pillows.
Lay it on me.
It's like drugs,
Yeah.
right? You start with a little marijuana, just a little. Get me through the night.
A gateway pillow.
You go, I'm just take a little puff of this so I can take a little nap.
Okay,
right?
okay,
Take a little nap.
okay.
And then a year later, you're full blown heroin.
I got blankets.
That's the thing with the neck pillows. What is this thing telling me? Cursor mode and 12-by panel.
Click it in.
Oh, PETA.
And that brings on your cursor mode right there.
What does that do?
Give you different options that you can click on and see if you'd like.
I don't want those.
There you go.
Get that thing out of my face.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah, you got to be careful because eventually you're going to be one of those neck pillow guys that's like got the full-fledged bodysuit thing that he just can sleep on like this.
Oh, I like that.
That's
Have
great.
you seen the ones where you put your arms through and you put your face into?
That's what I'm talking about.
I need that.
You need
I need
that,
that.
Mike. You
Now,
need that.
Microsoft Flight Sim asked me, Mike, are you a window or aisle guy? I'm an aisle guy, so there is no putting my head next to the window, you know. But I do like to put a leg out occasionally, get it run over by the cart.
You like to get banged by the cart?
Yeah, I love getting banged by. I mean, like, I got an elbow, I'm getting banged by. I got my shoulder, I'm getting banged on. You know what I mean? I like it, Kevin, because I'm all about the leg room. I'm not about resting on something.
He's all
I'm more
about
like,
leg room.
I need to stretch my legs. You know what I mean? And I also like to stand up if I got to go pee. I don't like telling everybody, hey, you got to move. I like the freedom of, like, I can get up at any moment.
I could go either way. If it's a longer flight, I like to lean against the window, but I do pee a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So I do like I get less claustrophobic when I'm sitting in the aisle.
Yeah.
And I like to be able to get up and move about the cabin.
Yeah.
I also don't mind being the guy that's like, people go, I got to go to the bathroom. I'm like, yeah, absolutely. Let me get up for you. That's fine for me.
Yeah.
I don't mind it.
Chat, let me know in the chat right now, are you a window or aisle person? And also, where do we fall on people standing up and walking up and down the aisle? Now, I don't want to give any. I want to give.
I don't like it.
I want to
Melanie
give
needs to stop
kudos,
it.
but I also want to just an eye. There was a lovely lady with a baby, and they had a fantastic baby. So shout out to them. They get major kudos. But I noticed the lady stand up, took the baby, walked all the way up and down the plane twice. I'm not mad at it, but I'm just like, where do we stand on standing up walking?
Here's the thing. If it's a long flight, you got to get up, you got to walk. It's actually healthy for you to get that circulation going. You get up, you stretch a little bit, you walk about the cabin. That's fully acceptable. If you're on a 45-minute flight, you're walking up and down the alley, I'm taking you down.
I gotta take you down. Gotta take you down.
You walk up one time, I go, that's suspicious.
That's
you walk up twice, I'm like, Daddy's using his jiu-jitsu on you. Close quarter combat, I'm taking you to the ground. Get out the camera. This could go one of two ways. Either Nick was right, or Nick's going to jail.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
I like that.
But I'll be the hero that people want. You see what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes.
But if you got a kid, and you got to do whatever it takes to get that kid to not cry in my ear, you can walk on the outside of the fucking plane for all I give a shit.
You do it. Everybody clap for the baby.
Throw that kid back and forth like a football for all I care. It's not going to bother me at all.
They did a great job. And I also want to give a big shout out to Joey Noel. We have now learned in all of my travels that Mike and Joey are great travel partners. Okay? Joey has the fast pass. She goes through the security. I wave to her. She just meets me at the gate. No questions asked, right? We have a game plan, right? We get on the plane. We high five. We fall asleep. No problems at all. We get off the plane, moving. Joey keeps hold of my ticket just in case I don't have my ticket. You know what I mean? As backup.
You know they don't even. You don't really even need your ticket. Well, you need your ticket to get on the board, but to get through security, they just check your ID now.
No, he's still scanning your ticket at most
places.
Did he do it? Yeah, he's still doing the ticket.
SFO, they go if you check in and if you've got all your stuff in the system, they just go, let me see your ID.
Yeah, he's still asking. But Joey's a perfect flight partner. If do you have a good flight partner in your life?
My wife.
Yeah, of course.
I love her. She's my best friend, and she's my flight buddy. She's my travel buddy.
How does that feel to have somebody in your life?
It's pretty great. I highly recommend it for everyone involved. It's fun. I did have to leave the house occasionally to find her, though. So that was pretty fun.
Is that what you had to do?
Yeah, I had to be social a little bit.
Oh, man, I'll tell you what.
It's rough, man. I'll tell you what.
I got a great morning co-pilot, which is Roger. Every morning I pick up Roger.
Yeah. You guys still crushing it? I want to get in the gym with you guys.
Can you come with us? Are you willing to try that?
Can we start at 9?
And then roll into here?
Yeah.
What about showers? What are we doing?
Showers.
We just got to
Are you getting that fucking gross? How sweaty
I'm doing an hour of Stairmaster. Not super sweaty.
How sweaty is the gooch?
Okay, let's go on a
Chunky Redbeard 916. Thank you for that prime sub.
0 to 10 level of sweat. 0 to 10 level of sweat on the hour of Stairmaster. I'm going to put myself at about a 6. Not super sweaty, but like sweaty.
Are you a stinky guy normally?
No, I don't feel like I'm super stinky. You know what I mean? Okay. But we could try it.
It's good to shower beforehand, but I need to start lifting again. I'm losing all my muscle mass. I'm just not doing dick.
Yeah, I'd like that a lot. Yeah, so I want to give a big shout out to Joey Noel for being a great travel buddy. Me and Joey have now done 2 trips together, and it's gone flawlessly every single time.
Happy about that.
Yeah,
I'm happy that you.
Two friends having fun.
it's great that you're being very responsible and taking it seriously and showing up and showing up to go up. It's good. I'm proud of you for that. I'm proud of you for that.
Now I'll tell you who's not a good flight buddy.
Andy
Cortez, because he never wants to fly and have fun with me. You know what I mean?
Andy's like, you're like, Andy, do you want to do something today? He's like, I don't know. I streamed Elden Ring for 84 days last night.
I'm like, Andy, sit next to me. Let me control your television so I can watch your TV while also watching my TV because you're not going to watch your TV.
What we could do is, what you do is you can lean over and you sync your movie with his. So that if he wants to watch the movie with you, he has no choice. It's going to be there.
That's a great idea, Nick. That's a great idea.
That's what Dee and I do. So instead of listening to watching the same one with the headphone splitter, because they're never good, those headphone splitters.
Yeah.
I go one, she goes start it, and I cue it up, I go, and I start it right at the right time.
You're the perfect travel
I'm
buddy.
really good about that.
You have that
be great
on
travel buddies.
You have that on the seat TVs? And then what's going on in the hands?
Nothing.
Does she have like a Kindle going on?
She can read
do you have
Kindle
a
sometimes.
Switch? Like what's that look like?
She'll do the Kindle sometimes. I never do the Switch. I just
okay.
I never really got into gaming on the things, but I like to read a book occasionally. I like to just physical big old book.
Just really?
Sit there, yeah.
Okay.
I don't love having anything really in front of me because I'd like to have my Diet Coke right in front of me the entire time. I like to jiggle the ice a little bit, ring the ice a little bit.
Yeah.
That's always fun if I'm going down shit.
Keep it high for us. Keep it high. You know what I miss?
What do you miss?
The Xbox official magazine. I miss going into the newsstands at airports and seeing cool gamer-related magazines. They don't have those anymore, and I always get sad because I want that in my life.
I just miss seeing magazines. I love magazines.
They still got a ton of magazines.
Do they still have a ton of magazines?
Yeah, they still got. Remember at airports when they used to sell the nudie magazines? That was kind of awkward.
Yeah, that was always
that?
weird. Dudes.
Who's buying
Sales
that?
guys,
You know what I mean?
I'm
Don't
on a
be doing
business
that.
trip. My wife's not here. I'm gonna whack it to the newest Playboy.
I'll tell you what. I once watched Project X on a plane.
How was that? The moment they party?
Titties went out, and I was like, turn that off immediately. You can't do that on a plane.
I watched Basic Instinct 2 on a plane, and I was
Can't
like,
do
this
that.
is very awkward. Why would they allow me to do this?
Exactly.
And now they do. They give you the messages, hey, you're on a plane. Just be aware of who's around you. Because you're going to watch some titties. And I'm like, that's a bad idea. You shouldn't be showing these movies on there.
Yeah.
You know what I do? Immediately queue up Wolf of Wall Street just to test the fence.
Oh, no.
Now they blur it all out in that, though. They blur it all
okay.
out. Yeah, Margot Robbie has that. And anytime there's any nudity anywhere, they blur it out.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Honestly, that's how it should be. They used to do a plane edit back in the day. You remember that?
Okay.
I don't know if they still do it anymore. My buddy was an editor for Sony. He used to be in charge of the plane edit. So you got to edit any private parts out, and then any swear words. They go, "What the fudge?"
That's smart. I love that.
What the fudge is happening?
You know what I do miss? I miss the planes when they used to have the overhead TVs, and you would be like, you'd be at that one awkward one where you're 3 away, so you're the furthest away, but then there'd be one above you that you couldn't see quite right.
I hated those.
Do you remember those
I hated
TVs?
those TVs. So every once in a while, I'll be on a plane that still has the screen itself.
Yes.
And it's horrible. But I do like it for one reason. I like that they make the decision for me. And I'm like, if we're just watching Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory for 4 days straight, that's fine. I'm okay with that.
Do you think I'll ever be on a plane where I get in the big one? Like when you go across the ocean, across the pond,
You mean a first
as the
class?
kids say? Is that what they all look like? What? How do I sit in the cool seat that like becomes a bed?
That's first class.
That's first class.
You got to spend about 6 G's.
So
on
they're
that,
normal
probably.
seats for the long flights as well.
There's
normal seats?
There's usually 4 different classes of seats.
Okay.
Right. There's economy, which is where I fly because I don't believe at this point in my life in spending a ton of money on air travel.
Okay.
If I'm only going to like New York, cram me in the back. I don't give a fuck. I'd rather take that money that I'm spending and either save it or spend it on a fun time in New York.
Yes.
Maybe a nicer hotel room where you are going to spend some time where you can relax, or dinners, or maybe I take that money, go see a Broadway show. If I'm going to London, and you're saying Arrow 56 says you're spending 6 to 10 somewhere if you're going to go to London per ticket.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
That's $20,000 just on airfare. That's not worth it. If I could afford it, I absolutely would, because it would be lovely to take a red-eye flight and then sleep on the plane and then get off and be like, oh, I've slept a full night. I have a full day there. Because that's the problem with international travel, is that you're always jet lagged for the first 2 or 3 days. So if you're only going for 8 days, half your trip almost is douched.
Yes.
But I'm always so fucking jealous when I see those jabronis. When I see those jabronis that are like,
sitting there.
we're sitting in the first class. I'm like, that's to London. They get to lay back in the pods.
Yeah.
No one can touch them. It's so cool.
Sorry to interrupt you. Are you feeling a little hot?
I'm okay, but you
Okay.
can kick on the AC.
I'm feeling a little hot. That's all.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I'm
What do
just feeling a little hot.
I don't know what the code word is here
Let's
for when
just
someone's
keep
going to
it
happen.
flying. Keep it flying. I'm just letting you know, Nick, that
I don't know
like,
what I'm supposed to do here.
I'm feeling a little hot in the cockpit, but I think I'm going to be okay. I think the lunch will come and I'll feel better.
Okay. Are you feeling okay? Do you want me to check it? You want to sit down for a second?
Yeah.
Wanna check your vitals?
It's okay.
Want to check your vitals?
Don't worry about it. We'll get that bad coffee. It's a little hot in the cockpit right now, but I'm thinking I'm okay.
I feel that.
Let's check in. We don't have flight control, but let's just check in with ground level. Flight control. This is flight 202 from LA to San Francisco. Captain Mike and Captain Scarpino checking in. We'll get no comms. No comms.
I don't think anyone's with us today. I think we're just flying today.
No comms.
I don't know what you have
from flight
planned,
control.
but I think everyone has, besides me has dropped the ball
No
on you.
comms from flight control, which is a little difficult, but I just wanted to let them know. Put it on the
Now's the
flight
time. Now's the
itinerary.
time, Roger.
Captain Mike was just feeling a little hot. Not quite time, but just
Folks,
feeling a
we're
little
calling
hot.
down
That's
to
all.
ground control. Just let you know. Maybe have an EMT ready. Captain Mike.
It's a little hot.
Captain Mike's heart is beating pretty fast as I wag my tail. It's potentially because we almost crashed the plane 4 times. He might have had a mild cardio infarction. A little bit there, a little bit there.
Yeah.
No, Mike, I'll tell you what though.
Tell me.
On some international flights,
Yeah.
they got economy plus, and then economy like. There was one that I saw that's like economy business.
Yeah.
Where the seats are like a third wider.
Yeah.
And they recline back like
I like
this.
that.
I tried to get that for my last flight to London, but it was like, it added just a little too much money to it. Actually, it added a lot too much money to it. I was like, I don't feel like shelling out another $2,000 for this. But man, I would love to. That's my goal in life, is to be able to afford first class travel anywhere I want to go.
Oh.
That'd be just so dope. I don't need a private jet. I don't need to Kardashian it. I don't need to be the
First
Rock
class
in
is
it.
fine.
Just let me hang out in first class. Let me board the plane first.
Yeah.
Let me be treated like a human being, not like a piece of cattle or a piece of meat when they shove you back there. You can, sir, can you put the bag? I'll put the bag where it needs to go. It's an 8-hour flight. I'm not having no leg room in this.
Yeah.
Leave me alone,
Yeah.
flight attendant.
Let's talk about bags, because that's the big moment here. You get an overhead storage with one bag, and then underneath is where you want the leg room. But if you pack too much, then you shove a bag in there. You don't get the leg room that you want.
Here's what I do.
Let's talk about it.
If I'm going to LAX,
Yeah.
right, I'm taking my carry-on on. I'm going to put the backpack probably underneath the thing, unless I feel like I gauge, hey, I don't think there's that many people on this more people on the flight that need the overhead space. I'll shove my backpack in next to it
Great call.
and just let people pile shit on top of it. I don't give a fuck. For a flight to London, I'm bringing my backpack on board. That's my carry-on.
Yeah.
And I'm checking my bag, and you better believe that goddamn backpack's going above me.
Hell yeah.
It's going
Lot
right
of leg
above
room.
me too. I want leg room for days. Now I know what you're thinking, Mike. Nick, don't you have short legs? No, I have the same size legs as Tim.
Yeah.
I have a tall man's legs.
Tall man's leg.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like
I
that.
don't think I'm getting any closer to this.
I think you're doing great.
If I'm being 100% honest.
Co-pilot Nick, I think you're doing a great job.
It used to say 106. It says 89 now.
See? No. 106, 106 feet
No.
above sea level.
Yeah. How far? This thing is 89 miles away.
Nautical miles. We started at 217.
I'm pretty close.
Yeah, we're doing really great. We're doing great. Yeah, I'll tell you what, Nick. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I need some coffee.
You not feeling it?
Maybe that in-flight service needs to hustle up. It's
Sure.
just getting a little hot in this cockpit. That's
Okay.
all.
It's getting a little hot, everyone. Mike, I worry about you sometimes. I worry about your health.
Yeah, I mean, thank you. I appreciate you worrying about me, and of course, me in this captain's role. It's very important.
I get it, man. I totally get it. I'm like, I got an approach vector to this thing that's badass. What if
Yeah.
I tried landing on that road right below us?
I mean, I wouldn't appreciate that. We've gotten too close. We're too close.
I'm not even close to this. Dude.
We're 102 miles is what Arrow 52 says in the back. Do you miss the days? Do they still do the thing where they let the little kids come up and check out the front of the plane? All that
You're
fun?
not allowed. No one's
No
that
more?
door doesn't open
That's
unless
open?
the pilot has to come out and take a raging shit, and then he locks it behind him. Because they thought they figured they're like, hey, kids spill shit, and if a
smart.
kid spills something,
Oh, yeah.
and then I gotta take that kid down with my jujitsu.
Yeah. That kid down with my jujitsu is right.
Man, there was a while where people were talking about like all adult flights, like no kids allowed. I was like, that'd be fucking incredible.
Great idea.
Oh, Mike, you're
I'm
peaking.
sweating a little bit.
Mike, you're peaking. You're very peaked.
I feel like the food is coming, though. The food is coming. I feel like we're going to get some
Think the food's going to get you back in? Okay.
We're all right. We're 100 miles away. I think we're going to be okay.
Guy V says, Nick, flip it around like Denzel did in Flight.
Did he do that?
Oh, yeah, that movie's awesome.
I never saw that one.
That movie's awesome.
That's good right there.
Mr. Hoax 182 says, I looked up a Delta flight from Salt Lake City to London in first class for shits and giggles. $14,000 for 2 people. That's not crazy. I mean, it's nuts. But that's not wild. Yeah. But I want to say if I ever do that, that needs to be like a massively special occasion. It's just a waste of money. It's a waste of money. It's a waste of $14,000.
Yeah.
You can go on a full vacation, a baller-ass vacation for $14,000. Give me a break. Boda J13, Mike. I've never said this before in my life, but you're not looking red. You're looking pretty peaked, my friend.
I'll tell you what.
Bojan, J13,
okay.
thank you for that prime sub. MF over on YouTube gave us a super chat of $5. Says, Nick doesn't want to pay $30 a month for a phone, but he probably spends that much daily for coffee. I spend $4.95 a day on coffee.
Yeah.
3 or 4 times a day. People, I've seen a couple comments here. People say, Nick, you spend too much money on coffee. The answer is yes, I do. I mean, $4.95 for a fucking cup of coffee is absurd. Anyone that goes to Starbucks, you're wasting money on coffee. It's a fucking waste. Here's what I will say, though. I have formed very valuable relationships with my Starbucks employees now, where because I tip them well, because I'm good to them and they're good to me, whenever I bring a cup of coffee, if I bring the venti in, 9 out of 10 times, they just give me the refill for 50 cents. So I'm actually getting 2 cups of coffee for $5.35.
Yeah.
Or 45 cents, which is $2 and some odd cents a cup of coffee. I can't do the math on that right now. So for all of you out there that think, hey, Nick doesn't have his life figured out, I'm still overspending on coffee.
Yeah. I did notice I was in Austin, Texas.
Yeah.
My normal Starbucks order about $6. You know, for the large iced chai.
The iced chai.
Guy tried to charge me $9.50.
$9.50?
Yeah, criminal. What happened there?
You just paid it, didn't you?
Well, of course it did. I wanted that chai.
I fucking knew you just paid it. He mischarged you. He mischarged you for that, Mike.
I think he did.
He charged you for 2.
I think he did.
Because Starbucks in the airport is the same as Starbucks everywhere else. Maybe like it's 20 cents more.
Our in-flight service is here.
Oh, PETA.
Maybe our
Jay
team.
Play it. Thank you for subscribing.
Our in-flight service is here.
73 months.
Oh, I'll go grab it. Man, it's gonna hit the spot. Some bad coffee. Are you a coffee guy on the plane? You like coffee? Like
love
you brought
coffee.
up? You drink coffee on the plane?
Black coffee.
What do I get? I usually get
I like to pretend like I'm a fucking businessman on business. And businessman drink black coffee.
Yeah.
Coffee black.
Do you dress in business attire?
No, I dress exactly how I dress now, pretty much everywhere across the board.
Here comes our flight attendant Kevin Coelho.
Hello.
With the in-flight snacks right now.
Beautiful.
In-flight
Can I get you
snacks.
guys anything else? Or?
I would love just a hot towel.
Okay.
I'm
I'm
joking,
gonna
I'm
just
joking.
use my hot hand.
Yeah, there we go. Flight attendant Coelho, could you please get on the phone with ground control? Could you get ground control on the phone for us? Could you get ground control on the phone for us? Ground control, this is flight 202 from LA to San Francisco. Captain Mike and Nick Scarpino tuning in, coming in.
Excellent.
Oh, PETA.
Oh, Peter.
Mike, what you got there? Coke?
I got a little Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola Classic.
A little something to touch.
Coca-Cola Classic.
Mike,
I'm bummed I didn't go to RTX.
I'm so bummed. Flight control, this is flight 202 from LA to San Francisco. Captain Mike and Scarpino coming in.
Hey boys, what's going on? I'm gonna help you over here.
Flight command, we are currently 60 nautical miles out from lovely San Francisco on our afternoon flight
That's like
today.
10 minutes away.
This is Captain Mike, just checking in to put on the flight log right now. Feeling a little hot inside of the cockpit.
Captain Mike feeling a little hot.
Losing
I can't tell if this is a joke
slight
or...
vision here in the cockpit.
Oh, no.
We don't know.
I have handed the sticks over to co-pilot Scarpino.
Oh, no.
But I just want it to be logged here right now as we make our final, close in on this.
Okay.
Flight deck, we're at the hard deck. Flight control, this is Captain Scarpino. I would like for everyone to refer to me as the fastest man alive, Captain Scarpino. Thank you very much.
Captain Scarpino.
Okay,
Did you just put your drinks over there? Oh,
Just stay for a second.
Okay.
That's great. Captain Scarpino. We are currently 55 nautical miles out.
Ballers Only asks for a $2 super chat. Have y'all watched any Critical Role stuff? I've never actually watched their stuff, but they're really fun to do content with.
Yeah.
So if they ever want to come back and do content with us, I would love to have them in the office. They were awesome. He's breathing heavy. He's breathing heavy. I think we have to do the bit. Folks, I think he's gonna. Oh no, he's passing out. Oh, he's passing out.
Co-pilot Nick, I think I'm feeling something inside my heart right now.
Oh no!
I'm losing vision.
This is co-pilot Nick. He's lost his vision.
I can't hold my arm up anymore.
He's moving his body. He's moving his body. He's having it. Oh, his leg hurts. His leg hurts. I don't know what to do.
Oh my God, my leg cramped.
Is anyone a doctor in the office?
Oh my God, my leg cramped. It really cramped though. I'm going down. I think I'm having a heart attack, Nick.
Oh, ladies.
I think I'm having a heart attack.
Folks, we have a minor healthcare issue right now. Is there anyone on board that is a medical professional that could come help Mike?
I just want to say that this is a bit.
I mean, he's making his way over toward his Coke.
I think I've died. I died of a heart attack. Who will land the plane?
Somebody's got to land this plane.
No, I think Nick, you have to give him CPR for the rest of the flight.
Mike, open your mouth. I'm gonna put my mouth on your mouth.
Not that, like the chest
I want you to hear my hot breath.
Chest compressions.
I need you to feel my hot breath.
We're gonna need 2 pilots to come in and save the day.
Oh no, who could they be? Thankfully, we were carrying 2 pilots, ladies and gentlemen, on this flight.
I heard the pilot died.
The pilot is having a cardiac arrest. I have to hand the controller over to you right now so you can land this plane right now.
Nick is gonna
and I have to go. I have to go.
Compressions right now.
Chest compressions.
Oh no!
So he's gonna be doing that the whole time.
Roger? Is it up to me to land this plane?
I think it is.
Do I have to?
I think we have to land this plane.
I've been waiting 3 weeks for this moment.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go.
Okay.
Now, oh man, how do you fly a plane?
Well, you got to figure this out. I mean,
God.
Are we going to use the flight stick or?
Oh, we have a flight stick?
We have a flight stick right in front of you.
All right, I guess we're going to use the flight stick. Damn. I think I need somebody on the call to like guide me through this.
Oh,
also,
well, you got nobody.
They're
all gone.
Let me change up.
Oh my gosh.
Let me get in the mode. All right, now what do these buttons do?
Well, there's also feet pedals right here.
We got pedals? When did we get all this stuff?
Oh, we've had it for a while.
Oh God! All right.
Oh no.
Okay, let me put my. You know, taking off the glasses was a bad idea.
Yeah, I can imagine.
All right, we got 2 pedals. We got a lever here. What does this do? Now, my question is, are these connected?
Well, oh yeah, they should be.
Because
I mean, okay.
I'm wiggling the joystick. Nothing's happening.
Oh, okay.
You know,
plug it in. They're not plugged in. Where?
This is flight control. Is flight control available?
Yes. Well, we're here. Our pilot passed out. It looked like.
Or maybe died. We don't know. It's unclear.
Yeah, I think they might have died of a heart attack. But I think the co-pilot is trying to resuscitate.
Oh my gosh, this is awful news. This is flight control SFO. Who do I have here on the sticks right now? Who's the new pilot?
The new pilot, his name is Blessing Adeoye Jr. along with Roger Corney. We're on our way to a video game convention, but now it looks like we got to land this plane.
Oh my God, Blessing and Roger, thank you so much for filling in. That is heartbreaking to hear your pilot has passed away due to a heart attack. We got to land this plane safely. Do you two feel like you can do it?
Absolutely.
Oh, for 100%, 100%.
Absolutely.
Okay, you two. Well, Flight Command will be here. Flight Command Mike at SFO can be available for any call-ins if you need information on how to land this plane.
Thank you, SFO. Now, my first question, Roger, were you able to plug this in?
No. I guess maybe that's our first question. Oh, my God. Oh, my.
Oh, thank God. We got a flight attendant came through.
Oh, my God.
I didn't know the captain's twin apparently works as a flight attendant. That's crazy. That's crazy.
It's incredible. No, it's the peacock.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, okay, it works now.
Oh, this is the speed, so you got to go fast. Got to go fast.
You know what they don't tell you about planes is that they have a lot of buttons apparently.
All right.
Oh my God, so many buttons.
Yeah, because like, oh my Lord, they have this lever. Are you good? You just
I was trying to move it over. So yeah,
Oh,
and then this is for the rudders. So like move those left and right.
Now, did you look this up, or do you know this is off the top of your dome?
I just know it off the top of my dome.
Call into Flight Control. This is Flight Control SFO. I have the controls here if you need it. Please use the stick trim your nose up and change your view. And if you want to use your rudders, make sure to use those feet paddles in there.
Thank you. Now, I will say I'm a bit queasy. I was in the back of the plane earlier, and I'm a bit queasy because let me tell you, that pilot was doing some unorthodox things.
Yeah.
We were upside down for a while.
He saved 30 minutes, though. He saved 30 minutes of time.
Wow, that's really great. That's
great.
incredible.
That's actually pretty incredible for this flight from LA
He did
to San
die,
Francisco.
though. He did die.
Yeah, and so it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah, but that was unrelated. Like he was on his way out.
Yeah, we will have medical attention ready at SFO ground level. We need you two to land this plane safely for everyone on board.
All right.
Listen, I'm equipped for this.
I think
because I play video games, Roger.
Yeah. Have you ever used a flight stick before?
No, I've not actually used a flight stick. It's actually wild how many buttons are on this flight stick. I didn't know the Xbox had the processing power for this. Or sorry, the plane. I didn't know the plane had the processing power for all these buttons.
That's a real plane one.
All right, so flight control, SFO. What are these?
Try it. Just
what
start
do
doing
these pedals do? What do these pedals do?
The pedals. Now, do you mean the pedals by the foot pedals?
By the foot pedals, yeah.
Let me look at my notes right now. We're here in flight control. I'm just supposed to organize the flights, not actually be a pilot. Let me double check this.
Okay. Well, I was told that you would be able to help me land this thing.
Yes. I will be able to help you land this thing. Let me read through the notes. All
right, cool. Can we get a pilot on the phone? Is there a pilot?
Yeah, can we get anybody with any knowledge?
I would think that an airport would have at least a few pilots.
Or somebody with reading glasses.
My manager here at flight control will be here in a minute. He had to use the restroom. My manager will be here.
You have Captain Greg. Captain Greg is my guy. He was on my flight back from LA that one time.
Have you used the rudders down here? You can
foot pedals?
You have to kind of like move. No, instead of pressing into them, you have to kind of move, like shuffle your feet.
Oh, I see.
Don't be afraid. They go up and down.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh my goodness.
I am getting radar reports that you have figured out how to use the foot pedals.
I figured out how to use the rudders, yes.
That is great.
Wow, okay.
Oh my God.
Wow, so this is how pilots pilot planes, huh?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
This is real.
Now, can you give me the radio for the rest of the plane? I got a message. Hello, crowd sitting in the back of the plane. Listen, all right, the captain's fucking dead, but I got you guys. All right, I got you guys. Through thick and thin, you got me, Blessing out of you, Junior. I'm a podcaster. All right, that's what I do for a living, but I also play video games, and so I know how to press buttons. My co-captain right now, Roger.
Yeah.
Also never landed a plane, but we got you. All
yeah,
right?
my name is Roger, and I feel like that's really close to like a lot of
like
pilots.
Roger that.
Roger. I just feel like a lot of pilots end up going down this. People named Roger go down the pilot path.
Now, if you need any extra comfortability, you know, if you're feeling a little bit nervous about me landing this plane, feel free to hit up your local flight attendant to get some extra snacks.
Your local flight.
That's my first decree as new captain. Extra snacks for everybody. And so if you want some extra nuts, if you want some
the
M&Ms,
water fountain now has Kool-Aid. It has juice in it now.
Extra ginger ale also. I'm a big ginger ale guy when I'm on the flights. I love ginger ale on the flights. So if you want some extra ginger ale, hit up your local flight attendant. They'll be able to help you out and sit back. I would recommend seatbelts. Put on your seatbelt, just for safety.
Yeah, it's optional though.
But I would say put it on because I've never landed a plane. But we're going to
We're going to do it right now. Look at it. Look, you see it. You see that runway right there?
Is that SFO?
That is definitely the runway right there.
Oh, I know this city. Oh, this is the Bay Area.
This is SFO.
All right, so how do I know how many feet off the ground I'm at right now?
You don't need to know that.
This is flight control. It's my lunch break, and my manager still hasn't shown up, but I can't help with that. To know what your altitude is, if you look at the bottom right of your screen, you're going to see a number that says probably 16,000.
Flight control, I'm going to cut you off because I'm getting close.
Yeah, you're getting close.
I'm getting close to this airport.
You got to slow down a little bit.
So I'll want some assistance, flight control. Now, how do I slow down? Is it the left lever?
Oh, yeah, you don't want to pull that too fast, buddy.
No,
you're going to start stalling.
I want to descend. How do I descend?
You're doing it. I mean, you're doing it.
I got to descend more, or else I'm going to miss this airport. I'm descending more.
Okay.
We gotta land.
Now, you need a circle. I feel like you need a circle a little bit.
Flight control.
Hand circle.
SFO. How do I bust out these wheels?
You gotta press B on the stick on the button.
On the button? I don't have my glasses on.
Press B.
You have sunglasses on.
Because I got this required for pilots. The sun is my eyes.
I have official Microsoft Flight Sim team.
All right.
You're gonna have to circle.
I'm gonna have to circle around. Flight control.
We're gonna need a circle.
Hold me on your gate.
Oh no! Look at the.
Oh God! Oh God!
I looked
away for 1 second. And now we're going upwards. Flight control, don't worry, everything is under control. We're gonna circle around flight control. We're gonna circle around one time.
Just one time.
Ladies and gentlemen in the cabin, you probably noticed that things didn't go as planned just now. I would recommend, if you want to take your phones off of airplane mode and listen.
Give me anything.
Listen to some Spotify on the Wi-Fi, on the plane Wi-Fi. Do your thing. Anything you can do to comfort yourself right now. Because let me tell you, we might have to take a few rounds before I land this thing.
Great. That's great, Captain Bless. That's exactly what you do in this scenario. Make sure to comfort the passengers first. Use your co-pilot and take to the friendly skies.
Yeah, if you need some extra snacks, some extra ginger ale, call over your local flight attendant. They'll be able to help you out.
Yeah. Would you, as your co-pilot, would you like me to help you out at all? Would you like me to grab the stick?
You know what? No.
Maybe we split it up a little bit.
As my co-pilot, just sit there and do nothing.
Oh, okay.
Just sit there and do nothing. Help me, Roger.
Okay.
Help me. I'm landing a fucking plane right now. Don't worry. Captain, we got this under control. Don't worry about it. All right. I hope you're drinking your ginger ale. Hope you're listening to your new Lil Uzi album that you got on your Spotify downloaded. We're gonna be okay, everybody.
I've come with some help.
All right.
I brought you some snacks.
Thank you.
You just keep looking at the screen. I got it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I missed out on my snacks because our pilot passed out front. Thank you, co-pilot.
Start throwing them. Open up!
Ladies and gentlemen in the cabin, don't worry, everything's gonna be okay.
He's a hungry pilot.
Everything's gonna be okay.
Nom. One more.
All right, we got this under control, guys.
I am getting reports, Captain Bless. I am getting reports that a number of people in the back are saying you do need to start descending while circling.
I'm still circling. Oh, descend while. Okay, I see.
Not just descend.
Is it people in the back, like the people on my plane?
People on the plane?
People on the plane are calling in right now to ask for control.
Maybe they should land the fucking plane.
A little worried.
Listen, only one of us is in the pilot seat right now. Technically, two of us, but the people in the back of the plane, me and the co-pilot. The people in the back of the plane are in the back of the plane. So tell them to shut up. And let me do my thing.
Right? Oh my God, my kid! Oh my God!
God!
Am I gonna see my parents again?
I had my seatbelt on. My kid didn't, and so now he flew off the plane. Listen, all right, you should have had your seatbelt on.
You're going up. You're going up in the altitude. I don't know.
I don't know why. All right, I'm pressing forward on the thing. I'm doing my best. I've never landed a plane before, but I'm here. We got the help of ground.
Oh boy,
we got the help of SFO.
It is.
All right, we're gonna circle around. We're gonna do this thing.
Remember, you can use the.
He needs help from SFO. SFO.
Oh no, we're doing this.
Remember to use the.
You're welcome to come join me. You are my manager.
Yeah. Oh,
I've been telling everyone that you do have the knowledge and the know-how. So if you want to join.
Now I've got the wheels with the B button, right?
Yeah, hold it.
Hold it.
Get a chair and come in here and take 5. Come in here and join us.
Was that the B button?
All right, we're getting close.
I am happy to report that I have reached my manager. He's saying you are flying too fast. He should be joining me here in SFO in just a moment.
Oh, that's Palo Alto over there. This is pretty neat. I've never flown a plane before. It's kind of awesome.
It's kind of cool to be up here.
Yeah.
All right. Hello, everyone. This is SFO to flight 202. Captain Bless, I know you are filling in at a dire moment right now, but I do have my manager, Nick Scarpino, the fastest man alive. He's going to help you.
Captain Adioye Jr., how are you doing today?
I'm not going to lie. I didn't wake up this morning thinking I was going to have to land a plane full of 100 people, but I'm doing my best.
Well, to be fair, Mike made 3 of them die because he did a tailspin about 45 minutes ago, so it's more like 90 people that you're in charge of for lives.
Okay, that's not as bad if things don't go right, but things are going to go right because you got me in the pilot seat.
Yeah. Look how close you are to landing it right now. You're already right at the.
I'm going to go ahead and say your approach factor is way off.
The way you're making this. How so? How do you think? Am I going too fast?
Boy. Where is the runway? Like what is your what is your end point here?
They don't tell you how fast planes go.
They don't.
I would have thought the plane would be slower than this.
One more loop. You do one more loop.
I might do one more loop, ground control. Is that okay if I do one more loop?
I would recommend that as opposed to dive bombing the airport.
I'm gonna do one more loop.
I feel like one loop would be a good idea considering the runway is right below you, and
that's good.
Unless you were to just cut engines and fall.
That's a good call. That's a good call.
Shouldn't you maybe loop the other way so that you don't end up in the same place?
Well, wait, okay. Well, let me change real quick then. Let me change the loop.
Yeah, let's do a little loop.
Wait, the runway's right there. Yeah, you gotta change.
Co-pilot Roger, can you communicate to the captain that everything's okay, even though we're?
Hey, everything's okay. Everything's okay.
All right,
Calm down.
you.
Why don't you calm down a little
I
bit?
respect you.
We got this under fucking control.
All right, you want to keep that airspeed about 250, and then you're gonna
250.
we're gonna decrease the speed as we get a little closer. You're gonna also want to probably take out your landing gear, which is right on the D-pad.
D-pad. Okay.
No, I think it's.
Oh well, I'm using the
Are you using
flight
the flight
controls.
stick?
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Yeah, that's full control of the plane. I will say, SFO ground control right now. Manager Nick, we have some great write-ins right now from the big boss over here. What do you think right now?
We have the official Microsoft ground control coming in. This is what you should be doing. 1, lower throttle with the B button. 2, landing gear down with D-pad. Increase flaps with D-pad down. So your air flaps are going to slow you down a little bit, and that's going to allow you to actually lose altitude.
Okay, the ground control. I'll be honest. I'm wearing sunglasses right now. I can't see shit. Where is the D-pad?
Very, very.
There's no D-pad on this
wait,
thing.
we've
No,
lost
I think
audio.
it's on your thumb. Oh wait, you've lost.
No,
It's
it's.
saying we can barely hear Mike and Nick.
Yeah, the thing was on. Yeah, it's out.
Oh, my landing
Yeah.
gear is up right now. But should I have my landing gear up as I'm circling around? I feel like that's
Yeah,
a
why
last
not?
second kind of thing.
Nah,
You think it's fine that I?
I think it's good.
All right.
Nothing wrong with it.
Let's continually turn. I feel like this is the one. Third time's a charm is what
See,
they
but here's
say
the issue, right?
in the flight world.
You're gonna end up in the same position you were in your last circle.
But no, I'm getting closer to the ground. I can see the actual buildings now. I can see people
Yeah, but
waving
you see
in
the
the
runway.
windows. Well, by the time I turn around fully, I'll see the runway.
Uh-huh.
Over.
Sorry, say that again. Ground control.
Your flaps.
What about the flaps?
You gotta extend the flaps. That's gonna air brake you.
Extend the flaps. All right. Was there what button is the flaps?
That's a great question. Microsoft Flight Control. What's the button for that? down on D-pad.
Down on D-pad.
Okay, but
But what if
we don't have a D-pad?
I don't think I have a D-pad on this. I'm using the flight sticks.
Well, you're gonna want to pick your nose up.
Yeah, you're dive bomb right now.
All right. How do I slow down? How do I slow down?
Pull that
Pick your nose up.
You're gonna pull that nose up there a little bit.
pull up.
Okay.
Pull nose is pulled.
The only way to decrease that speed is to get those flaps up. I just want you to know that.
Well, how do? Where's the? All right. I'm putting on my actual glasses.
Okay, I'll take care of this while you.
Flaps are going to be on your throttle control. And then
Roger, where are you
second
taking
to
us
top
right now?
button.
All right, I
I'm
got my
trying to
glasses
save
on.
you.
Second to top button on flaps
Second.
on your flight control.
Should we
On
call
your
the
throttle.
local harbor and get boats out there? Should I get the Coast Guard to come help you, Captain Bless, in case of a land or a water land?
Is this a miracle on the Hudson
Oh
type of
no!
deal?
Oh no!
Oh, we're good. We're good.
Airspeed up! Airspeed up! Airspeed up with A.
Oh.
I need you to throttle up with A.
We're throttling.
Okay.
Ground control.
No,
I'm confused
no.
on why the waypoint is in the middle of the ocean. Oh God!
Great call.
You're fine. You're fine. You're
right
fine.
there, you're
Oh wait! Oh, that's it over there.
Oh shit!
Okay, I didn't notice that. So we're
Decrease
doing
speed.
good.
You are on approach vector for landing. Over.
All right.
You're gonna want to pull up a little bit though.
Oof.
Ooh, other way.
That's the other way.
Yeah, it's back is up. Back is up. You're gonna land in the ocean. Throttle up. Throttle up.
I'm gonna get a hold of the.
We're coming in hot, everybody. We're coming in hot.
There's a chance he could
Go on the right.
I'm trying.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
We're good.
Oh my god.
We're good, everybody.
B. Decrease that speed. Decrease that speed.
We're trying. Oh, let's. Yes. Yes! We're landing! Yes! Oh God, why? Oh no, I'm gonna murder some of these people on the fucking runway. Oh!
Use your pedals. Use your pedals. Oh.
Go down.
Why won't I stop?
We're going for the air control. Duck! Duck!
B. Use those pedals. You gotta use your
Stop!
use your rudder.
Wait!
Use your right pedal. Right pedal. Right pedal. Right pedal. Right pedal. Right pedal. Right pedal.
No!
Ah, we did it, everybody!
Right at the gate. Right at the gate, ladies and gentlemen.
How many casualties do you think that is?
That's
Zero.
negative
I
one.
think you did it.
You think so? I think at least half the plane is injured.
Nah.
I'm going with half the plane is injured. We came in hot.
They're not dead though.
That was a
Yeah.
sudden, like,
Only the
boom.
children. Only the children.
That was a sudden fucking like.
That was pretty well. That was better than I was gonna do, bro.
But we landed. We landed.
Captain Blessing, congratulations.
Congratulations.
This is SFO Flight Command. You have successfully landed this plane and saved everyone on board.
Wow.
You
Thank
are
you.
a national hero.
I'm happy to be of service. I'll take my license. I think that's how you get a flying
Yeah, you
license.
got your license. You just fast track it.
Yeah.
Just
Thank
like
you.
Mike from Suits.
I appreciate it. Anytime you need me in the future, I'm here to fly and land more planes.
I feel like you did a great job, Blessing.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone on the plane's safe. Everyone in the terminal, 100% dead. You just crashed into a window real fast, murdered every single person waiting for their flight to Arizona.
They're going to Arizona. So that's on them.
Much to live for to begin with.
Yeah, exactly. It's like if you might as well be in this scenario. So
that is fair.
Hey, we made it.
Let's,
we made it.
Let's give it up for one blessing out of Yo-Yo Jr. He did, in fact, land the plane, ladies and gentlemen. He did, in fact, land the plane. And guess what? We're not done because we do have an additional 15 minutes on today's stream. With your support, we can go even longer if you want it. And I'm going to have Roger and Nick test if they can land the plane up next. So we're going to get them up in just a second. But also, I want to take a quick break. And I want us all to stand up and stretch and go pee and reset for our second hour. And we're going to try something new here at Kinda Funny, of course. As you know, this week is all about trying new things here on the live stream. We have... we're live streaming the whole time on YouTube. We, of course, are trying something new where we're not breaking up, so you're going to get a full thing. If you're coming in late and you want to find Kinda Funny Games Daily, you can scrub to the beginning of the video. You can watch all of that. If you want just one giant video, of course, at the end of the day, you're going to get all 4 hours of video gaming from Kinda Funny Games Daily onto the afternoon streams. So we're trying some new things, and of course, I want your feedback if you're watching live on Twitch and or YouTube, or if you're watching the VOD. Please sound off in the chat. Let me know what you all think. But with this new program, we're trying new things, and what will happen right now is at the 1 o'clock hour when we head into overtime, brought to you by all of you, we are going to do a stand-up break. We're going to go to the restrooms. We're going to refill our waters, and we're actually going to run one of our normal KFGD ads. So if you're watching on Twitch and or YouTube, you're going to get hit with a small block of ads that help support the team, help support the stream, and the spare bedroom here. So we're going to test that out today. Of course, I want to hear your feedback at the end of it all, but we're going to stand up and stretch for 3 minutes, hit you with a small block of ads, and then we're going to come right back, okay? And so, just want to let you all know what's going to happen. Until then, we'll be right back with Roger and Nick trying to land a plane. Sound good?
Good.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
This episode is brought to you by Bird Dogs. Bird Dogs make you look good. Bird Dogs stretch khaki shorts are designed to fit slimmer through the thigh and leg, giving you a truly sculpted look. They fit way better than regular shorts that are made of a stiff, restricting cotton. Bird Dogs use anti-stink, sweat-wicking fabric that keeps you cool and dry all day long. I've been going down to the heat of Los Angeles with Gia a lot recently, and I've been loving the breeze thanks to my Bird Dogs. They got Oxford shorts, khaki shorts, bathing suits, and much, much more. My favorites are the Art Farts Knockers, and it's not just because of the name, it's because of the blue. But hey, the name doesn't hurt at all. Art Fart Knocker, come on. Go to birddogs.com/kindafunny or enter code kindafunny for a free Yeti style tumbler with your order. That's birddogs.com/kindafunny or use the promo code kindafunny for a free Yeti style tumbler. birddogs.com/kindafunny. Promo code kindafunny.
Hello, everyone. It's Mike. I've returned after that small little break. Thank you for putting up with that. Like I said, we're going to test things out here. We're going to see what this new look looks like with running one giant build. And I do want to shout out Average John. Average John, great job. Forgot to add that. He says, hey, since we're doing ads, I feel like the time used on them should not be counted. You're correct. They will not be counted ever. So we'll go till 2:03. We'll go till 2:05. Whatever the ads may be, we're going to add that extra time on to the stream. So good catch on that one. But, yeah, it's all a new thing. I'm going to kind of be the face of it, talking with all of you. The team over here, we're still figuring it all out. But it's 1 week. We're going to check it out. You know what I mean? It's 1 week. We're going to check it out. We're going to see how it goes. So, please give me your feedback. Let me know what your thoughts are. We'll see how it goes. But right now, it is 1:02. Of course, we'll add the extra time on to the stream to go longer. But right now, we are in overtime, just like we do every single day. This time is brought to you by you, the best friends all around the globe. Don't forget, you can support the team, keep the lights on, keep the stream going. Help us stay independent here at Kinda Funny with your support, whether you like subscribing at the tier 1 through 3 level or for free with Prime Gaming. If you would like to become a member over on YouTube, you'll get, of course, those awesome, sweet emotes on the channel. And,
of course, if you're watching on Twitch, you won't get those pesky Twitch ads. You might get some kind of funny ads, but you won't get Twitch ads. And that's the big one right there, because there are a lot of Twitch ads. And then, on top of that, you can super chat, you can hype chat, you can get your questions, comments, and concerns read. But we have another 15 minutes on the stream. We're nearing that extra 30 minutes. So if you want more time and have some fun with all of us, we can keep that fun going. I will say this, since today was our first time running ads, I'd like to give some subs out as well. Wow. I love supporting all of you. So if you are not subscribed to this channel over on Twitch, let me know. I'll gift you out a sub so you never have to watch a pesky Twitch ads ever again. And we'll have some fun hanging out with all of you. Like I said, we're going to continue to stay up in the skies. I want to give a big shout out to the official Microsoft Flight Sim team. They were fantastic. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. All the best friends, thank you for hanging out with us. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get Nick and Roger up in the skies, and they're going to see if they can land a plane as well, because this all was brought to you by the Kind of Funny Next Gen podcast, where the question was asked, if the pilot went down, could you land a plane? And one blessing out of Yo-Yo Jr. said he could. Hell yeah. And I will say, he proved that he could. Yep. So, Roger, it is now your turn to prove that you can. You and Nick will be in the pilots in the cockpit, and you guys have to figure out how to fly this thing. So, you have two options.
Yep.
You can do landing tests, which are a ton of fun, or we can put you up in the sky right off the bat, and you can just land into SFO, similar to what Blessing did. What would you guys like to do?
Can we do that without having to go from LAX to SFO?
Yeah, I don't want to do 45 minutes of flying.
Yes, correct. You can do that. You can put yourself up in the air. You can.
Okay, so yeah.
So we go to landing challenges, or what do we do?
So you're going to go back to where we were.
The
main
menu?
Homepage.
Gotcha.
Main menu.
Back one. Thank you, Brent Pizzo, for that gifted Tier 1 membership over on YouTube. Appreciate you guys. And YouTubers, let us know if you guys are new to this, if you just stuck around from last time. Cool. Because I want to know if you guys are actually digging the stream.
Where should we go now, Mike?
World map.
World map, gotcha. Do SFO.
And then put your, wherever you want to land, SFO.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Let me actually zoom in instead, right? There we go. And then arrival.
That's arrival.
Same thing.
Set SFO as your arrival, not your departure.
Oh, gotcha. And then what do I do as departure?
And then I believe in there should be like take off from the sky, or you could like click somewhere near SFO, and it will just put you up in the sky.
Gotcha.
I would say like, yeah, right. If you click down, like go to like Pacifica, Roger, or something like that, like to your west by the coast, and then just click on anywhere. Preferably not a runway.
Okay,
like
click
a
on the
mountains above.
Oh, okay, like this. Yeah. Set as departure?
Yeah. There should be something, chat, let me know. There should be something that just lets you fly. You should just be in the air.
I think it just says fly. You just hit fly or no?
All right, let's try it.
Just hit fly and see what happens.
That seems like that could be it.
Seems like an answer.
Are you doing the big boys?
Oh, yeah. That's the only one I know.
And then chat, is Mike sounding better?
Is it the only way you know?
The only way he knows, Nick.
It's the only way you know.
As I like gingerly touch it, I'm like, what do I do?
Yes, I know there's flight challenges, but landing challenges. Roger and them didn't want to do that. What you do is you pick the location in the air, not at an airport, and set the departure. So we should be good. Yeah, you're in the air.
I think we're good.
Yes. I've
Looks like we're
played.
here.
You know what I mean? Flight control's got
Whoa,
it. Flight control's got it.
We are really high up.
Yeah, you guys are 39,000 feet. That's where we thought we were supposed to be the entire time.
We thought we were supposed to be.
All right, well, I don't know.
Your airspeed is pretty great.
Okay.
So, yeah, we're just going to be...
We're just going lower?
Well, I mean, you're going to want to land, right? So we got to find the
that's
airport first, which I believe is right below you.
Yeah, you can see it right there. It's the little peninsula sticking out of the big peninsula.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so it's right below you.
Okay, should I just nose bomb, right?
Yeah, definitely knows
Definitely don't nose bomb. That'll probably stall your engines.
It's okay. We'll do a slow start.
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to find the airport first. We're going to make sure you know exactly where you're going.
Okay. Is it forward?
Well, this is that's right below you.
Okay.
You see it?
Shit. Okay. So
you're gonna have to give it a little space, and then we'll make a little. We'll bank right, come about the cabin. We'll make it work.
Okay.
Now, I love that Mike took his drinks and hid them in the corner of the room so no one kicked them over. It was very responsible.
It was, yeah.
Cork31, thank you for that Tier 1 sub for 26 months. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you. I'm a method actor when I had that heart attack. Could have been real, though.
Mike, did you actually pull like get a Charlie?
Yes,
horse?
I had a big old Charlie horse right there during that one.
I have a checklist open. Breaker. I don't know how to turn that off.
Breaker. You can turn that off if you'd like.
I don't know how to turn that off.
Nick knows how to turn it off. He played the tutorial.
Oh.
Captain Scarpino.
No idea. Hold on. Let me take over for a second.
Oh, you want me to stop touching?
No, you're fine. You're fine.
I'm looking for best friends in the Kind of Funny Twitch chat that are not subscribed and would like to have some ad-free viewing because I want to fill this bar up today. Of course, working towards Nick hosting a KFD&D session, but I would also like to make sure you don't have to watch any Twitch ads. So if you're not subscribed, let me help you out right now.
All right.
Let me gift you a sub.
Chad, how do we get that off the screen? I don't know. I do not know.
Microsoft Flight Simulator. Can you please help us? All right. Should I start banking?
I'd say you pick a direction of bank. Sure.
All right. I'm gonna go right.
Climb, descend, approach landing, runway. I mean, these seem like it's going to tell you what to do, which is cool.
Ooh, okay.
You don't want to make that hard.
Yeah, okay.
It's
just
a soft, subtle bank.
Oh my god.
This is pretty subtle.
I don't think it's as subtle as you think it is.
I think if you were in this play right now, you'd be like, I'm going to see Jesus soon, and I'm going to say hello to him.
Now, how do I turn this?
What are you doing to yourself?
How do I turn this fucking plane?
You're doing it. You're banking. You're great.
Oh my god. I don't think you're supposed to bank like that. That doesn't seem
I don't know that you should have your, like, if you look, like, directly to your left, you see floor, like you see ground. But I think you're fine. We got to get this fucking checklist off this thing.
Yeah. It's taking up a good quarter of my screen.
Did write in the chat how to do it. They said click the left stick in, please.
The left stick in. Ooh.
Click the X button at the top right of that box.
Oh, I see, Peter.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Microsoft.
Oh, there it is. Thank you.
Shout out to the Flight Sim team for just being on it.
I love it, Flight Sim Team. Flight Sim Team, what is your name? Do you have a name? Oh, damn it. What are you hitting?
I don't know.
What do you keep hitting
You
that's
pressed
doing
the
this?
button.
I didn't hit shit.
Wait, like,
You're hitting something,
Are
Roger.
you flying away from the destination?
Well, every time he touches the controller, it like takes away the thing. But I'm trying not to. I'm trying to go.
You're great.
I'm doing great.
Now, the pedals on the floor. Oh wait, you guys just using controller now?
Well,
No.
he's got the pedals on the floor,
No,
but I'm
we're
not
getting-
sure if they're doing what he wants them to
Well,
do.
yeah, you're supposed to
We're doing great.
angle your right foot up. I think to.
I'm doing that.
Okay.
Look at that.
Because your rudder isn't. Is it? What is it called? The thing in the back of the plane?
I believe that's your rudder.
It doesn't seem like it's. Well.
But I also read that the stick that he's using has a rudder as well.
Yes.
Oh.
So if you twist it, you have a rudder as well.
Oh.
Yeah, you can't
Ooh,
twist,
how do I,
twist and shout.
So you might, I don't know if you have to disable that or calibrate it or whatever.
Yeah, your flaperon's dropping down, slowing you down a little bit.
Yeah, hit the flaps.
Oh.
You want to hit? You're hitting something. It's one of these buttons. You're hitting a button.
I think I'm hitting up. Oh, there it is. Okay, there it is. Stop doing it.
I do want to quickly check in. Our good friends over at the Microsoft Flight Sim team have wrote in and says, this is CDL. Shout out to CDL. He's the community manager for Microsoft Flight Simulator and also a real-world pilot.
What?
Cool.
That's cool. Come pick us up. Where are we going?
All right. I have it. I see it. I'm going
Oh.
to start my descent.
Okay, so let's double check that you're okay. Are you lined up with the runway?
I feel like that's pretty lined up. That's as lined up as you need to be, right?
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just completely disoriented.
Yeah, you're really.
I think
high
you're coming in the
up,
absolute wrong way.
I mean, it's right there, right? Where do I need to be?
That's the Golden Gate Bridge, and that's the Bay Bridge. So you need to go all the way that way and bank this way because you want to come in
No,
from
wait,
the
Nick,
south.
isn't that the
You gotta
Hayward
come in
Bridge?
from the south side.
Is that Hayward Bridge?
I think that's the Hayward Bridge. So I think it's right up there.
Oh,
on
okay,
that
then it's
little,
to your
that
right.
little cove on the left. So yeah, sorry for the
Wait, where is it?
little cove here.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, you're right.
Little cove you can see there. I think that's where it's going to be. Interesting that there's no destination marker.
I'm pretty sure.
I thought that's what that was.
Or wait,
It's
actually,
right below you.
No, you.
What is that?
Yeah,
All right.
because
No, that's not it.
that wouldn't be. There's that like island next to what I think is the Hayward Bridge.
No, that's the Golden Gate.
Oh, you're right.
For sure.
Yeah, no.
So the airport's right there. Like
Oh.
over there, actually, that's the airport right
Wait,
there.
is some?
Where is it telling me to go?
You're coming in from the northern side.
Yeah, he you banked all the way
Got
north.
it. Got it.
You need to go. You need to bank left.
Okay.
Bank left and go all the way down the peninsula, and then we're going to turn back. We're going to make a wide
Oh,
circle.
I have to get through
That's the
here.
airport
Yeah.
right there.
Gotcha.
Sorry, my mental map was flipped, and I was very confused.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you can call it the San Mateo Bridge, but I've always called it the Hayward Bridge.
Yes.
It's Hayward Bridge.
Shout out to Alp Tribesman who gifted 10 Tier 1 subs.
Hey.
We are nearing that
The
extra 30
decimator.
minutes right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah, we're right there.
Fucking go land in
30
Oakland.
minutes on this stream.
A couple more subs will probably do it. Audio seems to be doing better. Chat, let me know.
Also, Nick, if I got my pilot's license, would you take to the sky with me?
100%.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that'd be great. Now, I would actually want to see the official license, Mike.
Okay.
Because, and this is no disrespect to you.
Yeah.
But I would give it a 90-10 shot that you printed that thing out on your own printer. And it's not real.
Okay. I'll let you check me on that. Nick, I did find out that we could get our skydiving license within a week if you would like to travel to New Jersey. Day one is...
That doesn't sound especially legal.
Just letting you know.
Are we going to
day
get it
one.
from a guy named Guido and a guy named Lou, and they're going to sell it to you out of the back
It's
of a
Joey
van?
G, okay? It's Joey G.
It's Joey G and
skydiving.
Tony Giannopoulos.
Oh, God damn it. How do I get out of here? Resume. Oh.
Hold on. I got it.
Okay, Roger's doing something.
There it is.
There we go.
Fuck. This button wasn't doing this before. Alright. So I'm trying to land there?
Yeah. So see how to cross?
got it.
You want to land on the southern tip
Yeah.
of that.
Would you guys do skydiving?
I have.
Oh, yeah, you have.
Yeah, Nick has. Nick's dope.
God, you're so cool.
Nick is like the coolest.
Fastest
dude.
man in the world.
Fastest man in the world. Fastest man to get up in the plane and drop down.
Yep. Drop
It's
it
really
down.
fun. The scariest part to me was just the plane ride up. Once you
Yeah.
jump out, you're like, this is cool. And then once you pop the chute, it hurts your crotch a lot.
Mmm.
And he does the thing where he circles and you almost throw up a little bit.
Oh.
Because he'll pull a
Just a
bank.
little bit.
And I'm like, ugh. And he's like, ha ha ha. And I was like, all right, well, you have small, you know what? So this is a boom you got right now. This is what we're doing here.
We're almost there. See? I'm getting something. I'm getting higher, and I don't want that. I don't know.
Can you slow down?
Okay, that's a great call. I was all the way.
Roger, do you know how to drive a car?
He just got his license.
No, I've had my license in
Well,
New
yeah,
York.
but you just had it in California. Yeah, but like, you know.
Oh,
no,
Oh, that airport's right there.
Whoa.
You're
Okay,
not
whoa,
landing
whoa.
on that one, bad boy.
Well,
Send it down, dude. Just send
we're
it
sending
down.
it down.
We're
sending
gonna take
down.
it?
Yeah.
I ate all your cheeses. I'm nervous.
Oh crap! God damn it!
Oh, what'd you do?
I keep on using this. Ooh! I think I got this. Guys. Don't worry about it.
Oh, I don't know. I think we might be coming in a little fast. Where do you see
Wow,
the
do they have lights in the
speed?
water?
I think that's for the game.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Do you think if I can do another circle real quick?
I mean, yeah, I know you can. The question is, do you want to?
Is that the maneuver, right? You know, fuck, I'm
It's
doing it.
definitely a maneuver as opposed to dive bombing the airport. I think if I were the airport official in the tower,
Yes.
I would actually prefer that you just do kind of a wider circle.
Yeah, this is SFO. We would
Oh no!
Oh, pull up,
Peter.
we got this.
Oh,
Oh, that's
Peter.
easy. Come on.
got it.
This is the maneuver. Going down around. Look at that. Look at the altitude drop, and that's a good sign.
It's a great sign.
That's a great
Here's
sign.
what I want you to do. I want you to keep going. Keep
Yeah.
going. Keep going.
Keep going further
keep
out?
Going, keep banking this way. And I want you to go that way for a while.
Okay.
We're just gonna go that way for a while until we get over the land.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, we're gonna go far.
Yeah, we're gonna do a big circle here.
We're gonna do a big.
I mean, at that
big
point,
Big
should we not
circle,
just
big circle.
land in Oakland Airport?
I don't know where Oakland Airport is.
No one does. It's a mystery.
I mean,
No
you're
one
heading
does,
toward
Kevin.
it. You're heading toward it.
Yeah. Is it not that long thing in front of him?
That's a bridge.
No, yeah, I guess. No. Yeah, I meant next
That's
to
the
the
Hayward
Bridge. Yeah.
Now, can I land on that?
No, it's way too small.
2,000 feet up.
There's
should
one
we
lane left.
circle
and
around.
It's a 2-lane highway.
See, here's the thing. Is 10,000 feet up high up, or is that not high?
You're pretty low
very
right
high.
now.
Okay.
You're probably.
That's where you wanna
I
be.
would
I'm trying to
guess-
land.
I would guess you're close to the altitude you'd kind of need to start your
No,
your approach.
You don't think you're lower than that? Like.
Oh yeah, but like this seems like what it looks like when we're doing the bank, you know, to get back to the airport to do the whole thing.
Yeah, the whole thing.
This looks about right.
Do I just turn right? You know what I mean? Real fast.
I mean, if you think you can,
yeah,
I think you're going to be.
Yeah, planes don't move like that.
Yeah, I think you're going to be misaligned again. So I think you want to just.
All right, I'm going as fast as I can. I think that's probably the best maneuver.
Oh, you want to just
No.
throttle it. You
Just
wanna
throttle it, and then I just
Okay.
Whip it.
yeah, fucking whip it. All right, let's try
Whip
it.
it, nay.
All right, here we go.
Are you going that way?
Nope.
No, why don't you bank right?
Oof. Oof.
Bank
We
right,
are
I'm about.
moments away from hitting that extra 15 minutes there to go till 1:30 today. Kind of funny, best friends. Don't forget, if you subscribe, if you become a YouTube member, if you super chat with your questions, comments, and concerns for Pilot Nick and Pilot Roger or Air Control
Because you
Kevin,
don't trust yourself with it.
we'll help fill up that
I'll go a
bar.
little bit there. We can set it and forget it, the throttle.
You're fine. You got to light touch it. Light touch.
Light
There you go.
touch,
You got
light
it.
touch.
You got it. You
Gotta
got it.
light
See, look.
This is perfect.
Oh my god, this is incredible.
This is perfect.
We'll do this. If we hit the bar, Nick will land. If we hit another bar, Kevin will do the landing.
Oh,
Now,
no.
Where am I landing?
Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Oh, keep going?
I want to do it, Mike. I want to do it.
All right,
I want you, Kevin. I
So
want to
nice
do
and
it,
light.
bro.
Oh my god.
So you're gonna go. You're gonna line up with that.
Do a barrel roll.
All right, I need
Now
that.
here's what I want you to do. Here's what I want you to do.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
Okay. All right. This
Yeah,
is.
you're good.
Yeah,
You're
this
in a
is
good
like-
How do I get the landing gear out?
I'll
Is
put the
the-
landing gear down for
Yeah,
you.
don't
I'll
worry.
take
He's
care of
got
that.
that.
I'll take care of that.
Yeah, that's what the co-pilot does.
That's what the co-pilot does.
Yes.
Is that true?
No.
Not quite sure. Oh, actually, it might be what the co-pilot does for
Oh,
you
it
now.
is. It is down.
And I'm gonna put your air flaps on.
Okay. Do you think that's gonna
That
put me in
slows
the
you
ocean?
down. That just slows you down a little
I
bit.
can't tell if my air flaps are on or not.
I think so. You can see the little space on the wings
Yeah,
where
they're
the
on.
black line is.
Yeah, they're on. So this should slow you down significantly.
Okay. Take
I'm
it
really
down.
slow. I'm really slow.
No, you're speeding up.
I'm all the way down. on
Well,
my-
you're going to speed up because inevitably when you point the nose
Gravity,
down, you're probably going to gain some speed. So you want to drop down a little bit.
Like
I'm
this.
actually going to.
Oh no, no.
No, now you're going up. Now you're going up. Just,
want-
yeah, I would say
I'm
just
going to
drop.
decrease your throttle. I want you to decrease your throttle now.
It's already decreased.
Okay. So you're fine. You're low. You're
chilling.
You're fine. You're chilling.
Let's put 2 hands on here.
We don't need 2 hands. 2 hands is going to be confusing.
Yeah,
2 hands is just going to be confusing for you. Here's what I want you to be aware of, though. You are, in fact, twisting that, which I think is giving you rudder.
Yeah, that's you
So
can
I
see
just-
the
So
Oop.
what it's doing is it's turning the plane this way
Yeah.
as you're trying to turn the plane this way. So just be aware of that.
Just like that. There
Yeah,
we
that's what you
go.
want to do. So
There
now
we
you're
go.
lined up,
Eh,
ish.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're
Now
getting there.
you're going to have to probably decrease that altitude a lot, though.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's go
Oh my
down
God,
then.
you're 5,000.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
easy.
5,000 is about 5,000 more feet than you want to be. If I'm guessing. Again,
here's like, look
I'm
at that.
spitballing here.
Yeah,
You're on point.
I'm on point.
Yeah, you're on point. You're on
Flaps
point. We're gonna-
30. I love
Cut
that
your
in the
engines
chat.
slowly.
There's people that know, and they're like flaps at out at 30.
How do I get
Whoa.
the flaps out more?
Right.
Oh, you guys hear that beeping?
Yeah, it's not good.
No, that's a good beat. This is an emergency landing, right? We're not doing a perfect landing, everybody. Get off your high horse.
Flaps are down.
Yeah,
That's
this
fine.
is
Co-pilot, too high.
my kind
Decrease
of
altitude.
hard
Decrease altitude.
Doing it.
Decrease altitude or
I'm-
abandon current landing attempt. You gotta get down. You gotta get down.
I'm doing it.
You're going so fast.
Oh my
You're approaching
God.
at 250 miles an hour.
It's not.
You're fine,
It's
baby.
not.
You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Land it.
Fine.
Land it, Roger.
Look at that. We got a backup in
You're
the
fine. You're
airport
good. You
right
got
now.
you got plenty of landing space. Plenty of landing space. Whoa! Brake. What's the brake?
Oh,
Come back down. Come
You're
back
fine,
down.
you're fine,
You
you're
gotta-
fine. This
we
happens
bounced
sometimes.
like that.
This happens sometimes.
Yeah, we've all bounced once or twice. Nose
Yeah.
down. Nose down.
No
Definitely
time,
have
no time.
bounced in my day.
There we go. Come on,
Did you
dude.
guys cut the engines?
I don't
We don't know those
Brakes.
buttons.
Because
Oh,
the
I
engines,
I
I'm
got it,
seeing
I got it, I got it.
48%, 49%.
You gotta slow it down.
Cut the
I
engine.
don't- yeah,
See, that's better than blessing. Come on, blessing
Way better.
killed
Well,
way
300
you
people.
haven't stopped yet.
Yeah, you do have to stop eventually.
We're trying.
You might want to
Yeah,
turn
do
to
that,
the right.
Do that. Do that. Do that.
Ooh,
See how that works?
look at us.
See how that works? That
Come
works.
on, dude.
Engines 49% still, 50%. I would say cut engines at this point.
We
know
don't
how
know
to
the
cut
buttons.
engine.
We don't know the
What's
buttons.
B3? What the fuck is B3? You're fine. You're fine, Daddy. You're fine.
Oh my
We're
God,
great.
you did a great
Oh
job.
my
That's all
God.
clap it up for Roger. Pilot Roger did land
Thanks so much.
successfully.
Roger.
So, Mike, we have hit that halfway marker, so
Yep.
we will be going an extra 15 minutes. Does
Yep.
that mean
Good job.
We're gonna
Pilot,
have Nick.
co-pilot.
So how we're gonna do this is Nick will land the plane, and if we fill one more piece of the bar up, Kevin will land the plane. That's how we're gonna play today right now.
That's incredible.
With extra timing. So if you want Kevin to now land the plane, let's fill up 1/4 of this bar, and Kevin will then get on the sticks to land the plane.
Oh, guys, I
I'm
don't
touching
know.
go right now,
I don't
baby. I'm
know
touching go. That is touching
You're
go.
trying to go back up?
How do I take the brake off?
I think you use wire.
I can't tell if the brake's on or off right now. But I'm at 103 miles an hour. And I'm halfway away.
Are you taking off?
Hell yeah, I'm taking off. Just getting right back to it.
Getting right back to it.
This is gonna go poorly.
You're good. Just getting nose up a little bit. You're fine.
Gotta take some cars out. Take some cars out.
You're gonna buzz South.
Take some cars out.
He's buzzing them.
Oh.
You gotta get up.
Are your flaperons?
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Get up! Shit.
Oh, Lord.
All right, Roger, set Nick up. Get him up in the air.
Parking it on the 280.
You just
Love it.
reset. X.
Yeah, press X.
Nick, press X.
Pressing X.
I'm kidding. Sorry.
Pressing X. Did that work?
Every once in a while, everyone gets.
You want to switch speeds?
Yeah, let me try this thing. This is fun. What's B13 though?
B3.
I think it's just.
Oh, B3. What was B3?
If you look, it actually says it on the sticks.
Now, kind of funny, best friend. Don't forget right now, 1/4 of the bar. If we continue to work with your support through Twitch subs, YouTube memberships, and bits and super chats, we'll continue to fill up the bar. We'll go for extra time. Like I said, Nick is in full control. We'll let him land. If we fill up another 1/4 of the bar, we will let Kevin land, and we'll keep the fun going, y'all.
DJ in the chat says that's the 101, and he's 100% right. That is, in fact, the 101 with the 380 crossing over it there.
Shout out to Dude with a Car, or Dude with a Kid, with the Prime Gaming sub for 31 months. Thanks, Dude with a Kid.
See, the smoke is concerning. I know it's
No,
not
that's just
actually
wind. That's
smoke.
just wind.
Yeah.
Just wind.
It was just concerning.
It's chemtrails is what that
This
is.
thing has that's what they're doing to put chips in you.
Yeah.
Delicious chips.
Yum, yum, yum.
Now, Nick, the engines are now at 27%.
That's huge.
Yeah. Is that just the throttle on the left?
That's throttle on the left. Yeah.
So what's like the headspace you're in right now, Nick? Pilot Nick.
Pilot Nick is just cruising, man. I'm having a fun time. I wish my stick wouldn't come off the ground.
Yeah.
That's kind of hard. It's a little difficult to.
Do you want co-pilot Roger to hold it down?
Yeah, I can hold it down.
That's fine.
I'll just kind of do like a counter weight.
I just want to get down in altitude a lot. In fact,
Chad, I'm
actually
gonna
hit
need
the
you.
fast one.
I'm gonna need you to
Put
hit
that
one.
down on the D-pad.
I'm gonna need to hit one more quarter.
Yeah.
Quarter bar for us.
Yeah, let's get Kevin on the sticks.
Yeah, I want to give it a go.
Up in the fucking air. This is not working for me.
It's in the air.
Yeah, he's going real high.
Look at this fucking thing.
He's cheating.
I'm not cheating. This,
He's
for whatever
using
reason, the
it.
stick's not working. There we go. Flap it down. There we go. There we go. There we go.
Real convenient, chat. You know what I mean?
The stick's not working.
The fastest man alive can't get the stick to work.
That's crazy.
Wild. You hate to see it.
Is it an inverted issue? Arrow
No, it's not an inverted issue. That's weird. It's just this will not let me point my nose down.
There you are.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, see, exactly. You see, it does that weird thing. It's this. This actually shouldn't be like.
That's supposed to be the you put your nose down.
Well, no. Last time. Ooh, yeah, see, and I didn't think.
Yeah, press in the stick.
Oh.
And then.
Yeah, that originally was the to like look around and like see your area. That's why I kept on hitting it.
Well, this stick's not working at all. No.
Is it not?
Nope, it sure isn't. Oh.
There we go.
God, the way the wings curve in the air is
So
insane.
scary.
Yeah.
It trips me the fuck out.
Is that actually how?
Yeah, like if you ever get a seat by the window, you can watch that, and it is terrible.
Really?
Oh yeah. That I always like getting seats near that the wings. I don't know why. I think it's because it's the
Hey,
height.
everybody. Let's get those flaps down.
Down.
Get down on the D-pad, yeah.
Okay.
Keep going, keep going.
Oh,
all the way down. Pull them all the way down. Yeah, there we go. This is bad.
Oh, this is good. You're exactly where you need to be.
You just.
I cannot point the nose of the plane downward.
Okay, well then you switch to the controller.
Fuck that. We're just gonna throttle up, baby. I'm gonna throttle up.
You can always pull it back all the way and kind of do like a backwards death spiral.
I could do that. I could absolutely.
And then you can kind of correct it as it's happening.
The little voice in the.
You have to do it without the landing gear, buddy. I'm so sorry.
do it without the
The landing gear's broken. This just added another layer to this fastest man alive.
Big extend flaps. Hit B3. What the fuck is a B3?
It's.
Oh, he flaps it all the way up.
Yeah, it should be down. Hit down on the D-pad.
I mean, I think maybe you should give this another go.
I'm gonna give it another approach for sure.
Give it
I'm
another
coming
circle.
in.
Give it a circle.
Chat, we don't know how to turn on the landing gear. If anyone can figure this out for us.
The game keeps yelling landing gear.
But we're pressing the button for landing gear. It's not working.
This game is so fucking cool.
We're so scared. Yeah, D-pad right for landing gear. We're pressing it. It's not coming out.
Give a buzz to South City right now. Give a buzz.
Unplug the controller.
Oh my God, Nick.
You might want to.
Fuck me! It's hard because every time Roger touches the thing, it goes to the left. It's like having two
I'm
plates.
trying to turn on the fucking thing!
He's co-piloting.
You're right.
Sorry about that, chat. My computer, for some unknown reason, lost internet. It reconnected though. Forcefully. Yeah, this voice is just saying landing gear over and over.
Yeah.
Landing gear.
And we're pressing the landing gear button.
Landing gear.
Oh, wait, maybe it's every time you press it.
It might be.
Press it? No.
It's just a soft press. It's a soft touch.
Yeah, I did this is a soft touch on it.
Maybe it's a hold.
We did the
Okay,
whole...
so it's either a soft touch or a hold. That's a different thing, Mike.
Two very different
That's a
things.
fucking different thing. I'm landing this bad boy in the bay. I'm pulling the Hudson.
Could be a soft touch.
But also, you should. Are you engaging your flaps?
No, flaps are at 0 right now because I was about to die.
Okay.
Until I figure out how to get the landing gear out when I do it.
Hard press, no hold. I think that they're trying to make a really interesting heroic story right now. Of they don't want you to have the landing gear because they want you to succeed here without the landing gear.
I understand that. And I think what you're trying to tell me is fly over that bridge.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to say.
That's the only thing you could have gotten.
And then you do kind of like a backflip, and then you land on the bridge.
Okay, I love this idea. I'm dropping altitude a lot.
Backflip.
Kind of like a little backflip.
Throttling engines up.
Yeah.
I don't know why this landing gear won't come out.
Can you do it with the keyboard?
Oh,
no, this is Xbox.
yeah.
This is Xbox. Oh.
I think you can land without it.
I don't think that's how that works.
Alright, let me try this again. Peter.
Never heard looks real landable.
Why do the engines keep cutting out? Fucking go faster. What's happening? I swear to go fast.
Well, I don't think you're supposed to ride them. They're going into the yellow. If you see the bottom left.
No, I understand that.
Oh,
but
okay.
it's for whatever reason they just keep dying. See them going down now? I didn't throttle down.
Well, yeah, but I think if you go into the yellow or the red,
Oh, they die.
you're pushing them too hard.
That makes sense.
Are we going to the?
I mean, I know these are some bitch ass engines.
Oh, is it the flaps?
I don't think so. No, my flaps are fine.
Remember, chat, if you push this another quarter, I get to try to land. And will we have landing gear? Who knows? Who knows?
So what's like the mindset right now? Like, why were you trying to land this plane?
Why am I trying to land this plane?
How?
How?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to do the approach factor again. Oh, there's a landing. There's Oakland. Yes, I can land at Oakland
Oh
too.
yeah, right here.
They want me to, but okay. I'm gonna try to land it up for Oakland. I'm
Right
gonna
now?
be original. No, I can't do it right now. It's
You
gonna
can,
be
you
too
can.
much, but.
Yeah, the one last dish effort of pressing.
Just give me my landing gear. Give me the landing gear. Yes. Wait.
Wait.
Oh! Touch it. Landing gear.
How did you get it out?
He was pressing the same buttons.
I think you got to be close to the airport for the landing gear to come out. Okay. Well,
Okay.
you know what? We
Okay,
got it. We got
okay,
this. We
okay.
got this. We
Got this.
Okay.
Okay. Flaps are gonna come down. We're just gonna make a nice little approach here.
Yeah, just a little approach.
A little light touch. A little light touch. I can't go to the right for some reason? That seems weird.
You want to use the stick.
Well, what I want to do is...
Oh my God.
You're fine.
And
Okay.
in the yellow again, just a heads up
You're
for
fine.
you.
You're fine. You're fine. Hold on. Alright, this thing. This plane's listing to the left for no reason.
Oh, the landing gear won't drop if you're going too fast.
That makes a lot of sense.
That makes a lot of sense. We work.
That probably sounds right.
Yeah.
Right? Like, if I'm thinking to myself, like, do I want the landing gear to rip off because I'm going 400 miles an hour? I guess that makes sense if I'm being 100% honest. Getting real low. Though.
Dawn and Dusk 96 just gifted.
Thank you, Dawn and Dusk.
Tier 1 subs, getting me a step closer to actually landing this. Gilbert G12 also subscribed with Prime for 7 months.
I'm just trying to give it a wide berth.
Aladdin
I'm really low.
subscribed for 2 months.
I'm just thinking about the suburban area. Like, what the fuck
Oh,
is
they're
happening?
freaking out. These people are
Their
freaking
Facebook group
out,
is
right?
fucking going crazy right now.
They're like, chemtrails are real. This
Yeah.
guy's fucking chemtrailing us.
Holy shit.
Well, they start you off at fucking 400 miles an hour.
Well,
Like, we
yeah,
all-
but it was 30,000 feet, too.
I'm like right above the airport
Well,
now.
we shouldn't have started that close here.
Yeah.
That's
We
on
made
me.
that.
You can't be starting to be 30,000 feet right above the airport. Then it's like a
I mean,
downward.
here's the thing. Roger had no problem landing.
Yeah,
Raj
exactly.
did have no
Roger took 45 minutes to land.
Hey, he got it down, though. No
Ridiculous.
cap.
I mean, it's already way faster than yours right now.
Let's
Come
cry.
Is it?
The airport.
on. You're also using a controller. That's
Okay.
Can you?
Let's see if we can do this again. I'm not fucking lined up
I
on
hear
this.
that. We filled up the bar 100%. We make Roger land again with a controller and a blindfold.
Oh, blindfold's good.
And Nick tells him what to do.
Got this.
Reline it up.
I'm lined up, bro. Oh,
Okay.
Oh, oh,
Go
oh!
back to it. Go back to it. Go back to it.
Twist that, twist that. Ooh!
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, Barbie. Let's go party.
Scrimp in Squid just gifted a tier 1 sub.
God, oh my
Thank you,
God.
Scrimp.
I need you to get those flaps down. Get those flaps down for me. Down on the D-pad.
They're down, they're so fucking down.
Okay, we're fucking really misaligned.
Oh, really misaligned.
This is bad news, bears.
Twist that, twist that.
I'm twisting it. I'm landing on landing B.
This is terrible.
I gotta go back to this
No!
thing. I can't fucking
no,
see.
you can do it!
Let him.
I could have done. Oh my God! Now you're in the fucking thing.
Let him do it the way he needs to.
Why
No,
would
it's
it
not
line
working.
the
Oh, there
fucking...
you go.
Man, I gotta go back up. Why won't it line the fucking plane up? Come on, come on. It's so hard to line something up when you're staring at the side of the fucking plane.
We'll do first of all.
Relax, plane.
Let's give him a lot of force feedback. He's not allowed to do this.
I know what it's saying is, huh? Why would you go for this airport?
Justin T. Mars writes in and says, landing gear, landing gear, landing gear. Thank you, Justin. And Scrimp in Squid with the gifted sub right there. Remember, if we fill up one more fourth of the bar, Kevin will jump on the sticks and land. We've gone over time, but we're going to keep having fun with all of you. We'll keep incentivizing you. If you fill up the bar, Kevin will land and we'll go longer.
And I want to so badly.
We are
Please
far
let me
over,
land.
but we're having fun, y'all.
Having a great time. Love it.
The airport's over there.
Are you going back?
Wait,
You're going
wait,
back?
Wait, you're going to a different
No
airport.
idea.
Yeah, he's back to SFO.
I don't know where SFO is. I think it might
Turn
be
around,
behind me.
just turn around.
I think it's right there.
Oh no.
I think it's in front of me. Is that SFO right there?
Oh shit.
No, that's across the bay.
Well, you can land there.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
That's Treasure Island.
Why does Treasure Island have an airport?
Well, it used to be a military base, right?
You can totally land there.
Yeah, 100%.
Nick, you should land there.
I can't.
Yeah, you can.
I can't make it now. I'd have to do a whole other
Don't pressure
thing.
him. He doesn't
Yeah,
take
Roger,
that
why are you
well.
pressuring people, Roger?
Yeah,
Because
just
he's
let him-
landing a plane.
Yeah, but he's got it.
Okay.
He's doing better than you were at this point.
I already landed it.
No, maybe 30 minutes from now.
Yeah, you had to do like 5-6 approaches to this motherfucker.
And there's nothing wrong with that, Roger. Roger,
See,
that was a lie.
I don't like the twist on this thing.
Then don't.
It's like a bopper.
It's like a weird twist and shout thing.
Twist and shout.
Let me see if I'm following.
Where are you going? Like, what's the plan?
Pass.
Something's beeping.
Dialed.
He's dialed in.
Welcome to Oakland, ladies and gentlemen. You will have to take an Uber across the bay,
It's gonna be $65, but
but you're fine.
We'll
Not that
comp
bad,
it.
though. It's not that bad.
we'll comp it.
Now, I'm pretty sure I'm coming in behind Oakland. So this is going to be interesting because I think I'm supposed to come from the other way.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a reverse.
But this is what cool kids do.
Yeah, you might have planes coming at you.
Don't worry about
Just
it.
ignore that.
Don't worry about them.
Ignore that, yeah. No big deal.
Don't worry about them.
We
All
had
right,
new-
Roger, I need my flaps. Okay, flaps over down. Roger, I usually be Johnny on the spot with Y when I hit the ground.
When you hit the ground, what is that, the brake?
I think it's the brake. B13 is the real brake, but we're going to have a real short landing pad here.
Ooh,
I'm gonna have to hit the-
Oh my
yeah,
god.
you gotta get
oh
up,
my
you gotta
god,
get
yeah.
up.
We're fine. We're fine.
Yeah, you got
Okay,
it. This, I mean, this looks like what a landing normally should look like.
Yeah, I'm good.
Better than anyone else has done so far.
fucking great
We can
right
all
now.
say that. We can all
So
admit it.
talented.
So fucking great right now.
He's the fastest man alive. Maybe
Feel
cut
good?
the engine.
I feel good.
God, we should
Gotta
relive
cut
that
the
moment. Is right, Kevin. You're so right. We should.
We gotta-
I
we gotta-
told
we
you.
just gotta
That's
grip
how I
it,
wanted
nerve
to
it, we
start.
gotta grip it,
This is
nerve it.
special time.
I'll press the brake, I'll press the brake, I'll press the brake, I'm pressing it.
Shut down the aircraft system. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. We're still going 150 miles an hour.
good.
I gotta turn. I gotta find more runway. I gotta find more runway. I gotta find more runway.
Your engines are still going at 27%.
I've got them all throttled down.
Okay.
Oh.
Hit B, hit B, hit. Yeah, hit B, B all the
So
way.
I didn't realize I had to press.
Nick, planes in front of you. Planes in
Oh,
front of you.
turn left.
God, it's going the wrong way. It's going the wrong way. You keep pressing the fucking thing.
Hey,
No, they're
the
fine. They're
plane's
fine. They go away.
floating. Oh, that one
They
disappeared.
disappear. They
That one
disappear.
disappeared.
They disappear.
It's fine. It's fine. He's a bigger plane.
How do I stop this plane?
Use Blessing's approach of landing by like hitting something.
Yeah,
There you
here we
hit the
go.
building.
Here we go.
This is gonna be it.
There we go.
There we
Nailed
go.
it.
Boom! Right into your gate.
Only
right
25
into your
deaths.
gate.
Only
Welcome
the
to
pilot
Oakland.
died.
How do you fucking stop this plane? It's got to be a brake.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have answered the question: can you land the plane in case of an emergency? We have found that the Kind of Funny crew can 100% land a plane if you ever need them. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for hanging out with us for another fun Kind of Funny stream. Of course, tomorrow, Mike, Kevin, and Nick will be back on the sticks to play some games with all of you. We will see you then. Until then, thanks for tuning in.
That was fun. Crush that.
Make sure to leave some comments, questions below. Let us know what you think of the new streaming setup with the full run of it all. And we'll talk again tomorrow. Goodbye, everyone.